Red light.
We live. We
That's
live.
Sunday, man.
Yes,
For
sir.
sportsmen, man. Favorite perspective, man. Expect it, so accept it, man.
Yes, sir.
That's Dom to my left or your right, however you viewing this. Under him is all we live. Flea, yo, we live.
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Yo, 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 yo. That shit got all ball there, man. What's up, all ball?
Let's go. Ready.
Throw them
G.
fours up, man. And we listen, we getting right into this, man.
Let's do it.
I ain't even give you a hello from Dom yet. I don't know when to start this off first. We going with all ball first. You kidding me? I need the all ball.
Oh, with this
I'm
we got.
fire.
Oh, with this
I'm
we have
passing
to
it.
go.
Yeah,
We have to go OG with this one.
I'm passing the ball right to him. Ime Udoka and LeBron James get into it last night. I was sleeping. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was surfing the Twitter sphere, and I got the chuckle. It was great. What did you think of it? Oh, we got to set it up, right? Basically, Ime is just telling the Lakers to stop complaining, not those words, stop bitching. And then LeBron catches wind of it and goes over there to tell Ime something, I guess, to stop using that language. But like, then Ime gets thrown out because he was trying to stop LeBron or tell LeBron, like, he called him a soft ass boy, apparently. And then Ime gets thrown out. LeBron gets attacked. What do you think of the whole exchange? Is LeBron a B? And what do you think about the whole thing, old ball?
Well, first and foremost, I want to say big shout out to Ime Udoka for standing up. Like I said, this is what sports is. This is the only thing I don't like. The protection for LeBron is out of control. The antics LeBron does on the court, off the court. We've seen him on the court drinking wine. We've seen him on the court dancing, off the court on the bench throwing water bottles. How many times he get an and one and shrugs his shoulders? He complains. I've seen him disrespect Cameron Payne. But when the shoe was on the other foot, he complains. But now you run into a man that's willing to defend himself. I'm going to be honest. It's part of sports. I didn't see nothing wrong with the exchange. I think the refs, the league is soft. Let's just be realistic. What Ime Udoka did was call it how you seen it. Stop bitching. Y'all winning. Y'all know y'all better than us. Every time you see LeBron, he like this. So what we do, Flea, if we was outside in the park in New York City, the same thing would happen. So this is no knock on LeBron. This is no hate on LeBron. But at the end of the day, he gets away with murder. The things he does on the court and off the court, people act like they don't see it. But then when somebody does it to him, he cries and complains. I have no problem with what Udoka did. I told you I'm over LeBron. I'm mad we even talking about him. I've made it my point since that day. If y'all see it on my platform, I don't discuss LeBron no more like that because a lot of his stands and fans, they just have they just have blinds on. They don't see nothing but all his good. They don't see none of the little sucker shit he does. And he does a lot of it. And I'm glad Ime Udoka called him out on it because once again, nobody else does. It's a list of things that he do that sucker shit on the court. If I'm on the court and I watch him on the sideline dancing, playing water bottle challenge, but if I say something, I'm hating. Listen, man, at the end of the day, I'm a lot of people's over LeBron James. It's just that people are scared to say it. His antics. Is he a great player? Yes. Is he top 5, top 10? Some people have him the GOAT, 2, 3. I'm not arguing that. But if you think people is not over him, hey, Ime Udoka showed it. And I'm going to leave it at this. LeBron, stop trying to show up guys that can't offensively get back at you. All that you staring down, what's my guy? What's the villain? Dylan Brooks.
Dylan.
Yeah. What do you keep staring him? Stare down Kevin Durant when he knocked that 3 in your face. Stare down the guys that can come back at you offensively. Listen, man, LeBron James picks his battles. I don't like guys like that. Be like that. Have that same energy for everybody. So for me, I like what Ime Udoka did. He stood up for his team, and he also showed that it's still men left in the game of basketball. Because if Ime Udoka don't do that, LeBron gets away with murder. Like I said, every time now when you see him, he's like this. He's either complaining for a call or he's complaining about something. So big shout out Ime Udoka. I wish I had something where he could sign it because I'm going to frame that shit. I love it. But before I go, the refs, it's soft. To me, you ain't even need a tech. Two grown men talking. They didn't fight. They didn't throw no fisticuffs. You bet you Flea. What the refs was supposed to do was back LeBron up. You coming into the coach's space. Let's not forget that. Ime Udoka didn't walk on the court in the middle of the court to you. You back LeBron up and you tell Ime Udoka that's enough. You don't have to give him no text and then you throw the guy out. So for me, it's another example of the league protecting LeBron James. That's what it is. And I'm over it. I ain't watch a Lakers game probably in a week or two. I'm over the Lakers. I'm over LeBron James because with him, he can't do no wrong. And I'm over it. But big shout out Ime Udoka.
Flea, you got to come on, Flea. This is you. How do you disagree with this?
Nah, I'm actually as much as y'all think I'm like this LeBron apologist all the time. I just like to keep balance when we do these things. But for this one, I'm with two. I'm with two on this one. I don't my bigger issue is with the referees. That's my biggest issue. It's not really with the exchange and whatever happens between Braun and Ime Udoka. We got to remember that LeBron has played so long in the NBA that competitors have now become guys that are on the bench leading teams, right? How many guys on the bench has LeBron competed against? Tyrone Lue, Darvin Ham, his current coach, he's competed against. He's obviously competed against Ime Udoka as well. So these coaches don't really look at him like, okay, he's an opposing player. A lot of these coaches still have some of that competitive shit with them when they're looking at LeBron James. So sometimes that could probably get a little out of hand. But in terms of, them chirping back and forth, I love it. I like the competitive nature of it. I like Ime not letting him off the hook, meaning empower your guys. You got a young team. You added some veteran presence on that team. Your guys have been playing really good basketball this year. Why not put, why not show them like, oh, okay, our coach got our back, right? They always think, Dylan Brooks is going at it with LeBron James by himself and stuff like that. Nah, he got back from Ime. Ime is with him, and he shows some support with that. So I'm on the side of Udoka in this one. I know that's surprising for the panel, and y'all always feel like I'm a LeBron James apologist. And that's fair. I could take that. But, with this one, I'm definitely with Udoka. I don't think he should have been ejected from the game. If the transcript is right from what they did say, I think that is small thing. That's a small thing in terms of, what guys are saying in each other's face. So we got to start taking a look at the refereeing. The NBA really got to take a look at how much control they're allowing these guys to have over basketball games. And yeah, shout out. I'll follow up with what OG said. Shout out to Ime Udoka supporting his team, because that's really what it's about. Maybe there's a little personal thing, but it's really about letting the Rockets know, like, yo, look, I'm the head coach. I got y'all back. Respectfully, fuck this dude. Just go at him. So that's my stance on it.
Don, what you think? Anything differently, or what do you think about the Ime LeBron confrontation?
This may be the first time that like nobody's pushing back. I mean, I'm not taking anyone's side. I think it's, as Flea said, it's just basketball. Like, I hate that it's an ejection. Like, I already, don't get me started with the NBA and the softness of technicals. Like, I'll go on for days. But the point is, I just respect Ime a lot. Like, obviously, we don't know all the details of what happened in Boston, but what he's done with this Houston team, he's such a no nonsense coach, and like clearly he knows what he's doing. And the thing about Ime is, I love that he just said like, "What you gonna do about it?" Like, because Ime is crazy. Like, I don't remember if you guys are. I don't know if you guys remember that story about how he like was taking dudes out on the Algerian team when he was part of Nigeria's national team. He was like just whooping dudes' asses. So not saying you would beat LeBron in a fight or anything, but I'm just saying he's crazy enough to fight to me.
Yeah.
Not as a coach of the NBA, but like he's with the shits. That in my opinion, like that.
Don, when you could say what he said so subtly with no facial expression at all, you gotta watch out for them type of dudes, bro. Like,
I know,
you gotta watch out for those type of dudes.
Hey, no disrespect to Algeria at all in the comment section. The fact that we have Algerians listening to this show is amazing. I love Riyad Mahrez, bro. Amazing player. You guys won the African Cup in 2017. I watched it, loved it. But I'm just saying he beat him up. What am I supposed to say? I'm just reporting the facts.
This is what it is.
Listen, man, before you go, Fabe, like I said, y'all all make great points. I look at it from a whole different aspect. Udoka has a young team, and LeBron being an elder statesman, 21 years, some people have him GOAT. And it's like, yo, bruh, conduct yourself in a different manner, man. Like I said, bruh, stop bitching. You supposed to be the GOAT. Like,
yeah, you know what he does though. Like that's part of why people get annoyed with him, and that's rightfully so. He complains, but the thing I'll give this. Let me be a little devil's advocate. Since he came to the Lakers, he has not gotten the LeBron whistle of the past. He gets slapped a lot going up and doesn't get any calls anymore, which is wild to say that. But I think he doesn't until I'm gonna say this until the crying in Boston. Then they got a pretty good whistle. But I think Reeves gets a better whistle than him.
I mean, thinking back on that, like, I need to let Fabian give his perspective. I did that on purpose. I need to let Fabian give his perspective. But that was nasty thinking back on that. He was jumping up and down, like going crazy. That was insane.
Dude, kids in my rec league don't even go that crazy.
Bro, that was insane. Just thinking back on that. That was insane. Yeah. What you got for us, Fabe?
No, I think even that moment, because then people bring up the Jordan thing. They'll bring up like a side by side. Look what Jordan did back then. It's like, it just doesn't look the same. Like, you can tell his facial expression is just like, he just looks soft, bro. There's no, and that's my point. That's what the question I did want to ask you. But you surprised the hell out of me, Flea. Because my question is, think of all your favorite players, your top 20 players, just your top 20 players out of all of them. Which one do we ever call soft? Which one do we ever call a bitch?
Well, are we
like? Think about all of them. The only one I could think of.
There's definitely got to be some writers that used to call Wilt soft.
No. I'm talking about consistently. You would never say that about Kobe Bryant. You would never say
guys
that about
that did. Hold on, because that's what I'm gonna get at. Like, there's guys that I'm not gonna agree with. That
yeah, I actually disagree too. There's no way people didn't call Magic Johnson soft. There's no way.
No, wait. This is wait. I'm talking about LeBron's about to be 40 years old.
It's about your
I don't recall. Yeah, Kobe Bryant at 38 years old was not by far. Kenya Martin's on there talking about, yo, he might fight you. There was a different right, but that's my point.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
But there's other guys that are not like
okay.
That.
I thought you were talking about throughout their career. Have they ever been tested? No, you're talking about
no.
At the age that he's at. You know, there's usually nothing but respect given for those type of players at this stage. Why? Yeah, I agree. Okay,
not just thrown out there by an opposing player. This is a former teammates. This is former opposing players. Now it's a head coach in live television, because Mike Malone has been saying that for some time now. The difference between Mike and LeBron is XYZ, and the Mike comparison is going to come up, but the only one I could think of though was Dirk. For a long time, he was soft like that, and they would consider him that. They wouldn't throw it out there as flagrantly. But this is like year 21. They're still calling you that, LeBron. There's a reason for that.
Are you talking about soft or the B word? I mean, like, what are we talking about here?
You would never dare talk to
soft since the moment he's coming to the league.
But they're not calling him that now. They don't call him the soft. They don't call him the B word. That's just disrespectful. Like, what are you gonna do? They don't respect him like that, and that's what I mean.
I don't think any opponents try Steph in terms of he ain't like that. I don't think so.
There's not much to hate about the guy, in my opinion, at least.
But fellas, you know what? I think it's two sides of the coin, right? And I'm gonna go the other side. I think y'all missing something. I think Udoka don't like him. Just his whole, how sometimes you can look at somebody's facial expression and their mannerisms.
Oh, of course.
It's and that's my problem with the world in just sports. It's not a crime if you don't like a player. And it just seems like it's a crime when someone doesn't like LeBron James. Once again, this has nothing to do with his basketball skill. Yes, he's one of the GOATs. Yes, he's one of the greatest. But the things that he does, it seems like it's invisible. Bro, we watched the game. Go ahead, Fleet. Go ahead.
No, I would just no. I want you to finish so that I could respond to that the right way.
Okay, yeah, I'll be. So my thing is, I think what Udoka did, I think a lot of people want to do. They just scared of the backlash. Like, bro, the things. If I'm a player or a coach on the opposing team, some of the things that LeBron does, like he'd get the end when to do all this, and y'all will be down 20. Like the things he does, and once again, you see how you laugh, Lee?
That shit is terrible when he does that type of stuff
No,
when they're down double digits. I'd be losing it.
Now, why? Let me give you an example. We all watch the game. He taunts a lot, whether he's on the court or sitting on the bench, right? But when Cameron Payne did a little bit of taunting, which I don't even think it was towards LeBron James. Do y'all remember what LeBron James said to him?
Yeah.
So you get what I'm saying?
I remember they had a little exchanging of words, but
Braun was on the bench and Cam was actually in the game. And so Braun is talking to him from the bench. And he's basically telling him, like, calm down. Because, last year y'all was at home. We
right.
I sent home. But
they were humble yourself.
It was like the Suns were having success at that moment. And the Lakers were getting their ass kicked. And he was trying to remind Cam Payne, like, look, you was just home last year. But in that moment, Cam is winning. They're in a position. So
thank you, Flea.
It is what it is.
What does LeBron James do when he wins? Lord have mercy. I've seen him on the sideline with other players literally dancing, having battles, joking, laughing, water bottle challenges. So it's like, yo, man, you got to be able to take it, pause, and dish it at the same time. And it's like I said with him, I just think what Udoka did, I think a lot of players and a lot of coaches feel like that, but they're scared because, like I said, it's LeBron James. And like I said, I think people looking at it the wrong way. I really think Udoka had that look. I know that look. Like, yo, bro, you get on my nerves. Real talk. You get on my nerves. And sometimes it's like somebody got to say something. Nigga, stop acting like a bee.
Is it get on my nerves? You still so damn good, or you get on my nerves? I'm asking.
No.
Because the other night,
that's legit.
Against Houston, he looked good. It's not like he played like shit.
You know what I think? You know what I think? I don't think it's more so you're so good. I think it's more so y'all a better team than us. Y'all winning. What are you complaining to the refs for? Mm-hmm. And once again, you're supposed to be the GOAT. And let's not forget, you staring down my players. You wild disrespectful. Somebody got to step up for the players. Remember, if the players do it, you don't remember. That's what's good about great coaches. They will sacrifice themselves to get kicked out of a game instead of letting the player get kicked out of the game. So I think Flea, he was sticking up for his players because look what LeBron was doing.
Yeah, I did.
And it's like, and nobody sees that. They only see the reaction to LeBron. They don't see the shit he do. Go ahead, Fabian.
No, because I wanted to just Nainoa T. Hopefully I said your name correctly. We want to go to the comments later, but I like this. But if someone does it only when they're up, they get called a front runner and make it make sense. I like how Don responded. Like, that's not confidence. That's looking like a clown. That's exactly what the problem is.
I'm just saying, if you better win the game though. If you're going to shrug down 20, you better win it. Then you can go back and say, "Oh, that's confidence for sure." It's not. They lose. Like, so like, don't give me that. Like,
we know you're stronger than half the defenders in the league. Like, we know that. Right? We know that. We know that you're stronger than half the guys that are defending you one-on-one. We know that, but win games. The Lakers need to be focused on winning games.
He'd do that, right? Cool. I have no problem with that. But then if somebody get an and one on him and maybe give him a light stare down the door, a little something, he'd get him the face as if they don't supposed to do that. I've seen this numerous times with him.
Jason Tatum dunked on him as a rookie in, I think it was the Eastern Conference Finals, I want to say. and it was like, one of those plays where it's like, y'all remember the dunk. So it's like one of those plays that kind of put the league on notice, like, yo, I'm here now. I'm a rookie, but I'm here now. And I remember how excited Jason Tatum was. He dunked on him. He stared at him. Now, don't get me wrong. From that point on, things changed because LeBron went berserk. But just having guys want to compete against him is good for the league, in my opinion. These young guys that want to go at him. Yes, there is reverence. You'll ask a lot of these young guys, and most of them have LeBron as their GOAT. But to have him as their GOAT and still get on the court and go at his head, that's basketball. That's what we like. That's what we sit around and watch and want to talk about.
I think there's a lot of what all balls said in the league. Like, there's a lot of guys within the league, players and coaches, that don't, as you said, they have reverence for him, but they don't fuck with him like that. Like, they think everything all ball said about he gets a pass, he's overrated, this and that. A lot of them think that, because you got to think, right? The generation that grew up now that's coming in the league are either my age or like a little, now they're younger than me. Mm-hmm. And you know that, Steph Curry, Kobe Bryant, and LeBron, and you can even say KD, are the four players that were marketed and the most popular of my lifetime. Like, actually not my lifetime, of my time watching basketball, like the last 20 years. So there's a lot of stands, man. Like, there really are, that are in the league, like Jason Tatum for Kobe. So I guarantee you he probably was having those arguments as a kid in Missouri about Kobe and Bron at that time. Mm-hmm. Like, there's a lot. SGA even said he thinks Kobe is the greatest player of all time. Booker's the same. There's a lot.
You heard what Trevor Ariza just said.
Thomas. Heard what y'all heard what my son Trev just said. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, Scotty Barnes said the same thing. I don't know if he said Kobe's the GOAT, but he says I'm more of a Kobe guy. So, like, the media is to really blame with that, because Kobe and LeBron were boys, but they're also so opposite of each other as players, as personalities.
Completely.
But the media really compared them so much that it made people just dislike LeBron because they're on Kobe's side and vice versa. And I'm not saying these players dislike him, but, there's still those kids on the inside, and I think they may not fuck with him that much. Simple as. So that's all I got to say on that.
And he's not the only one. Like, Dom knows me. That's why I didn't like Devin Booker for a long time, until last year in the playoffs, and he just showed this level of, like, what LeBron did after he got spanked by the Mavericks. He came out and was like, oh, okay, if you're a fan, you can deal with the front running if you show up and be that superhuman dude, that superhuman version of yourself. So that's the upside to it. But there is, me and Dom always talk about this, there is something to, damn, I hate rooting for this dude on the low, because I hate seeing that, because you could tell it's like, it's insecurity. There's no reason for Devin Booker to this day. He did the same thing against the San Antonio Spurs, and they got smacked. Like, San Antonio beat him back-to-back games. It was bad. And he was doing the same thing, that fake bravado. Bro, just play ball. You should not be talking. Paul George, Devin Booker, LeBron James should never talk ever before a game. Just play. And shout out to Paul George. He had that game win a few times, dropped over there. Speaking of which.
Yeah, Paul George, also another Kobe fan growing up.
A lot of these guys.
Well, before we switch the topics, I just want to say what Fleet said earlier. Well, we all made great points, but to me, that's part of the game. And by them, like, taking that out of the game, they stealing the joy, the competitiveness. They stealing a lot of the game from us true fans, man. Like, it's getting bad. It's getting bad. It's getting bad.
Yo, I agree with you, OG. For real.
Yo, we triggered the Laker fans so hard in these comments. It's hilarious, bro. These guys are fucking flipping right now. Oh, LeBron crying like that. Get it from him, don't you? Your role model. I'm just kidding. Not really.
I mean, that's fine. We didn't. But see, with this is not basketball talk, right? This is basketball talk, but we're not talking about anything on the floor. We're talking about something that has an effect off the floor, and how players and coaches embrace this dude. Right. So all of this really is opinion, speculation, and we could do our thing. So y'all triggered. We haven't even seen the comments yet. I haven't seen them, but I do see there's a lot. God damn. This is just where we stand. This is just how it looks. This is how the dude comes off. This is not, and if you are in the comments and you're not familiar, I'm the guy that will apologize for LeBron regularly. My brother's on the screen pisses them off regularly, but I will be that guy. Tonight, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm good.
Indefensible. You wanted to say something more, ball, before we switch gears?
No. Come, I'm ready for the next topic. Like I said, like I said, big shout out to Udoka for being a man's man and basically standing up for his team. Like I said, I think he took one for the team, even though they wasn't going to win that game. But it was like, let me, you know what I mean? Because if my players do it, they're going to get ejected. So big shout out to him for, being a man.
After that, I seen Jabari Smith sitting in the chair, just really getting after it to defend LeBron. He stripped him a couple times. Like, they didn't win the game, but you could see the level of intensity start to go up as they're like, okay, our coach got our back, right? Okay, let me lock in.
And let's not forget this. That press conference, Ime basically said the Lakers are soft. What are we doing playing this way? We're succumbing to the soft team. So that was really Ime's point at the end. Yeah, he got his team fired up and everything, but he looked at his team like, yo, y'all are playing like garbage. Because the Rockets are 8-1 on the road, not at home. The Houston Rockets are 8-1. They can't
win a game on the road.
On the road, they're 8-1 at home though. So I think the only loss is against the Lakers, and they're 0-8 on the road. So he's looking for a way to motivate them, and he's doing that job regardless of the fact. So, but speaking of which, we were talking about this earlier. Who do we think is the best team on the road, regardless if they're on the road or at home right now? Who are our top 5 teams in the NBA at this point?
Wow.
I think Dom Dropper should go first because he's such an eloquent.
This is going to get tricky.
Should I? Yes, Don. You should. Unless you're not ready. Wow. You just go to Flea.
Yeah, let's go to Flea first. But you don't want to read the comments first? Because these comments are not going to make sense. These comments are not going to make sense when we start actually talking about it. Let's get these triggered boys some shine.
Go ahead, Don. Do your thing.
Here we go.
Corey Thompson. I know folks are Clipper fan, but why the name calling for LeBron? Actually, I had nothing to do with the title or the topic on this one. I didn't even know we were going to talk about this. This is all Fabian. So, and these are Knicks fans.
Don't blame me. You're going to blame the editor.
Talk about sliding him under the
Lord have mercy.
Wow.
I agree.
It's the ghost producer.
No, I don't know.
God damn.
I wouldn't do that. I have to be careful on these platforms.
Yo, dog just do that shit. He just jumped your ass under that shit.
LeBron has done so much service in helping the NBA become a billionaire business. Folks complain about LeBron, but those same folks cannot compare to LeBron in any way. I mean, yeah, absolutely. I definitely.
That don't have nothing to do with what we
say.
Yeah,
we're not going to make as much money as him. Like, I mean, do we care? Like, what is this? What is your point?
You're insecure. You see what I be saying, though?
But
they're weird. They're weird.
Everything he said is facts, but that doesn't mean anything for what we're talking about right now.
That has nothing to do with right now.
Oh, hold on. Oh, it's a fact. I don't like him.
Yeah, we know that.
But the one thing with me, I don't hide from who I am, but I'm always fair. I'm always fair. Come on now.
You don't give him that much credit though when he does good things. I feel like though that's the only thing. I at least give him credit.
That's my only issue with OG.
You don't give him any credit when he actually does something good.
When he does,
he's playing really, really well right now. Like what he's doing is insane. I mean, he just doesn't get older. Like he does, but he doesn't. You know.
Look, I'm not saying nothing.
Okay, let's keep going. Saeed, what's up? Saeed said, "Don't agree for picking his battles." Went at Steph, Gilbert, Dirk, even though he didn't get the last laugh, and others. And I said he totally does pick his battles. But LeBron's not a Kobe used to say it about him. He said he doesn't like to. To me, Wilt and LeBron are in the same boat where they talk when people talk to them. They're not out there talking shit. That's just not their personality. From everything I've heard from players, I've never played against him, but that's what Kobe used to say. He doesn't talk at all. But I know if you, I remember Garnett said if you talk shit to him, though, he will talk back. So, and I think angry LeBron is really good. Actually, I think when he's fired up, he actually does start playing better. So, well, you don't agree, Flea?
I read a piece that Bill Simmons just wrote the other day, and it was masterfully wrote. Like it was just like some of the best writing I've seen in a while, and just depicting that Game 6, 2012, when he went for 45 against Boston. Like just the way he wrote that article, that shit puts you right back there. I don't know if y'all remember that night. That shit was
that was the night that LeBron became.
Yeah, like that shit was legendary. Like
that was turning point of his
legendary.
Career.
That
he definitely got a lot of legendary moments. Can't take that away from him at all.
I remember I was LeBron. He was my favorite player growing up. So when he I thought they were done after they lost that game 5 to Boston. And when he did that, I was like, okay, he's winning it this year. Like I couldn't believe he played like that. I was like, all right,
I thought they
he's
were
gotten
done.
over it.
I thought they was done. And at that time, I was extremely critical. They hadn't won a championship yet.
Yeah.
I still, like I told y'all last week, I was the guy that said LeBron James won't win a championship till he's 35 and a role player. And that was making me right at that point. I was like, and that night I was like, okay, yeah, I got to walk that back.
I was like these guys making a bunch of excuses.
Anyway, I don't think he's walking it back. I think we hadn't seen LeBron because for me personally, I was a big LeBron fan once he got to the league. But I saw against San Antonio, I didn't give him an excuse. I saw someone who was scared. Forget about, they threw a zone, boxing one. Listen, I don't care about none of that. He just looked terrified to me, and he always looked terrified. And when he was an underdog, he played okay. He was okay with just the pressure off of him. But when the pressure was on,
he was fantastic. What are you talking about?
Yeah, he looked amazing. He looked like a god. But then when the pressure was on, it was like, okay, when he's expected to win, it would show up again. I'm just like, I don't like that. I don't like that. He wasn't playing. He would he wouldn't play to expectations. So that Boston game was like Bill Simmons said, his whole career was on the line. Mm-hmm. It was like Jordan, Kobe might have gone through that after the Shaq thing. Like some of these guys might have gone through that, but not like LeBron.
No,
that was major.
Because Kobe still had won 3 championships. You know what I mean? Like this was a huge deal. If LeBron made this move, had he lost those first 2 years, I don't know what the conversation would have been. So bad.
Y'all think 2 is nuts now?
Shit. Right, but I still think Kobe is the guy responsible for trading that whole era away. They've made him the poster boy about that. He became a villain. So all I'm saying is that he was the closest thing to feeling that much pressure. LeBron it was that much more pressure, and he answered it. And he just had to calm down, fake read a book and on the court. He was doing all type of stuff that was crazy, but that was a magical game, man. That was amazing.
That was
probably his all-time. To me, maybe his all-time best.
Yeah, that was a moment right there.
100%
with all ball. 100% with all ball.
Hey, Flea, you see how he just skipped right over that real quick though, right?
No. It's because I went out of order. In my opinion, that's nothing if refs didn't intervene. That's some of the Ime exchange. Eric says 100% with all ball.
EV, shout out to EV.
He did pick his battle with Dylan, or Dylan came at him first. Dylan definitely came at him first. You called him old.
Right, but why are you giving into that? Is the point? He should be embarrassed.
LeBron won though. What are we gonna? I'm not tripping on that. He won. He owned him.
But he owns him in general. But he's not supposed to be competitive.
I mess with that LeBron mess. I like when LeBron, Dylan Brooks talks back and then LeBron gets back at him.
We all know a guy like Dylan Brooks. If you're a LeBron James, how you respond to him is you give him 50.
Well, you ain't got to beating him in a series though, and just playing well. I mean, that's
but you ain't got to stare him down every play now. Like, come on, let's cut the joke. LeBron is doing a little bit too much. Stop.
No,
man.
See, now this is where I disagree with Allball, and I agree with the comments. So LeBron can't win in your eyes talking shit at all because he's ugly when he does it because his facial expressions. But come on, when he's actually whooping his ass, talk your shit. If he's talking shit back, talk your shit back.
But Dom, I think the bigger point for 2 is, yes, do that with Kevin Durant. Do that with Kobe Bryant. Do that with Carmelo Anthony. Do that with guys that
that can go back at you.
MJ and Starks didn't talk shit to each other though.
Huh?
MJ and Starks didn't talk shit to each other though.
And what MJ did to Starks?
Yeah, but
that's the point though. LeBron was killing Brooks.
Bro.
Yeah, that was more of like Starks was out of his league.
Thank you. Come on, man.
Dylan Brooks out of his league. What's the difference? It Starks a better player than Brooks too.
Yo, you don't remember Ruben Patterson calling himself the Kobe stopper?
Of course, I remember that.
We do.
He was never the Kobe stopper.
Kobe said, "Yo, all you had to do was tell me you wanted more money in the contract, bro. Like I would have been open to
this." He used to talk shit to everybody though. He used to talk shit to Raja Bell. He used to talk shit to Ron Artest.
Well, Raja Bell's a different. You heard what she said.
What did
you heard Rashid?
No, I didn't.
Rashid said they got Raja Bell bottom of the league.
That was a fact.
Yeah, because he used the way he guarded Kobe, and the league didn't want that. And it's that in the third. And back then, not that we have to give too much into it to get him out of the league is crazy. I don't know, but back then, there's a lot that Rasheed Wallace is like a prophet about, and he used to look like a crazy person back then. He would yell at the referees and stuff like that. And he's saying, "Yo, they got Raja Bell out of the league the way he defended Kobe. He would call 2,000 in the first quarter, stuff like that."
I'm not going to say it was how he defended Kobe. No. I just think it was a time and point where. I don't want us to get off topic, but if the league is going strictly offense, and you got a guy that ain't gonna let up. I don't think it was on Kobe because nobody can stop Kobe. I'm not. You know what I'm saying?
He used to do borderline dirty shit, but
being used to play against some of the dirtiest players in the NBA. Like these guys used to resort to bullshit just to stop.
And it was legal. They would let him get away with these things.
Jalen Rose was putting his foot under him.
And he admitted that was crazy.
Bruce Bowen used to do it all the time.
And B just played through it. He would just play through it.
Ray Allen wanted to stab Bruce Bowen.
No, Bruce Bowen always did it, but for someone to admit it, like Jalen Rose, that was crazy. That was crazy.
Top 5 teams in the league. What we got?
Oh, the crying hasn't started yet. Dude, this guy said Kareem, Michael, LeBron, and Steph are the greatest. Steph, whoa, are the best to ever live. They deserve some leeway. I'm putting a couple names there before I put Steph, but Steph is one of the best ever.
Leeway for what?
Yeah, I don't know. It's saving this for work. Much love in chat. Drop a like and subscribe. Appreciate you. It's Cypher.
Thank you.
Cypher.
Jesse, Ime spoke facts.
Jesse.
Corey Thompson. LeBrick deserves no leeway when it comes to being called out for flopping. He's been a shameless flopper since his Miami days. Nobody should be defending that.
Jesse is
hates LeBron more than all ball.
He's all balls internet brother, like internet twin.
Yeah, because the pop thing too. Declan says tech and ejection way overkill. Coach calling other players bitches seems weak though. Better way to call out the Lakers complaining. Outdated word too. Oh my god. And it seems like that is probably why LBJ got mad.
Well, like I said, all I'm saying is
Draymond Green called him that in the championship. Get out of here, man.
These guys competed against Bron. They don't really look at
he's
him.
Not just a coach. He played in the NBA.
Hey, Flea, before we go to the next topic, I just want to say this. I want us to one day when we get a chance, that Steph Curry thing, I just want y'all to think about this. We may have to start putting a little more respect on his name. In this aspect, well, me for sure, but in this aspect,
you for sure, yeah. Mr. Kevin Durant gave him 2 rings, and he didn't have anything to do with it.
That's a fact. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, the fact that you act like he didn't even win them is crazy.
That's a fact. That's a fact. I don't know where you try to go with that. You always trying to look. It never works. Without Kevin Durant, they won 4-1. Kevin Durant was clear-cut MVP. That's not even.
I'm just saying Steph was amazing.
With that being said, why do you think we should put more respect on his name, even you?
Because when I thought about it, what he did in Davidson, him coming to Golden State with the bad ankles and people almost giving up on him, and he stopped a couple people from getting rings. Chris Paul, James Harden, Russell Westbrook,
James Harden for sure,
and Kevin Durant had to go join him to get some rings. He beat LeBron 3 times in the chip. I'm just saying it's not far-fetched when we say he might be one of the greatest to ever do it. I'm not saying he's Michael Jordan.
He is one of the greatest. I just wouldn't have put him in that top 4 or 5 that he listed, but everything you just said is facts.
I don't have any problems with that.
No, it's facts, bro. Steph, we've all been saying this about Steph. All ball is the one that's harshest on him.
No.
I might not have him in my top 20. He might.
That's ridiculous to me. That's
not ridiculous. Next topic. We're not doing
it. Yeah, we're gonna go there.
Yeah. Lord have mercy.
LeBron wouldn't last. I don't like when we do this. LeBron would last. These great players would last at any time. Put respect on my country, Algeria, man. That's when I spoke up about
Shout out to Algeria, definitely. My brother.
Ime didn't lie. LeBron is known for being a B. We never heard a team crying in the league about fouls. LA cry. We definitely have heard a team crying in the league about fouls, but
plenty.
LA crybabies. Flea is right. Ime gives 0 fucks. Yes. Went through a war with the French colonization. We hard-nosed people. Riyadh, my goat. Shout out Dime. See? Exactly.
That's from the FIBA, from the World Cup.
Yeah, he's a really good player. He's had a great career, that guy. A soccer player. Some people have him goat. Corrections. Idiots have him goat. Oh, my God. Talk about how all the non-calls are negated by all the offensive fouls he gets away with, Dime. He gets away with some offensive fouls for sure. Giannis gets away with more, though, to me. I'm hearing a lot of that noise coming from Fabian?
We'll get to that in a second.
Okay. I'm hearing a lot of that noise coming from Denver this year for Jokic also. Okay, interesting. I love this guy, bro. He's in my Daniel Barry. Shout out Daniel Barry. I love this guy.
Shout out Daniel Barry, man.
I love this guy. He's always in my vlogs at the games. He hates LeBron so much. Soft, so fake. LOL, act tough, but falls like a chair.
Ochoa. Is he it's a Dominicano out there in LA?
He might be Mexicano, I think. Okay. Gabriel Onimus says Kobe is the best. Jordan was a man's man. LeBrick has the psychological profile of a spoiled teenage girl. Comparison is heinous. This guy, every week, he just comes with it. Kevin Garnett says that B word too in games. Yeah, damn right he did. He threw a lot. People were throwing punches at MJ. Some people crazy. Correct, all ball. A lot of people have blinders on to all the egregiously feminine shit LeBrick does. I have to look at his stand boy sideways relating to that behavior as a man.
Yo, Jesse. Yeah, Jesse. Yo,
Big shout Jesse.
Yeah, that got
Jesse.
me and Jesse against the world, baby. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, here's the Niona T that we already responded to. Jesse said, here's the difference. When LeBrick is flexing after trucking a 6'1" point guard for a layup while down 20, he's just doing it because he added to his stats. He's all about him. No matter what Udoka says, LeBron is not going to change. That's facts. LeBrick, LMAO, you're pushing 50, buddy. Time to grow up. Oh, my God.
Yeah,
hey, man,
let's get to this next topic, man.
I hear you. Wait, no, I hear you. Bron doesn't, though. Why don't you call him a bitch in a dark alley? Are you talking to us or are you talking to Ime? So defensive. Jordan Smith. So what Brooks is doing to LeBron ain't disrespectful? Give me a break. Y'all always have something to pick with him. He can't do anything to please y'all. What y'all wanted to – that's just not true, though. Flea has stood up for him many times. I've stood up for him here and there.
That's all I do is try to create the balance. But tonight, we're not doing that. He did some weird shit. Like, we're going to call it.
LeBron isn't capable of change. He's afflicted with such these words you're using, malignant narcissism. It's not possible for any self-reflection to take place to incite change. Ace Boogie said Jesse will say the NBA is rigged for LeBron, but still watch. Yo, Four Horsemen, sportsman. I can't remember LBJ ever getting ejected, yet he complains more than anyone besides possibly Draymond. No, Luka's complaining is off the charts.
Yeah,
it's actually out of control.
That's a real good question.
I think LeBron's good at keeping his cool, though, bro. To be honest, for the most part,
21 years, we've never seen him get thrown out of a game. Like I can't even recall it.
He does a great job of treading that line, man. Dude, LeBron. One thing I'll give him, he has really learned over these 21 years, just how to say what people want to hear. Like he's become so media trained to me.
I just watched Tatum get thrown out the game the other night. Like we've never seen Bron get thrown out of a game.
The league ain't got the balls to do that.
I don't think he deserves it. He doesn't cross the line. He's smart about realizing how much it means for his team.
Dime. For 21 years, there's never been an opportunity to throw him out of the game.
You're probably right.
That's a long
Point is, there's no problem with that because that's him. He's not my GOAT, but LeBron is LeBron. There's no need to change his personality because he's successful. That's fact. Not even close to 50, and that's rich. You're telling me to grow up when you're defending LeBrick, who's almost 40, and behaves like a 16-year-old. Let this be Jordan, Kobe, or like KG, and y'all will say Mamba mentality. I hate when you guys do this. I think they're just different people with different mindsets about how they go about things. LeBron, Jordan, and Kobe. They're just different. That's okay. Doesn't mean that they're better than him at basketball. You can think LeBron's better than him, and that's fine. LeBron is better than 99 point. That's a fact, too. Why do you guys say these things if we don't agree?
What we not about to do is talk about LeBron.
Well, that's a great segue. Let's see if he's in anybody's top 5 right now, if he's better than 99.9% of the players today.
Right.
Start a garden or something, you bum. Okay.
Let's get to that if we want to go to that
There's
first
so much
top
more crying.
5.
By the way, shout out Turbo in the chat. And
Turbo.
Nick Pillow.
Big shout out Turbo. Nick Pillow in the building.
And what's his name? Oh, look, Ace Boogie said, I bet a ball in 2010 was wanting LeBron to join the Knicks. Of course he probably was. Who wouldn't want LeBron on their team at that time?
Look at my face.
You
don't know me then.
You didn't want him?
That might explain some things. You know, OG might have wanted him in 2010. Don't even look at me with that. Don't even look at me and say you wouldn't have taken LeBron James in 2010 as a Knick.
Pause.
I don't even want to play that game with you.
There's so many more shit talking comments. Are we just gonna skip them?
We'll get to that in a second. What do we want to get to? Because it's not stopping. Do you want to get to top 5 players?
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's get to it. Yeah,
so
dumping all the smoke.
Because this guy said 99.9% of the players LeBron is better than right now. That's a lie. Who do we have as our top 5 right now? And I'll do power rankings, like most valuable. Who do we have?
Didn't LeBron get ejected for Isaiah Stewart, by the way? My bad. There's a comment there. Didn't he get ejected for that?
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I don't even care.
Maybe the only time. Continue though. My bad.
He didn't get ejected. They snuck him out the building because young boy was on his ass. Pause. That's why he got out.
Maybe that.
He wants no part to him. So what? So Flea started off. We got as the top 5 players in the league right now. In any way, if you say most valuable, most skilled, like break that down because you know how that conversation goes. Who are your top 5 players in the league?
Put me on the spot. You want me to jump it off? Pause. Okay. Joker, Giannis, and Embiid are definitely playing at supreme levels right now. Like elite levels. All three of those guys are playing great basketball, and it's showing because their team, they're winning games. They're playing well. After that though, for me, it's hard to like just go just top 5. So, we'll go top 5, 8-ish type of thing. But top players after that, SGA is playing on an elite level. Anthony Edwards is playing on an elite level. Steph Curry is still playing on an elite level. That's 6 guys I've named already. Aside from that, Tatum has been really good. Luka Doncic. Luka might have to jump up a couple spots, to be honest. Luka might have to be a top 5 player. He is a top 5 player. Let me say that. Luka has to be in the top 5. So those guys right there for me are making the biggest impacts on their ball clubs. And I'll probably give some love to De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox is playing some really, really good basketball.
So let me throw a fastball and you can lead it off all ball. Like, do any of us not have Joker, Giannis, and Embiid as top 3 right now?
I don't have Giannis.
Okay.
I have Joker. I have Embiid.
LeBron needs to be in there as well.
Not top 5. I'm sorry.
Not top 5, but then in the top 10 to 15 range.
I mean, to be honest, I disagree. We could have that talk probably in a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Too many games when he has 16, 17. And once again with him, when it's good teams, he's half-assed. When it's bad, and I said this before the season started, I said, I guarantee you, watch what happens with the Lakers when they beat bad teams and he goes off, everybody's going to go crazy. But when they lose the good teams and he's subpar and he's giving you 16, 17, 18, it's going to be crickets. So for me, but let me, I'm going Joker. I'm going Embiid. I'm going Luka. Because what Luka's doing with them numbers, and let's be realistic, that is not a good team. It's a toss-up with me. I'm gonna give 2 players for my 4th slot. And it's 2 players that I kind of shitted on lightly. SGA and Ant-Man. SGA with that young team. Ant-Man with the record they have, they beating good teams. And like I said, them dudes is looking like they're ready to take that leadership on and get their team to the playoffs. And you know who I'm going to get for my 5th? Jalen Brunson. And let me explain why. He's not. No. I'm being for real. This is not because I'm a diehard Knicks fan. Sometimes we got to give props to guys that deserve it. Like I said, Giannis got Dame Lillard in them over there. Look what Embiid is doing with Harden gone. The Joker is just a Joker. You can't deny him. And I like to just give some new guys a slot. What Brunson is doing in New York, people still don't believe.
Can I tell you what? Can I jump in here real quick and just
yes, go ahead.
Say something about our Knicks just for a second. We ain't got to stay here, but I just took a second to just look at our record, who we've played, what we got going on. Now, again, you got to play who's in front of you. But I'm going to tell you this. The next 2 weeks to a month is a gauntlet for the New York Knicks. It's going to be a gauntlet for the next 15 games. But for the first 20 games, the 3 best wins we have are against Cleveland, Miami, and we beat Toronto the other night. Toronto was actually one of the better wins for us. But everybody else that we've played, OG, have been subpar to not very good teams. So
all right,
it's hard for me to gauge. Brunson's playing lights out. I'm not taking that from him.
See, but that's my point for you. Let's stick to right now.
Okay.
I'm just saying, if there's any other player that averaged 25, Brunson is averaging 25. He's a 6-foot point guard. If we want to be realistic, that Knicks roster is not good. Like, let's be realistic.
Not good?
I'm that. Remember, you know how I feel. I'm happy Barrett has stepped up. I'm happy Randall has the ball out of his hands. But let's be realistic. All them other guys, they go anywhere else. They coming off the bench. I'm saying what Brunson is doing, I gotta put him in there. I'm sorry, because anybody else we put in there, what are they averaging? If they averaging 30 plus, then I give it to you. But Brunson is averaging 25.
Yeah, you're right. There's just I don't know. And is it my turn now?
No,
keep
hold on.
going.
Go ahead,
Before you
Dom.
go down, and I'm just saying,
Nah.
let's just say someone, and I'm gonna give it an example. There's no knock on nobody. Let's just say someone would say Kawhi Leonard is better than is top 5 and not Brunson right now. Cool. I'm not gonna argue that. But what if
You
Kawhi
should
Leonard
argue
is
that.
not?
But continue.
No. But what if Kawhi Leonard is not averaging 25? What if Kawhi Leonard is playing with 3 top 75 players or Hall of Fame players? Brunson ain't playing with none of that. Like a lot of these guys got second superstars, or they got better coaching, better players. I'm saying what Brunson is doing. I know people will laugh at me, but I'm putting him in that 5th slot. So for me, I'm going Embiid, Joker, Luka. I'm going SGA / Ant-Man. In my 5th, I'm giving it to Jalen Brunson.
That's 6 players, but okay. It's always finding a way to finesse.
Told y'all, look, told y'all every time.
You got
For
you
no
got you got
reason.
You know,
he got he
Dom
got
be on you. Pause. Dom be on
he
you.
got
Crazy.
he got 6 guys better than Giannis. That's the crazy part.
That is wild. I mean, I'm going with and by the way, I just want to say these are not my 5 best players in the NBA. That's a totally different conversation. This is just who's playing, how they're performing so far this
Right
season
now.
through 20 games.
Exactly.
Power rankings.
Yes.
Yeah,
Power
Yeah,
power
the quarter-
ranking.
this is
Exactly.
the
Like
quarter- this
MVP
the quarter
ladder.
mark. It's the
Yeah,
quarter
and it's
mark.
hard for me because I don't watch every single team every game. I'll tell you one thing though: the teams that I do watch every game, LA teams, neither of them. I think nobody on the team should be playing at a top 5. I think Anthony Davis, LeBron, and Paul George have all been fantastic. But my 5 are Jokic, who is to me just widening the gap as the best player in the world, like each week. It's just amazing what he can. No, you don't think so? You think Giannis is really come? I think Jokic is so good, man. I still think Giannis's offense is a little disgusting. I'm not gonna lie. It's
You gotta watch it. You gotta watch.
I'm watching all of Dame's minutes. Giannis is on the court. They stagger though, so sometimes I don't get to see all of Giannis. But it's still not Jokic. And it's that jump shot. I mean, I'm still living with that. Every time he takes that 3, I'm living with it. But I still have Giannis.
It's not fluid
At all. I have Giannis in my top 5 though. Jokic, Giannis, Embiid, who's just a king in the regular season, man. The guy is just in the regular season. That dude is amazing.
Yeah.
And then my 2 players here, I'm gonna give a shout out though because he's not gonna make my list. He just missed out, but the Ant-Man, he's been unbelievable this season. And then what's his name as well, Luka. The only reason I'm and Fox as well. The only reason I'm cutting Luka though, even though he's sick, I disagree with All Ball. I don't think they're a bad team anymore. I think we need to honestly. One thing All Ball is on the right side of for this particular season is people legitimately forgot how good Kyrie Irving is as a second option in the NBA. Like when he's locked in and he's like no bullshit off the court stuff, he's a beast, dude. Like he's insane. He can get any shot he wants. Like he can get any shot he wants off. You know, he's gonna have his off nights, and he's actually kind of locking in on defense and just playing the right way. And I've really enjoyed watching Kyrie Irving play this year for the Mavs. And I think that they improved their defense, but Luka's defense, the last couple of games that I've watched, atrocious. Like it's just I can't even. It's so ridiculous sometimes. So even though he's better than some of the 2 guys I'm about to name, I'm going with SGA because the Thunder are doing great and he's leading the ship. And Fabian's boy. He's also my favorite player in the draft class, but the fact that Indiana is number 1 is all because they spam Tyrese Halliburton, pick and pop, pick and roll all game. And he's been unbelievable countering everything that's been thrown at him in pick and roll. His assist numbers are out of this world. And he's pulling from 30 now. Like he's playing at such a high level to me. I'm going with Halliburton, but Anthony Edwards and Luka, you can take your pick with that.
I'm not mad at Halliburton.
Yeah, I actually like that. Like I said, I like that all of us is up here. Like I said, man, we not being stuck in, we not the old men on the porch. Like I said, man, we can't keep saying KD and man, these young
dudes
dudes
playing great though.
Even though he's playing
right.
level.
Yes.
Like,
but these young dudes is on their heels, man. And like y'all said, Fox, a lot of these dudes. But go ahead, Fabian. Sorry.
Nah, I mean, Dom stole my damn thunder, you bastard. Halliburton definitely cracked my top five.
Ooh.
The top three, because I think going back to your point, which how you originally started, Dom, is when you think of the best players and the most valuable players, we start thinking about like, why do you lose value if you're one of the best players? Like, when Karl Malone won in '98 or whatever it was, clearly he wasn't better than Mike. Nobody would take him over Mike, but was he more valuable? How did he gain more value? How did he become more valuable for the Jazz than Jordan did for the Bulls? And I think, even though I think that was a misnomer, because there ain't no way he was more valuable to the Jazz than Michael Jordan, he's now entered the conversation by playing that consistent. And I think Joker is that. He epitomizes that. And then you have Giannis for me. He wasn't in my initially, like last week, I wouldn't have had him in my top five because I didn't like the way he played. Or I didn't like the way he was playing. But now he's just consistently that mid-range or that low post range, like that 3 to 10 feet is crazy what Giannis is doing. He's starting to look, and I'm saying this over and over again, he's starting to look like more and more like LaMarcus Aldridge in that area. It's crazy the way he's getting the ball up. It's not as fluid yet, but it looks
That's high
to
praise. Holy shit.
Right, because it went from like 37% to 50%. Like it's crazy what he's doing. And it's not going to be there. I clowned him, Akeem Olajuwon, for joining him in the summertime. But what Giannis is doing offensively, remember, they stink on defense. They just made it to 20th. They're just starting to get better. Without him, they would be maybe a 500 team, maybe below that. I thought adding Dame Lillard would be this mega, and it isn't. Like Dame, they kill and everything, but they rely heavily on Giannis, I believe. The same way Denver relies heavily on Joker. And then what Embiid is doing in Philly, the way Nick Nurse, you talk about coaching mattering, the way Nick Nurse got them playing with the new we talk about all the time, please, dribble handoff, the motion offense. Embiid, instead of being his biggest problem is being in the post and try to kick it out of a double team. He's at the top of the key and just watching the whole court, and it gives him the advantage because now he can see easier. I don't have a double team to deal with. I'm just dumping the ball off or passing it off on a dribble handoff. It's just amazing what he's doing. He's killing. So I think those three are going to be obvious for everybody. And then the next two, I just have that range with just, I mentioned Halliburton at number 5 for me and Luka's number 4. But they're kind of interchangeable with Luka, Halliburton, Tatum, and Booker. Devin Booker does not get talked about enough. And I told you earlier,
missed too many games.
He did, but I'm talking about when he's on the court. They won 7 in a row when he came back.
Yeah,
Kevin Durant, for as good as he was, he didn't win 7 in a row. They didn't win 7 in a row. Devin Booker's out there.
He's playing without Devin Booker, though. Was it Devin Booker by himself, or was he playing with Kevin Durant?
There's a lot of games that Kevin Durant missed. So when Devin Booker's out there, like I said last year in the summertime, he's their best player. He might be the best combo guard in the league, true combo guard. Maybe next to Halliburton at this point. Halliburton got the edge over him, but he really engineers an offense and is a scorer. But he gets that ball out. He dumps the ball in the right places. He makes Kevin Durant's life easier when he's out there. And he did that in the playoffs when he was hurt. He's just amazing to watch.
I'm extremely impressed on how good Book looks facilitating, like getting everybody else involved, especially even when Kevin Durant's on the floor. Like him getting guys involved and still being able to get to his spots and get his shots when necessary. Oh, we need a bucket at this point in the game. Okay, I could go get a bucket. We don't have to even ever worry about if Devin Booker could go get a shot. But the fact that he gets Eric Gordon in a lot of good spots and he's successful. He's like empowering Josh Okogie. Josh Okogie gets a lot of open looks, and it's like, well, how's he getting open looks? But Book is getting him in spots that, he could be successful. So I really, really like. I thought that would be Brad Beal's role. Obviously, Brad's hasn't been on the floor, but Book has really just taken that role and ran with it. I like what I'm saying. From him.
I think Booker's improved his passing and playmaking and pick and roll every year since Monty came. Basically, every year he's become like a real star, and he just doesn't get enough credit for it. Yeah. I agree with Flea that I thought Beal would do more of it, but we haven't seen them play together yet. Still, all of them. But Booker's, I think, the best passer of those three. Like Booker has these nice left-handed passes where he throws it across his body, and I'm very impressed. He's been doing it for a couple of years now. As I said, I think Booker's been top 10 for like 3 years. People always push back on that. People really don't like him. I don't know why. They have there's a misconception though about 2 things about his game though, and for the last 4 years they have not been true. And I say Monty Williams because when he came is when I noticed it. People think Booker still doesn't play any defense. That's not true. He tries pretty hard and he's very decent in my opinion, very solid. Not necessarily great, but solid. not a liability by any means. And then he's a much better passer than people think he is, straight up. So yeah, you might be right. But yeah,
in that top 7 range. He's in that. Like, he's interchangeable at times. To look like damn near MVP, flirt with MVP. But Luka's just like you always say. I'm biased to the bigger players. Luka, Tatum, they're supposed to. And again, Halliburton needs to be talked about. No, you know how much of a fan I am of Halliburton. I didn't expect that. This is crazy. I love that he's getting to lead his own team and everything. But he got like, who does he really have as a second option? A second option. There is none. And they're the best offense in the league.
Right. It's not
Miles Turner.
Right. If you know, Took is really passionate about saying certain teams are not good, like that team isn't great. Like they don't have a great roster, but they're
not as bad as y'all make it out to be, though. I'm just saying.
But if you think about this too, look who they start. They start Halliburton, and then everybody else that they start on that team is slightly above average players in the NBA. Bruce Brown, he's a champion, but I'm talking about him as an individual player.
He's a good player, though.
He's a good player, but
any team would take him.
What I'm saying is he slightly above average? Yes or no?
No, he's more than above average.
I'm
not. Okay, hold on. To help Flea out. How far removed are these guys from just being role players?
No, they're all role players.
But he's one of the best role players.
Yeah, he's great.
Mathurin, Brown, Hield, Toppin, Turner.
Right.
I'm not naming guys that are like they go to certain teams and they absolutely have to start. You got to figure out what role they're going to play. All I'm saying is that what Halliburton has on the team presently constructed for that team to lead the NBA in points per game says a lot about Halliburton and him putting a lot of them guys in position. And, of course, the coaching with Carlisle. But it says more about Halliburton than it says about the guys that are on that team that, yeah, like you said, too, you put them anywhere else. And I don't know. Obi couldn't get off the floor. I mean, Obi couldn't stay on the floor as a Knick. Now, you know, Carlisle plays the kid. You know,
but Flea, I like the Halliburton. Like I said, kid is great. I agree with everything y'all saying. I just feel the team is not as bad. Yeah, it's not a good team, but the way people make it seem, Buddy Hield at one point is one of the best 3-point guys as far as we talk percentages and things of that nature. Miles Turner is a big man that can stretch the floor. That's really good. And then you bring in a Bruce Brown, who, let's not act like he's chopped liver. Even coming from Brooklyn, he was super tough. So I'm just saying he has some decent pieces to work with. So there should be no excuse. I don't want to hit. They should be pushing for a playoff spot, a playoff spot. I'm sorry. Yes,
I think we all had them. I think in the play, and I don't remember where you had them all ball, but I know the three of
playoff.
us.
No. I'm saying right now, the leap that Halliburton took, I didn't see this leap like this. So I'm saying now, if he can keep this up and you're a top 5 player, top 10 player in the league throughout the season, you should be 7th, 8th seed. I'm sorry.
But I don't know if I'll have Tyrese Halliburton as a top 10 player in the league at the end of the season. But you know what's interesting?
If he can keep this up,
yeah, why not?
Because you got to show it in the playoffs. He hasn't played a second of postseason basketball. These other guys have. So I'm always going to favor who I've seen in the high level situations against great competition when everything's on the line. And I know you agree with me on that.
No, that's fair because Sabonis is not. I don't know where he's at on my list in top 30. He's disrespect. He's disgusting.
Why you always
after
trying
that
to find a
playoff
way to
performance.
shoot at Sabonis? Sabonis
Because
be chilling in the cut.
He ruined my Sacramento Kings prediction. Fuck Sabonis.
But see, that's the thing, right? We've seen Sabonis get schemed by a championship level, like coaching staff and all this stuff. We've never seen Halliburton in that situation yet. Like we've seen Trae Young get clamped by the Heat. So I'm
sorry, cut you out. But I think with the Sabonis with Fabian, I think you're going a little too. Sabonis had a bad series. They still was Game 7, and it took Steph Curry to give them 50 to get. So he just had a bad series, man. He just missed a lot of shots.
The point is, to Dom's point is, we have to see the playoff pressure for him. I agree with him with Halliburton because Halliburton's my guy, and I'm saying that.
We're talking regular season though. We ain't talking to the playoffs yet.
Right.
Yeah,
that's
you're right then. You're right then, Ball. But I just think there are better teams in the East, personally. What's amazing?
Hold on. Name 7 teams better than the Pacers if Halliburton is this guy y'all talking about.
Oh, I mean, well, you've got the Boston Celtics, you've got the
Celtics.
Bucks, you've got the
There are not
Sixers,
7 teams that are better.
and you've got the who's the other team I'm forgetting? Bucks, Sixers. Oh yeah, I had the
Uh,
Cavs there. So Cavs,
Bucks,
Cavs are
Knicks,
not
Sixers,
better.
Celtics,
Knicks.
Cavs.
Yes, they are.
Knicks are
That-
better, in my
Okay, go
opinion.
ahead.
And
Some
then
people
we
may
have
say no.
Knicks
I
are
believe
better.
that.
Miami is better.
Miami's the team I'm forgetting. And then the
Miami's
I
tough.
think the Hawks and the Magic are better too.
Okay,
And I
okay,
think the
Indy?
Nets might be better.
okay.
Then Indy, shit. I would
Who?
have
The Magic are better than the Pacers.
because they defend.
Yeah,
That-
and I'm
yeah,
always gonna
that-
pick a team that plays defense that isn't that great offensively.
I'm gonna take Orlando, definitely.
And they have
Okay.
they just have more star power though. Like even though Paolo Banchero and Franz may not make it this year, they're gonna be stars within the next 3 years.
Yes.
I don't know if I can say that about anyone on the Pacers besides Halliburton, even though I like
and that was my
Mathurin.
and that was
Yeah.
my point, Dom, about the roster. I know two was trying to say that Indy has a fairly decent roster. I'm saying besides Halliburton, who on that team could remotely sniff an All-Star game? Who?
No one.
But this was a great point by
Hey, Miles.
It's maybe
Nah,
Miles, but
nah,
that's a
Noah.
good point. That's a good point.
Noah said that the Pacers scored 144 points against the Heat last game, and Halliburton didn't play. So that's that's to their. I don't know who played on
That's
the Miami
wild.
Heat.
Well, I just
That-
checked. Oh,
that's
it was
out of scoring.
Bam. Well, let's just make a statement about the Heat. Bam Adebayo and Caleb Martin out, and you guys are getting scored on like that. Holy shit, man! Like, because they were starting Duncan Robinson, Kyle Lowry. Still though, you're allowing 144 points without Halliburton as an NBA team that has championship aspirations. I think it's a little sus. I would be pissed if I was a Heat fan, but it shows you how much Bam Adebayo means. And he's having a great season too, by the way. I want to give a shout out.
Bam is
And-
playing very well.
Tough.
And we know how
Man,
Caleb,
crazy.
and we know how Caleb Martin is for that team. He does all the little things. He guards the best players and stuff.
I definitely owe Bam an apology for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
he's,
playing well. But by the way, the Miami Heat load manage so much, and they never get called out for it ever. They rest their players so much. It's
was
insane.
bad.
it goes
Nah, it's
extremely
bad.
under the radar.
Nah, this is
because you know
crazy.
why? Because in the playoffs they do these things.
No.
That.
You know what it is? I think. Look at all right. The players that they're low managing, no disrespect, but if any of us take our kids, nobody's ranting and raving to go see the Miami Heat players.
I guess so, but they're
was pissed-
losing games.
I was pissed off going to see Miami play Houston out here, and Jimmy didn't play.
Was
I
he
was
resting?
pissed. I was pissed
Yeah.
off too.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
let's be for real.
Yeah.
If
You know
I
what
go
I'm
to a Knicks game, if we go to a damn Knicks game and the Miami Heat are there and Jimmy Butler ain't playing or Bam ain't playing,
we'll
I'm
be
gonna
tight
pissed.
for sure. For
Yeah.
sure.
Even
I-
this
game-
year with the kid, that rookie kid, if he ain't playing, I'm gonna be mad. He's
game-
amazing.
The
I mean-
game at home, there was a game that Jimmy didn't play. We played against the Heat. He didn't play. He hasn't played a
agree.
few games this year.
Well,
Yeah,
no.
I
Did
agree
he?
with you.
Well, I will say this: he does rest and stuff, but right now he's hurt because he got hurt against the Knicks. Remember this game? He got hurt his ankle. So I don't want to make it seem any Heat fans listening that I'm calling him out for load managing in yesterday's game. I'm just saying the Heat in general load manage a
Hey.
ton, and no one says a word. Also,
Oh, yeah.
big shout out to UCLA legend who's shocking everybody right now, Jaime Jaquez, bro. He's
Jaquez.
hooping, and I'm so proud of him. So shout out
Big
to
shout
Jaime.
out.
So
yeah,
we could
all I got.
segue that to our top five teams in the league right now. Who do we have as top? I'll start it off because I got a list here. Top 5 teams right now for me, easily: Minnesota Timberwolves, Boston Celtics, Denver Nuggets, Philadelphia 76ers, and Oklahoma City Thunder. And I'll just say, sneaking in number 6, my Orlando Magic right now. These are the teams that nobody wants to see right now, night in, night out. They could possibly just get you up out of here at any given time, any given night.
Well, for me, I have the 76ers, I have the Boston Celtics, I have Minnesota because they at the top of the top. I have the Sacramento Kings, and at the number 5 slot, I gotta agree with you, Fabian. I have the Orlando Magic. I'm sorry, they have the record. They ran off 9 in a row.
Just lost though last night to the Nets.
Yeah, I know.
It was on a back-to-back. That was a bad loss. Mikal Bridges went off 34 points in the first half.
Great
But
player.
listen, let me tell you
26
something.
in the first quarter.
Let me tell you something real quick about the Magic. What they do, like the Celtics do not want to see him in the playoffs. They don't want to see him in the playoffs. They're going to be a bad
They'll
matchup.
sweep Orlando.
Who, the Celtics?
The Magic
Yeah.
match up well, Fabian, but they're not gonna beat them. I don't think.
They will
The
sweep
first time.
Orlando.
Listen. They will.
You kidding me?
They don't want to see them in any round. They're gonna go 7 games. It's gonna be a war with
I
them.
want to see the Heat. I'll tell you that.
There are
That's what I wanna see.
moments.
The Heat. No. Orlando does not want to see the Heat. The Heat's a matchup problem for them. Definitely.
Fabian, I think that they're a moment away from making some noise in the playoffs. Like they need to get into the playoffs and just smell the air. They haven't even smelled what
Totally
it
agree.
smells like.
What does that mean?
It means you feel what playoff basketball is like.
That means having Jamal Mosley having to game plan for 2 weeks on one team and figuring out how to stop Porzingis during the pick and pop, how to guard Jason Tatum, what we're going to do with Jaylen Brown, how do we defend and match up well with Drew Holiday, and I have to do this for the next 2 weeks. That is a challenge for a newer coach who has never been in the playoffs. What I'm saying is that Mazzulla has been in the championship, been in the finals as an assistant, then has led them back into the playoffs last year, right? So there's a level of experience that this Boston Celtics team just has. Plenty of guys have played in deep playoff runs. Orlando is not just going to come into Boston Garden and figure out how to win a playoff series. That's not right now. They just don't have it. They don't have the.
That doesn't mean they're going to beat them flat out, but all balls going 4-0 Magic.
I disagree with that because they propose matchup problems for sure.
They've been posing Magic. They just lost 4 in a row to the Magic, and you watch.
I know last year they struggled with them massively,
and it's a rookie Boncaro. So when you see it's your both of your top 2 stars are 6'10" and they're rotating, it's crazy. It's ridiculous. Jalen Suggs, it might be the new Drew Holiday. I hate to break this to y'all.
No, on defense, he low key has the potential to be. He's got a similar body type.
He's a monster.
He's finally showed up to the party. Jalen Suggs after a couple of years.
This season, he's a monster. Look, see all balls face. It's gonna change in 6 months.
No, you gotta watch him. You gotta watch his defense.
Stop telling me what I gotta watch. I be watching. Y'all be acting like I watch everything. I watch.
The key to the nighttime game.
I don't watch them. I watch it all. Y'all jumping out the window.
The Clippers are mid. But the key to the Magic.
No. What was that stray? I thought we were staying away from the Clippers today.
No. Because you always throw your strays. You gotta watch them all, boy. I watch them. Y'all sitting here telling me the Boston Celtics team in the last 4 years, who've been to finals, Western Conference Finals, Eastern Conference Finals, all of this, who can activate a Jason Tatum that can give you a 50 clip. Y'all telling me Orlando is gonna be a problem for them? Who ain't did jack shit yet? Come on, man, stop.
I'm not.
Stop.
I just said you're faced with Jalen Suggs. I'm saying Jalen Suggs doesn't deserve that.
He the new Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday got a ring. He's potentially the greatest right now in the league. The best two-way guard to play in the game right now. How are we even saying that?
Defense. Okay, I was saying defense only. Offense, he's not close to Drew Holiday, but defensively, he's been clamping all ball.
So you telling me, Suggs, we seen Drew Holiday clamp down guys like Dame and all that, going to make it tough for Curry. Y'all telling me Suggs is doing that already?
Of course.
Yes.
I'm saying that
no problem.
Suggs does have the potential to be a high-level defensive player in the league. He has the potential to do it. Now, I fully agree with you. You gotta stack years together. We've seen Drew Holiday do it for close to a decade now. So we know what Drew is. We're just saying that Suggs absolutely has the potential. What they have over there, Banchero is going to be a superstar in this league going forward. He just is. And all those pieces that they got, the Wagner brothers, they're really good. Me personally, I feel like they're going to have to figure out that lead guard position. At some point, they're gonna have to figure out who are they gonna put the ball in their hands and let them
on
lead
offense.
them. On offense.
Transition. Yeah.
They're gonna have to figure that out because that's where they're gonna struggle when it comes to playoff basketball. Everything slows down. I don't care about where the league is at. Playoff basketball, the game still slows down. The game still gets into a half-court game where you gotta be able to go put it in somebody's hands and go get a bucket. I don't know if Banchero is that yet. He's really good. Is he that yet, Fabian? I don't know.
No, Franz
So
is their guy. Franz is the guy in the fourth quarter. He's the guy that got to get it going and figure out a mid-range or elbow shot before they can go to what you guys are talking about and get tested in the playoffs. He's their guy to do all that right now. Boncaro has a handle and everything, but he's not quite there yet with a consistent jumper. He got better at three. I think he's shooting 40% from three this year already. But the real key to all this, which you guys, I didn't realize he was that good either, was Jonathan Isaac. If he's healthy,
His
his
defense is great when he's healthy.
if he's healthy, they'll beat Boston in 6 games. I promise you that.
Okay, I'll put money on that.
I'll put money on that from right now. If he's healthy, I don't care what round that they see the Celtics. The Celtics will be shaking in their boots. Because again, yes, I don't want to take away from what they've earned, what they've achieved. You can't say that. When we talk about a matchup, that's always different than anything else. Anybody can get beat when you have a bad matchup with somebody. The Heat are a bad matchup for them. The 76ers are a bad matchup for the Orlando Magic. These teams are bad matchups. Like the Bucks are not a bad matchup for the Orlando Magic. They don't play defense, and if they lock up Dame Lillard, then what? They got nothing on offense. So when I say last week they can beat the Bucks in 5 or 6 games, that's why.
But see, I disagree because you said the matchup thing it matter and all that. Yeah, on a given night, you have to understand, like, for Boston to lose a playoff series to a team like that, their season is championship or bust. There's nothing less than a championship for the Celtics at this point. If they lose to a team like Orlando, like they're not gonna. I don't think Jason Tatum is gonna allow this to happen. Like they're gonna be. Oh, it's gonna be so bad if they lose to a team like that, and you just don't really see that. Like besides that Dallas Golden State situation, like as Flea said, like. One of my favorite quotes that MJ and Shaq said is before you succeed, you must first learn to fail. I just don't see young teams like that coming to the playoffs and just upsetting a team like that. They can make some noise, but upsetting a team like that's that good, that has 4-star caliber players, one of them which is like a top 5 player in the league and has all that expectation. Like when they show up to TD Garden that first playoff game, they're never going to have experienced anything like that before. So their matchup is good. I think they can make some noise, but beating them is just a stretch. And I disagree with all ball in the sweep because you made valid points as to why they could give them trouble. But that's all I'd say to that.
Not one player on that roster, not one coach on that coaching staff. And I would have to look at the coaching staff. So somebody fact check that for me. But not one person in that organization has even played in the playoffs. Like
Joe Ingles and Gary Harris.
Okay, Joe Ingles and Gary Harris. There we go. And I forgot those guys.
They both come off the bench.
It'd be fun to watch, but I'm sorry, they sweeping them.
We didn't get top 5 from everybody else though. I think me and old boys.
Oh, I had the same Philly, Boston, and Minnesota. I got to give Minnesota a shout out. I'm not a huge fan just because I'm not a huge fan of Rudy Escar-Gobert going back to his Utah days. I also think he's overrated. But you know what? Some people are too harsh on him, though, I will say. I love Ant-Man.
Can you stop right there? How is Rudy Gobert overrated at this point? If he's on another team, another number 1 defense, like another number 1 rated in the league again.
Like, okay,
he may be the defensive player of the year right now.
Okay, let me clarify. I think Rudy Gobert is overrated when he gets put into certain discussions, like he's a first ballot Hall of Famer and that he's a better defender than certain guys in the past. Like, I don't think he's a better defender than Ben Wallace, like Dikembe Mutombo. Like, I don't think he's a better defender than these guys, especially not Ben Wallace. For me,
well, I'm sorry, but Ben Wallace ain't hopping in no time machine, bro. Rudy Gobert is here right now, and he's like, you're taking away.
When people, I said
you're doing exactly what everybody else does. You hate. You hate when everyone does that. Why are you comparing him to somebody that's not even playing to take away? Like he might be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
I mean, Don, really, honestly, because find me another guy that has multiple Defensive Player of the Year awards. The guy that's been the best defender in the league multiple different times. Find me one that's not a first ballot Hall of Famer. That's hard.
You're probably right.
Mutombo.
Oh my God, I'm gonna be
I'm talking about just guys
so hard during his MVP Hall of Fame speech, bro. I am gonna be so mad. I just don't think he's like. The problem with him is offensively, he's not even coordinated. Like he has these occasional moments where he dribbles up the court in transition when no one's stopping him, and he looks fantastic. But like, dude, no, he can barely catch the ball. I watched Reggie Jackson push him out of the post. Like he's just, and plus. I said Fabian, I answered your question, though. You asked me, how is he overrated? Okay, he's not overrated in the current league. When people start saying he's better than Ben Wallace, or he's one of the best defenders of all time. I just don't agree personally. I think he's a great rim protector. He's one of the best rim protectors of all time. But I think that he doesn't go up against great enough centers one-on-one to be tested in that regard defensively, personally.
And sometimes, and at certain points, he became unplayable in playoff series.
But that's more of his offense, not his defense.
Yeah, that's more of his offense. That's
Yeah,
more of his offense, but he got put in spots where he couldn't, he had to get taken off the floor because he couldn't get out there and defend shooters. It was playing y'all one year.
Yeah, but the biggest problem, but see, here's where I push back a little bit. I actually think he was given too hard of a time with that, because the problem with Utah was they couldn't stay in front of the ball at all. Like, Royce O'Neal was their best defender, and he was getting cooked by Reggie. I'm not gonna lie. And so, like, he had to pick his poison, and the scheme was to let Terrence Mann shoot threes, which it still is to this day, by the way. He's not shooting one from three. And Terrence just happened to have the biggest game of his life and the biggest game in Clipper history, which is why he's so beloved by fans. But what I was going to say about Gobert, I was actually going to give him credit. See, I always shit on him because I don't like him. But he's never had this kind of perimeter point of attack defense. He's always had to bail out Utah. Now he's got McDaniels, Ant-Man, Kyle Anderson, Conley's no slouch, and he's got Towns, who's another 7-footer who's not known for defense, but that's a lot of size and length on the court. So he's
Carl actually playing like he cares about defense this year. Like, if you watch them, like.
So right now, in all of our power rankings,
my final team was the Milwaukee Bucks, because I think they've been playing a lot better lately, and I think teams are really I know they lost that game to Chicago, which was horrendous, but they've been playing pretty well lately, and I think people are really harsh on them, to be honest. Like, they're still a very good team. Dame is still going to be dangerous at the end of games. He's not playing very well, shooting the ball, but it's going to take time, but they're still going to be right there with anyone. To me, the main X factor is Chris Middleton. What kind of Chris Middleton you get makes such a difference to me for them. But yeah, that's what I'm going to go with. But I think the Oklahoma City Thunder, I've watched a ton of them this season. You can easily make that argument. They're a very unique roster.
Fun to watch.
I've said it many times, man. I was watching Chet this week against AD, and AD, who I think is the best defender in the NBA, he was having some trouble because Chet, I mean, he's not going to be able to block his shot, like, straight up. And then Jalen Williams from Santa Clara has been so good, and people just don't talk about him enough, in my opinion.
I ordered my Jalen Williams jersey already. I love that.
Wow.
I love that kid.
Wow.
Fleet, before you go, I just wanted, because All Ball put the post yesterday with Ant-Man versus KG, who had the better first 3 years with the Timberwolves. And I just wanted to keep highlighting that Dom real quick, because they're the number one team in the league within Ant-Man's first 3 years in the league. Let's not forget.
That's not Anthony. It's not over though, bro. You can't say they're the number one team. It's 20 games.
Dom, just slow down. If Karl Anthony Towns was the number one draft pick, top 3,
number one,
I would think, and for me, maybe I'm bugging, he was projected to be a way better player than what Ant-Man was supposed to be. Like, this is supposed to happen a long time ago with Minnesota, and it didn't. Ant-Man's making up for all this slack. And yes, they developed the team and everything. Now, looking back on it, on top of this, we were kind of laughing at Minnesota for trading all those draft picks for Gobert. That's turning out to be a legit trade we made a mistake on. And everybody keeps laughing at the Knicks for having all these draft picks. No longer. Them draft picks was turning us around within 2 years, apparently, if you got Gobert.
Good point.
So Minnesota should get a lot more credit for doing what they're doing right now.
I'll talk about my top 5 teams, but to talk, just to piggyback on what you were saying, I think we had a conversation offline about the Ant-Man KG comparison that two was talking about, and it is not a knock against Kevin Garnett, because his entire tenure as a Minnesota Timberwolf is A1. Like, you can't argue it. But if we're talking about the first 3 years of KG, he's about 15 points a game and 8 rebounds a game, right? That's his first 3 years as a Timberwolf. They make the playoffs 1 year, they get swept. They make the playoffs his 3rd year, and they get bounced. They get bounced both times in the first round. This is back when the first round was best of 5. Right. So the first time they lost 3 in a row to Houston, and the second series, the second year they lost to like Seattle, I think. But they were a playoff team, but you could see that KG was on his way, but he hadn't even reached where he was going to become. In year 4, he's not even talking about this year. Last year, in year 3 for Ant-Man, he was an all-star. He was arguably top 5 at his position. He had them in the playoffs for another year in a row, I believe. And this year, they are top 5 in defense and top 5 in offense right now. Like, they are a damn good team, and that's really all because of who Anthony Edwards is. So, to kind of tie that into this top 5, who are the best teams in the league? Currently, right now, I have Minnesota. I have Denver. I have Boston. I have Milwaukee. And I have OKC. That's what I have is the best teams in the league. Philly is right outside. Philly is right outside for me. And that's because and that's because we getting into the portion of the season where they are going to start sitting Joel from time to time. We may not see Joel for a week. It's just the facts. Y'all know this time of year. We played 20 games, first quarter of the season. Now we on the second quarter of the season. You might not see Joel every night. So they'll be right outside because when Joel's on the floor, Philly is one of the best teams in the league, hands down. What him and Maxey are doing is next to none. So yeah, those are my top 5 teams.
I'm loving it. Let's get to these comments, Dom.
Yeah, before we get out of here.
Oh yeah, wow, we're doing pretty well on time.
Oh man, love it.
All right, let's there's some fiery ones. I'm gonna pick up where we left off.
Yeah, I'm sure they spicy tonight. We can have a little fun with the comments.
They definitely calmed down though when we actually started talking about ball. I think the players stand them, man. I'm starting to see. Somebody told me somebody in my Twitter comments today was saying I Westbrook stand. He said I don't want us to win games. Like if Westbrook's not what's it called? If he's an 8th or 9th man, I'd rather him go to a team and be the first option and put up triple-double stats and lose. Like, dude, are you being serious? And they're like, Westbrook winning a ring as an 8th man would not change his legacy at all. But whatever.
Wait, Westbrook winning a ring as an 8th man would not change his legacy?
He's not an 8th man. That's just an exaggeration by them being sad.
Right. Hold on. But this is how silly people are. Do you know how tough it was for him to sit on the bench with that much ego, whatever it is? So even if he was the 8th man for real, that's a hard thing to. Nobody's done that.
Exactly. They don't understand that these kind of things.
Because that's a true team concept. And he would get even more we're giving him props for going on that bench and taking it with stride. Come on.
I don't know, man. A lot of the stands are very me. Like they probably are like that in real life. They just are too scared to show their faces online.
And look how they show their true colors when they're on here, like you just said. The comments slowed up when we stopped talking about LeBron, huh?
Right.
Yeah, that's y'all.
Yeah. Anyway. Okay. Jesse said he hasn't been successful in LA.
Sips his water after that. Look at Fabian.
LeBrick's tenure in LA has been laughable. Sorry, pushing 40, start a garden or something, you bum. See, like Niona T, like you clearly got way too triggered by Jesse, like you're resorting to that. He didn't insult you, he insulted LeBron. He was defense attorney.
Start a garden is hilarious.
Stupid nicknames for players. That part was funny. I'm saying the bum. Wait, maybe I'm missing something, but what did LeBron do in this particular scenario that was considered soft? I thought it was just Ime calling LeBron a bitch, and then LeBron said, don't say that. Yeah, that's exactly what happened, but we're talking about why Ime would come at him with that kind of smoke. Adam Hurley.
We're talking about why is LeBron. Why do you care? Leave it alone. Play ball. You're winning.
Can't he talk back though as a man though? I don't understand that part. Why can't he talk back as a man?
Because you walked over to him, got the ref in between you, and got him kicked out. Like
didn't he get the ref in? You're acting like he called the ref to come like break up a fight. The ref is standing there because that's what they stand usually.
Like all ball says. LeBron James is a bit of a scammer. He's a bit of a manipulator. He knows exactly what's happening as I'm inching my way towards the coach. Somebody that's standing there is gonna get in between us, especially if it's the referee. He knows what he was doing. Come on, stop. You should have left that all alone.
I'm gonna tell you right now. You called me a bitch. I'm gonna just say it to you quick. Hey, don't lose it too loosely now. Relax. Just relax.
He's been betrayed, man. He's only made the finals. He saw. Who are you talking about? I've seen a lot of players do what Bron does, but y'all don't make a topic out of it because it's LeBron. Y'all want to make a talk about it. That's crazy. Jordan.
Hey, Jordan, have you commented on other YouTube videos when they did it? No, you only commented on the LeBron video when he did it.
No. Hold up. I want to give Jordan credit. He's in my Laker lives every night. So
Jordan, I'm
shows love.
sorry I said shut up. I love you. It's all in love.
He's always Jordan. Jordan, I'm surprised you're getting so upset. Like it's it's a trending topic right now. Like that's what the Sports Sportsman show is. Don't ever call the greatest scorer in the NBA the greatest scorer in the NBA. Who would you say that is right now, guys?
Isn't it LeBron?
Definitely not LeBron. So let's talk about who actually might be. Like just around the table, real quick.
The greatest
scorer
scorer
in
right now?
NBA?
In the league right now. That's a good
right
question.
now. Ooh,
Right now,
that's
just-
a nice
just-
question.
just-
I think
put the
Nikola Jokic is the toughest to stop right now. Straight up.
Like
Tougher
if somebody wants to go out there, and he
toughest to
will
stop
give you
and
10
great
straight
and the
right
best scorer right now. I think it's two different things.
Yeah, I think that's too.
Yeah.
different.
Okay, somebody wants to go out there, you have to bet on give me 30 tonight.
I think
Against
Jokic can do
anyone.
it, man. I'm going with Jokic.
Kevin Durant is still at a
Yeah.
for me
K-
is
I was
is
thinking
at,
KD,
is
Fleet.
at a is just
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 this
put
the playoffs though.
just
I'ma
put
be-
the ball in the hoop.
It's two players that I'm
Does
gonna
the
throw
playoffs
you.
matter though, because we've
I'm a-
seen that KD doesn't have the same first step as he used to, and it's taking a
Yeah,
lot of
but
tough
he-
shots.
But he's
I'm-
still.
I had to
Dom,
eat my words, man. He
This-
looks
No, but
crazy.
you're getting Fabian loves the regular season, bro. I'm not. KD is a beast.
I'm gonna be honest. The best scorer right now, this is gonna throw y'all off. Right now, might be Luka.
That's not gonna throw
That's
me
not
off that
bad
much.
either.
I just think Jokic is literally unstoppable one-on-one. Like you can't do nothing about
You
him,
know-
and he gets easy baskets in the paint.
You know what? Too that might be. That might be right because that dude never looks like that. That term sped up. Like somebody never looks sped up. They always look like they're going. He is him and obviously Joker, but him specifically because the ball is always in his hands. He never looks like when you watch Russ. Russ looks like he's going like that. It's
Right,
like
right.
Luka is just like what I'm
He's
saying.
so
It's
in
like,
control.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
You-
I'm gonna
yeah,
go with
but-
Luka.
Let me ask a question though, guys. Why can't Jokic be considered the best scorer? Is it because he's such a good passer? Like straight up in the post, he's unguardable. He's
Because,
and
but
look at the
because
ways he's scoring.
I mean, yeah,
Pick
no,
and
no, no.
pop.
You know, that's a great point. Like, I don't think you go wrong with either one. But for me, when I'm just thinking just pure scoring, I'm just being honest.
Well, do you
Luka
ever
with them
consider a
50,
big
60
man
balls?
do you ever consider a big man when you think of pure scoring? Because I feel like when we talk about
Yeah.
scoring, like my greatest scorers of all time are Jordan and Kobe. Those are because I would prefer a guy that can bring the ball across half court and go get it and
Shaq
Instead
could
of
be in that though.
that's a
Shaq could be in that
defensive- he's
conversation.
he's a
but then
defensive
Jokic, in my
position.
opinion, go ahead,
But,
Flea.
but this year also, I was gonna say too, is two players besides Luka. I was gonna name Embiid and Giannis right now.
I
They
was
could
going to say
be
we don't
some of
give
the best
Embiid.
scorers also.
Yeah, Embiid's leading the league in scoring for a second straight year right now. We didn't even
That's what I'm
mention him.
saying. Yeah,
Third-
yeah. So
third-
I like
third-
Jokic in the playoffs, scoring, not just passing, scoring. I like Jokic in the playoffs because he
And-
didn't settle
and-
as much.
And to your point, Dom, that's what I don't like about Luka too much is the too many outside shots. Joker will shoot wherever to what you were saying, Flea, about Luka. I think Joker takes the shots that he wants to take more often. Like he ain't letting up on nothing for deep. He ain't making it nothing easy for the defense. And
Yeah, he
Luka
doesn't let the
sometimes when
defense
he
off
do
the
that-
hook at all.
Right. And he knows like he just every move he makes, like, oh, that's my shot. Boom, he'll take it. He's like a robot out there almost. And Halliburton is a mini version of that, in my opinion. Like, and the way he's shooting is crazy, but he's just not as strong. Like Joker is just he's strong, bro. Like I might have to agree with you, Dom. Might be the
I mean,
Joker.
We look up 3-4 years from now, and we've watched Halliburton average 25 a game. Like we're gonna have to start talking about, this guy's a hell of a facilitator, but like this dude can really score the ball. Like the level he's scoring at right now is some elite shit he's doing. But no, I'll probably roll with Kevin Durant. I like what Tu said with Luka. I think Luka is definitely up there in terms of just flat out putting the ball in the basket. And averages aside, forget what he's averaging right now. Kyrie Irving's still a nigga that could go get 50. He's like, and I don't care who you got in front of him.
yeah, I always say Kyrie Irving on any given day can be as great as anybody.
Yeah.
On any given day. So all year he can average 15, but on any given night he can be Mike and give you 50, 60. But yeah.
You know who else I think should get a shout out here? That's just unstoppable now. 1-on-1 is SGA.
100%.
Unreal. Like he's getting to the line. He's
Young boy tough.
100%.
So,
Averaging
also,
30.
this was weird. Not only did he get annoyed and say LeBron's the greatest scorer in the NBA, he just insulted Ivica Zubac for no reason. Like I was as if I would get offended.
Zubac is a bum bitch.
Why he played so well yesterday? Like he's been playing so well. Why are we throwing shots at Zoo?
A bum
finals.
is crazy.
Dude,
his name
this
is
guy
crazy,
got
by
the
the way. Don't,
Go ahead.
that guy's name was nuts.
Yeah, I'm not gonna respond to that. This guy, Adam Hurley, has been the most butthurt of anyone. He said 10 finals, he sucks. Like that's obviously sarcastic. That's what I'm saying. Let them talk the talk. Oh, he's agreeing with me there. These guys are all Kobe fans. Heck, the guy on the Hornets at PG is his GOAT. You know, but there's LeBron fans too in the league, like that are playing right now too. We just mentioned that there are a lot of them. The rivalry the media created caused a lot of that. So successful business-wise and win a title. Yeah, I know you'll say it's a bubble title, but title is a title. So nobody F with LeBron now. Good Lord. It's like, you guys twist it so hard. Like
I kind of don't though anymore.
Look at this guy. Go ahead, Fabi.
No, I said I kind of don't anymore. Like it's kind of old. Like
just
play ball, bro.
So players dislike him because but we know Flea doesn't dislike him. I don't dislike him personally, but there's things he does that piss me off. Players dislike him because he always beats their team's ass. I just don't think that's true. I think it's because he shows a lot of bitch assness sometimes.
There you go, Don. Yeah, Don.
Nyona T, just pure double standards by these old heads. Dude, I'm like 25 years old. Like, what are you talking about? Heads up, guys. It's not 1990 anymore. League's evolving. What does that mean?
Evolution. Who cares?
Evolution. Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in, Nynona.
Nynona, tell us how old you are in the comments.
Thank you. Yeah, I can't believe what I'm hearing. Oh, my God. He's the problem to some Kobe fans. Why comparing him to LeBron? He's not even GOAT. Are you guys scared of comparing him to Jordan? Well, no. Actually, we've had that discussion on the show before about Kobe and Mike, but I just think that Kobe's resume sadly doesn't stack. Mike's is better.
Bean's my GOAT, so, I mean, I've been consistent with that. So
this has nothing to do with Kobe or MJ. Adam Hurley. Only one of you made a good point. Who would that be? Probably Flea, I'm guessing. Oh, Turbo! Big shout out to
Turbo.
Remember the All-Star game when he passed the ball? Yeah, 2012. And Kobe and Carmelo. And I was a LeBron fan. I remember I was pissed that he didn't shoot. And Kobe trolled him for it. I remember.
And he just keeps showing stuff like that.
Ironic. You must get the Clippers attributes then.
Hold on, real quick before the next comment. I got a question for my OG. Steph Curry goes in the lane yesterday. He has arguably one of the best defenders in NBA history, on-ball defenders on him in NBA history, in Kawhi Leonard. He kicks to a Draymond Green who had hit 4 3-pointers earlier in that game. That's a bad shot. That's a bad pass. You didn't like that. Talk to me about that last play.
Terrible play. The dynasty is over.
I didn't ask you about the dynasty.
Hold on. So terrible call from the coach. Terrible that Steph Curry couldn't take an old injured Kawhi Leonard off the dribble.
He was tired though, Steph.
And then there was a reason Draymond Green was wide open. Okay. That play was terrible. And this is sometimes the knock on Steph Curry. We've seen Kevin Love lock him up. We've seen Tristan Thompson. Listen, man. Terrible. Because if it was LeBron, we would be going haywire.
No, you would. So, you would.
Listen, that was terrible. Terrible. And I'm gonna do a post. I'm gonna do a post tomorrow. I was supposed to do it today, but I was tired.
I wanted to ask you about
the dynasty is over.
Yeah, I agree with that. I just think, this is why
Benito.
This one of the reasons that one thing I'll give Fabian though with the whole size matters thing. But
pause,
yeah,
because the
one thing I'll give
Bob was crazy.
Yo,
right?
you know how many other little guards.
One thing I'll give Fabian is size.
But I was gonna say that Steph Curry, that is why you don't want a smaller guard though with the last shot a lot of times.
I disagree.
No.
I disagree.
Kyrie Irving's a small guard. It's not
Trae Young is a small guard.
No, he's not. Trae Young, for someone who's streaky, doesn't shoot great.
Dame Lillard, them dudes getting a shot off, bro.
Come on now.
What you talking about?
You're making excuses for Steph Curry. If it was
LeBron,
LeBron,
running him off the line. The reason why
I don't care who's
guarding,
I don't care who's guarding Kyrie Irving. I don't care who's guarding Trae Young. I don't care who's guarding Dame Lillard.
Trae Young, I don't agree with
We've seen them do this.
I only agree with Kyrie
magical
Irving.
endings.
I
You're
only agree
making
with Kyrie
excuses for your
Irving.
man Steph Curry. It's not about just size matter. He's not crafty enough. He doesn't create
Not
space like Kyrie
crafty
Irving.
enough.
You bugging
That
now. All
I
right,
just
slow
said
down.
it. Here
Slow
we
down.
go.
Slow
The
down.
Here we
only
go.
reason I give Kyrie Irving as the one exception is because he's a he's a guard, small guard that stops on a
Hey,
dime, going
hold on.
both ways,
He
pull up,
passed the
no
ball,
feet
but
set.
not
Let
crafty.
let's talk about it Wednesday night.
Okay, fine.
That's all.
Yeah, I
All
like
right.
That's
that.
all.
I like
It's
that.
Steph
Because I
Curry
got to get
clutch.
out of here. Let's
like
talk
that.
about it
It's
Wednesday
It's
night.
Steph Curry
After
clutch.
I have to
Great
respond to
topic.
this.
Dinner was
I-
ordered about an hour and a half ago, so it's on the way. We got to get OG out of here. Let's.
Yeah.
It's on the way. It might be there already. Well,
Yeah.
guy-
I gotta listen.
No,
I'm about to get out of here.
it might
Iona
be there
T.
already. We
Hey, don't
know.
be hating up there, man. Wait, fix your face, man. You know what I'm saying? Things going on, man.
You see, baby, in face.
No, I didn't. I didn't. I was reading the page. I was reading the comments. I missed with the last two comments. I'm sorry.
this guy, no, man, because I don't defend everything the Clippers do. I call them out for their shit because I don't make excuses for me in life and I don't make excuses for them. So there you go. These guys can't win. If they talk, we call it showmanship and trash talking and hype shit. If they don't talk shit, we call it boring or we miss the old days. I say, who cares? Hey, thanks for listening. I love that character in your profile, the question from the Justice League. And I appreciate you for tuning in, even though you don't care. So thank you. Hank Arcs. They hate him because they ain't him. Jealousy. Oh my God. This is your
Maybe.
cop out every time. I'm very comfortable with who I am as a person. I would not. Yeah, it would be cool to be LeBron James and be an amazing basketball player, but we are who we are. Is anybody on the panel a LeBron fan? No, because we actually like teams. No, he's saying
LeBron.
like that.
I mean,
LeBron fan, kind of.
I think we all are fans of LeBron. We just call out
His BS.
You know what it is? See, for me, I'm a fan of the game.
Yeah.
A lot of people is not a fan of the game. They're a fan of players, so they don't see
Right.
nothing else.
I agree with that.
You get what I'm saying? So,
I
like
get
I
that.
said,
I fully
it's
agree
not
with
that I'm
with
not
you.
a fan of LeBron. Like I said, he's great. Like I said, he's definitely top 5, top 10. Some have him top 2, top 3. Some have him top 1. I don't have no problem with that. But I'm a fan of the game. So if we see something, we got to call it out, no matter who the player is.
Yeah, and we again, yeah, that's I won't even add. No dime. You just pick and choose your topics, and of course, you pick a topic where everybody going to agree. First of all, two things about that. One, I didn't know we were going to talk about this topic, and two, we don't actually discuss our answers before we go on the thing. I said I was surprised that everybody agreed. Fabian and I even thought that Flea was going to push back on all balls. So Jordan, I think you're just a little triggered for no reason.
Not one bit. Hey, comments, not one bit. Yes, we do pre-pro. We do discuss what we're going to talk about, but we do not discuss our answers amongst each other. That is not something we do.
Bronze, hold on, go back to that real quick.
Yeah, Adam again. Bron's teammates love him. We're not talking about his teammates.
Hold on, but I disagree. I don't think all his teammates love him. Just like on any other team. You think all teammates love Kawhi or Curry? See, this is what I'm saying. It's too weird out here, bro.
There's only two people that I can think of that didn't like LeBron. One is Jay Crowder and one is Westbrook. Other than that, they all say great things about him, and their body language seems like they like him too. I mean, LeBron seems like
you think J.R. Smith liked him after that debacle in Cleveland?
I think they're still boys, man. They went through a championship together. He has LeBron to thank as well, and vice versa. But like, he has LeBron to thank for his ring.
After that debacle in Cleveland, he came to LA and won a championship.
Right.
In the bubble. He had to be in the bubble for that shit. If he ain't like LeBron, he could have took his ass right back and started.
You think Anthony Edwards like LeBron with Taco Tuesdays and riding on pedal bikes with helmets on? Okay.
He never played with him.
Okay. So you think meant Anthony Davis probably?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I meant Anthony Davis.
I froze, fellas. Let me come back. Don't Fabian, roll from where I was.
Well, how many we got? Because I got to get off of here, man.
You can get off then. We can just read. Let's read I can stay on for a little bit today because there's no basketball.
Yeah, me too.
I ain't gonna lie. Look, Dom, I have 1,000 comments. Dom gonna read every last one. You gotta love him for that, fellas. I got to run. Four sportsmen.
Sportsmen. Go.
Please know what I'm about to.
Yo. Holla. My nigga. Holla.
Fame, I see y'all later.
All right. I don't know where he left off at. What's up, fellas?
All right. Wait, can I go now?
My bad. Yeah, I don't know where you left off at.
I'll figure it out. All right, so all ball.
Yeah, send me up. Thank you, Fabian.
You're welcome.
Whoa, these comments are like jumping. They like not in a good way. There's a 15-minute period where it doesn't even show. Hold on a second, Fabian. After Jeez, hold on. Let me refresh my page because I'm seeing some weird shit.
What?
And there he goes.
Outdated words. Steph Curry's over the top 5.
Okay, let me see if it fixed.
You even
Alright.
sound better now.
Well, that's weird. Well, okay, maybe someone didn't comment for 15 minutes. I don't think that's the truth because do you see anything?
What time marker? What time marker?
So, do you see Turbo's comment at 4:45 p.m. or 7? It's 7:45 for you.
Okay.
What's the start going after that until
Okay,
Nick Pillow at 4:50?
7:45. 7:44. So maybe F LeBron Turbo. Okay, I see. It is a bunch. Yeah.
Yeah, roll them
Okay.
out. Roll 'em out, 'cause I can't see.
Okay. These guys can't. That's what
Yeah,
he
we
said.
already
These guys
read that
can't
one.
win.
It's like I can't see that comment now. We already read that.
Okay. Speaking of
Maybe we're
Rockets,
off
Lakers. This one.
No, we haven't read that. That's where we are. Yeah, Şengün's
LeBron.
awesome.
Love him.
This one.
He's gonna be most improved.
Just keep reading them. Yeah, one at a time.
Okay.
Keep going.
No, I'm going up. LeBron is the only player that insults fans repeatedly, though. Having tell the world tomorrow you'll still be you and I'll be me is as insecure as it gets. Yeah, that was
30 years ago.
That was like
That was
6
a long
years
time
ago. And that's who he is.
That was over 10 years ago. Cut it out.
It was 2011. That was after game 6.
That was not.
That was after game, against Dallas.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, I thought it was after 2015. Okay.
No.
Now the Rock. It's still that's who he is. Now
He's
the Rockets
insecure, but
annihilated.
I don't know if he insults fans that much. He's actually pretty good to fans, in my opinion.
Cool. Now the Rockets annihilated the Lakers at home. Did they?
Whoa. Go back to that. Yeah, they did. But go back to that. Thanks for listening, Adam. You can imagine listening to sorry ass motherfuckers.
What did he say? Let me see.
Man, you guys are sorry AM Evers, dude. Give it a rest. That's how you sound in my brain. What's your name? Adam Hurley. And Adam Hurley's a cool name, by the way. I like your name. Man, you guys are sorry, AM. Like that's how you sound. Like you're whining.
It's goofy.
Yeah. Speaking of Rockets, man, Şengün is a star. It's not just criticism; it's irrational. You want him to just shut up and play while he's losing, and shut up and play while he's winning. No, I want him to be loud versus anybody.
Oh well, no, I have nothing to say about him if he's winning and anything. I don't like. I think you should show emotion when you're winning. I don't call people front runners like that. I think you should show emotion when you're winning. I just think when you're down by 15 and your team's playing ass, flexing and all that just looks ridiculous. Because as a fan, if I'm a fan of that team, like my players on my team don't do this, but if Paul George did some shit like that and we're down by 15, I would be livid. So it's not just LeBron. Like you guys, you get so defensive. Like, yeah, I'm not the type of guy that'll call him a front runner. I don't get mad at LeBron when he's boasting up. It's just that sometimes it's when it's a really bad team, I laugh a little bit, but that's okay.
And the way he responded to Memphis, the Grizzlies before. So are we gonna break that down real quick if you guys have time? Like, what is the difference between front running and what they're saying? Like, is there a difference in what we see, a true confidence or true bravado? I guess in a way, which all sounds like it's all materialistic, I guess, or whatever the word is called. But is there a true bravado version of showing your teammates up or showing the opponents up or talking trash? Is there a good way to do it?
I don't know about on the court, but I just remember like when it comes to Mike, I guess, for example, or like Larry Bird, like they would say things before they did things and then they would execute on them. Like MJ said, we're winning game 7 against the Pacers before the game started and he backed it up and they won, even though he didn't shoot that well he didn't shoot well at all. I think that's definitely we have the footage of that 98, in the Last Dance. That was cool. We got to see the locker room footage and they were down 1-0 and how confident he still was. So like that's the type of stuff, I guess. But I don't get mad at LeBron when he's getting hyped on when he's winning. Like I don't. Let's keep going, huh?
Okay, excuse me.
He's stone cold right now. All right, keep going. He's just waiting.
Nah, because I don't have. I come from a different perspective when it's like trash talking on the court. Like for me, I was always the initiator of the trash talk, and I felt like I was good, right? So regardless if I was having a bad game or not, if I felt any weakness in you, I felt like I needed to attack that, whether I was playing well or not. We was just gonna get into something, and that was either gonna fuel me, or that was gonna kill my game or kill your game. It was just a part of it. I think for like the way I look at it with LeBron and them, I don't think LeBron ever starts the fight. He just always has to like respond to it. Yeah, he always has to respond to it or join it later on because that's what gets guys going. I don't think he ever needs anything to get him going. He doesn't have to be Shaq and make up a dumbass story that David Robinson slighted him one day, right? Like I don't think he doesn't have to do any of that type of shit to get going. He just joins the party after Draymond Green starts getting into it. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little different.
Yeah. All right, keep going, Fab.
I was just to cover that. I still think there is a false bravado with him because it kind of really got exposed. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4. That's when it really got exposed.
That's a good point. Like that's that shit I'm talking about. You better win when you say some stuff. I know you're joking, but then you're gonna get clowned.
No, it's right.
The fact that he didn't even stay in Miami as many years as he said they were gonna win rings. That part killed me because when I was a kid and that happened, I was like, man, LeBron's gonna be set for the next 8 years on this Heat team, man. And then he just left after 4 years.
That's definitely what it looked like.
Top 5 teams: Celtics, Nuggets, Wolves, Sixers, probably Bucks.
Okay.
I'm not high on the Bucks. Neither am I. That defense, man, they got to improve it. I say this as a former season ticket holder that wised up after spending tens of thousands. The Fakers are the most propped up team. Careful, Dime. LeBron going to send some people to strike your channel. That's crazy. That's what the stands do. They throw out straw man arguments every time valid points are raised. I bet all ball in 2010 was wanting LeBron to join the Knicks. I definitely did. And he was supposed to, by the way. That's how Leon Rose and James Dolan created their relationship and why he's a GM now, whatever he is. You can't say anything bad or even critique about Braun the same with Jordan and Kobe. Anyone with stands. Hi, everyone.
Stocksinio. I love Stocksinio. Coming all the way from Turkey.
Stocksinio. That sounds like a soccer name.
No, I know. That's the whole joke.
Mm-hmm. So Ime didn't say anything to him. That wasn't true. Valid points. What valid point talking ish while being up? Jesse, just shut the F up already.
Jesse's got this guy
people crazy. Pissed off LeBron is dangerous. That's why some players don't talk trash to him. I've never heard
that as well. There might be an element to that as well.
Yeah, okay. Lee got the best b-ball knowledge here by far. All ball is a fool. Brother got rocks instead of brain cells. Jesus, Georgie. Thanks for watching.
You better chill out, Georgie. We're gonna get some furniture moving.
Moving. Be respectful, y'all.
I think, but say thank you, by the way.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of defending my co-host before.
We are. Dude, if all balls saw that, he'd just be like, Shh, here we go.
Here we go. Yeah. Thank y'all for the love. For real.
This is not Obo's a big boy. He can handle it.
Yeah.
Pause. I think everyone was a huge LeBron fan at one point or another. I liked him in Miami. He started to lose me at his last year with Kyrie. That's when his mentality changed completely.
Wow, dude. I'm shocked that Jesse didn't start hating him from the decision. I figured Jesse would hate him since the decision.
Right. A lot of people did.
Not that many people hated pre-Miami LeBron. He was very likable, in my opinion.
Right.
A lot of people did. I didn't. I'll be one of them guys that.
Wow. I was obsessed, dude.
I wasn't. Oh my God. I couldn't.
I was a big fan until just after he achieved whatever he achieved. I didn't have to really root for him anymore. He basically damn near achieved what he wanted to achieve. When he said
it's about damn time, I said the same thing, and that's when I started to roll into like really loving him. I'm gonna be honest. When he got up there and said it's about damn time, I said, it is about damn time. I like you now.
What is the Stands' long-term plan when their idols retire? Do they move on to another guy, change sport, or sit in their basement reminiscing forever?
That's a great question, Robert.
My uncle always used to say that to me. He said when these player fans, when Michael Jordan retired, like you don't see them anymore, or they jump to another player. He said that's so weak.
Great question.
They do. Michael Jordan, as much as nobody wants to say this, he started this. He started the stand-up thing. He did that. That's what nobody talks about.
He was the player that the stand-in was the byproduct.
No, not just the player. You have McDonald's commercials. That's the bad that came with all the self-promotion. That's self-promotion. It's idolization. It's all the stuff that I don't want to get all biblical, but that's why you don't do that, because it takes away from everybody else you're working in concert with to win. It does not. Michael Jordan did not win by himself at all. Like that's why the LeBron fans like Nick Wright, they always point to, hey, he didn't win in the 80s. It's true. He couldn't win by himself. Nobody can. At this point, if he hadn't won in 2012, that would have been deflating for his career.
It's
Yeah,
interesting. I like that. That's a nice profile picture.
I mean that.
Kobe, Mike, and LeBron.
That would have been tough to
That's
come
dope.
back from.
That's a dope picture. I like that picture.
I like Jerry as he's always in my life as a Clipper fan.
Do y'all think Clippers should blow it up after another disappointing season and first round exit this year?
Yes.
What do you think, Time?
We've talked about this a lot. I don't want to get into the Clippers, but yes, I think so.
George, that's what I expect to happen.
Me and Fabian were just arguing about this the other day.
After Kobe passed, RIP GOAT, everyone talked about respecting and embracing these legends while they're here. That lasted for all of 5 minutes. You think we learn just to keep appreciating what we see? We do appreciate what we see.
Exactly.
We went through this conversation with KG last week. Go ahead, Don.
I watch every LeBron game. Like I give him the ultimate respect. I literally watched I've watched him more than any player in my entire life. So yeah, next.
Interesting topic. I feel like this is a topic that I will learn a lot about things you don't hear everywhere or place. Definitely will watch whole thing. Stocks Insignia, thank you, my brother.
Stocks-inio.
Fake read the book, facts, and
love
LeBron's shameless about it too. He on the first page pretending like he reading. Yeah, man.
I love
fake
funny as shit,
man.
It was crazy.
Nah, that was funny when you said that though, Fabian. That was hilarious.
That was crazy.
It's the facts though.
When he left Cleveland to go to Miami, I was over him. I was not. I can't believe people were over him. Like, I'm like, we're about to see greatness. He was 25, 26.
Dude, you can't blame people for not liking that. That was something that nobody was used to. We'd never seen that before.
So what we're gonna watch? If God forbid, something would happen to him at that
What are you talking about? Basketball.
I might not have watched basketball anymore.
We had Lakers and Celtics in the finals. That was like so epic, dude.
Yeah, that was big time. That was big time. I was
LeBron in Cleveland.
That was not Lakers. That was not Lakers
man.
and Celtics. And that was not Lakers and Celtics in the finals when he went to Miami.
It was.
2009 and 2010.
No, it was
2008 and 2010.
I mean, you don't want to. You know, like you shouldn't argue me about this stuff. Like this is the type of stuff I know in the back of my hand.
So argue with me that when he left to go to Miami, that the Boston Celtics went to the champ. The before the summer when he went to go to Miami, they went to the finals.
The 2010 summer, the Lakers were champions.
Okay, cool. But what I'm saying is that he's over. That means like he stopped watching. You can stop watching. Why would you be mad at him? I'm gonna watch Miami Heat games with LeBron. Are you kidding me? He's about to enter his prime. What do you mean? Why would I blame people for being mad at him? Like, you're not gonna watch LeBron. You didn't watch Miami Heat.
The goalpost.
Fabian is the same one who said he didn't like
the Heat offense
and that Heat offense.
I know.
Okay.
LeBron.
You said what would we have watched though? Like as if the NBA didn't have compelling stories. We got Lakers Celtics in a 7-game series, bro.
Reading is fundamental. When he left to go to Miami, I was over him. I was not because I was a big LeBron fan. I'm about to watch him go join two other stars and maybe have a possible dynasty. The same way everyone went crazy over the Golden State Warriors. That was the guy I thought was going to possibly beat Michael Jordan going into this thing. I wanted to watch that. That's must-see TV. So to be over him is crazy. That's different. I'm sorry. It was bigger than Kobe was going to be and anybody else at that point. That's who it was. It was the next star after Jordan.
People are saying they just didn't like him after that. And
cool, even better.
Saying, okay, that's fine. But I'm saying when you said what would we have watched, why are you acting like the NBA wasn't good? Like the NBA was awesome.
Because there's a drop off from when Golden State was at the peak at that. There's a drop off from Miami's making the league that much more relevant when you have the biggest star possibly in sports at that time.
Did the ratings go up that much?
For the Golden State, it did. I don't think Miami.
No, for Golden State, yeah, but from 10 to 11, like.
I don't think it did that much. Yeah, I don't think it did that much. But I'm saying for me, when people say they were over him, I'm like, he's dramatic, he's polarizing, he was very interesting. Everything about him was still interesting. I thought it was dope. Not one, not two. It was must-see TV.
Next. LeBron. We're gonna talk about
all
LeBron.
Ball, just a hater here. You can't have it both ways. So funny.
None of the legends start with him though.
Huh?
He's talking about like, why doesn't he start with Kevin Durant or any other legend on the court? He always starts with like he picks something in
Okay.
There are people that hate no matter what. A hater's a hater. I want to know where all ball ranks LeBron all the time.
He ranks him number 15. It's like 7th or something.
Yeah. The first time we ever ranked them together and I interviewed him on my podcast, he said Braun is like number 15. He had like Iverson 10. I was like, what?
Yeah, that's crazy. That's just factually untrue.
Who?
He's crazy.
Iverson. He's not better than LeBron James.
2.
Oh, okay.
Someone asked all ball where he ranked.
Why are you guys so obsessed with that? So you can grill him when you don't like his answer? Like,
Yeah. Okay, but he doesn't do that because those guys don't talk ish to him. Like Dime said, LeBron doesn't initiate anything. He only responds. If those stars talk ish to him, he obviously talk ish back. That's not true.
100%. What?
That's not true. LeBron
He does
stars a
talk
lot
back
of
to
stuff.
him.
He gets
what?
Dirk. They were talking trash about Dirk back then. What are you talking? Come on, man.
No, are you confused? You're talking about when they coughed and were making fun of him being sick?
Yeah.
I'm talking about on the court, though.
I don't
Like,
care
Larry-
when it is.
It's not the same as Bird, Kobe, or Mike. Those guys were like known trash talkers. LeBron, people mention trash, they don't talk about him. That's not his style. He's a nice guy.
Okay.
He's friends with everybody.
I see what you're saying. Love Rajah Bell. The Spurs effed up big time, cutting him in training camp of the 2000-2001 season. He was better than Bruce Bowen.
Yeah.
Better than Bruce Bowen.
He was more fluid jump shooting wise to me.
Yeah, I guess more fluid. I mean, Bruce Bowen obviously got to where knocking that corner three down was like part of his staple. But I think Bruce Bowen could defend more players, than Rajah Bell could.
More disciplined defender. Like for people, Rajah Bell, he was like the most hated man in LA that year, 06.
Yeah, but Rajah was dog shit anyway. Like, let's call out what it is.
I hate him, but I don't disagree. I disagree though, bro. He was great for that Suns team. He's a good 3-and-D guy.
He was good.
Well, he was 3-and-D. What do you want more of though as a role player?
That's true. I agree with you on that.
And he hit that stupid shot, bro, that made me cry as a kid over Daniel Ewing in Game 5 of the second round. If we had won that game, bro, we would have had a 3-2 lead going back home. And I could have had a Clippers conference finals appearance 2006. Could have an Elton Brand against Dirk. That would have been sick.
That was a good team.
Sam
Cassell was your point guard, right?
Yeah, he broke my heart, Rajah Bell. I hate him, but he was good. This era fits him well. 3-and-D. You get paid a lot.
Dog shit.
You don't like him because he was a dick to Kobe and he put the thing around his neck. I remember that.
Dog shit. Yeah, that's personal. That's personal.
The chat's been going hard on all ball. Let him go hard on LeBron. It gives a different taste to the show.
And you know what's funny about Stuxino? Guess who his favorite player is?
Kobe.
LeBron.
Okay.
And he's still talking that's why I love Stuxino.
Stuxino, you are the man. Goated.
Turkey.
We got Kobe fans and Jordan milk drinkers all in one podcast. Gotta love it. Thanks, Jordan Smith, for tuning in.
Resonate with their mindset more. I don't tell you.
I really want to see all ball. If LeBron wins a ring again, though, that video is gonna be hilarious.
I can't have that. I can't have that.
Outdated word, yeah.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, Udoka trying to be a man's man. Everyone knows he's a ladies' man.
I like that guy. That's a good one. All right, Adam Hurley, you're getting some.
Adam Hurley, you came back, Adam Hurley. I almost forgot about that.
Forgot about that. Good job.
Rank all time: CP3, Russ, Harden, Lillard, Kyrie. Wow.
That's for next time. I'm staying away from that.
Okay. I'm not doing that right now.
I'll tell you who I think is. You know what's crazy about this though? As much as I don't like it, Harden peaked the highest.
Yeah, easily.
For sure.
Easily. Career-wise, it got to be Harden, Russ.
There's one guy with a ring though, and I give him his props for it as a second option. And these guys have had chances to be second options.
There's more questions to be asked about like how to rank these guys. Like that, you just can't just do that and there'd be no context to that.
Yeah.
We all three of us agree Harden and Russ.
I don't know about that.
No,
I don't know about that. For me, I got to sit down and mess with that.
Okay. What Kyrie does in that group?
Oh, come on.
LeBron and Giannis both elite running backs.
They're trucks.
Super chat this, boys. I thought we were super chatting it.
Bro, one of the craziest 180 turns I've ever seen. He went from calling us like bums and we don't know anything. Now he's saying people should pay us. Like,
what do you mean, bro? Listen, Adam, I don't know what he's talking about. Please pay us. That super chat is open. Steph Curry is arguably top 5. Okay.
I like how we did. I like how we ignored that. Didn't get into that can of worms.
Come on, man. It's top 5. What? Kyrie arguably most skilled player and second best player in the championship run. Jerry,
I agree.
If you know me, you know he is not the most skilled player ever. That is silly babble.
That's silly babble with the ball in his hands.
He's not more skilled than Michael Jordan. Stop it. All ball on screen. Jesse on comments. Bigger duel than Saran. Luka is unwatchable. Nobody cries to the refs more than Luka. It is bad.
I like
It's
watching
bad,
him
but
play,
it's
but
not.
he's bad.
It's bad, but it's not unwatchable. I love watching him.
Nah, I disagree. Luka, public service announcement, please. That's disgusting, man. It is. I'm not gonna lie,
Yeah,
Jesse. You're right.
that side of it is bad. I'm talking about him just playing
Yeah.
basketball. Like I like.
It's not like Harden in his peak. That was
Yeah.
unwatchable to me.
I like watching him play. Yeah, Harden was. I told you I was down here throwing the fucking remote at the screen,
Really?
turning off the TV, bro. It was hard to watch him play, and this is at the peak, 36.
Yeah, when
a
he's
night.
killing. I know. That's the
36 a
thing.
night, and it's just like, oh god. Like,
Yeah, not my
I
style.
thought I
but
was the only
continue.
one that felt that way. Okay.
Nah.
No, a lot of people
Hell-
felt that way, man. A
Hell
lot of
no,
people don't like
Fabian.
Harden.
Hell no. I was right down. Like I was watching the local channel, so getting the local announcers and shit like that.
And they never thought he got fouled either. I mean, I'm sorry, never thought he didn't get fouled, and the Rockets could never commit a foul. I know.
Ever.
Matt Bullard, Clyde Drexler, and Bill Worrell, they never used to think any call was wrong against him.
You called
insane.
the exact commentators. Matt Bullard, Clyde, obviously, well, Calvin Murphy too, but just that whole crew. You right, Dom. Like, and never.
Calvin Murphy
This
got
is
the
a
most
skill.
recognizable.
Because they was calling it foul bait, and it was like that was a skill. Matt Bullard
Yeah.
at one time said that was one of the best skills he's ever seen in his career.
Matt Bullard, you should be retroactively fired and get back your check for that. It was disgusting.
He's not. I don't think he's on the call anymore, though. Matt
He's
Bullard.
not. He's not.
Good.
Ryan Hollins.
Yeah, Ryan Hollins.
How? Wait a
So
minute.
random.
I'm sorry. How is Ryan Hollins as a commentator?
Well, we had him for the Clippers 2019 season. He was really new back then. He's probably gotten a little better, but it's so random to have Hollins with the Rockets. Did he even play for them? What do you think? Flea? You get the local feed a lot, so he's okay to me.
He's okay. He's okay. He's gotten a lot better. You know who's helped him a lot? They have a podcast together, the 7 foot and opinionated. I think that's the name of their podcast. Him and Brendan Haywood. For me, I think Brendan Haywood is really, really good.
Really?
Yeah, I enjoyed listening to Brendan Haywood talk basketball.
Wow. Okay. So that's one guy. Oh man, I don't want to take a shot at him actually, but that's the type of style that's not needed in the NBA anymore. Players like Brendan Haywood. Just saying. Doesn't mean he's bad though. It doesn't mean he's a bad player though. His skills were needed for that time.
For that time. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Cavs did 2018. He got kicked out one game against Miami 2018.
Oh, maybe
damn, we that far back?
The Pacers.
Not
Yeah,
that far back, meaning with
2014.
comments.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah, LeBron got ejected versus Isaiah Stewart. They said Will Chamberlain was never ejected from a game. 21 years is insane, though. No, LeBron is not top 5 right now, not at all. Does not play defense as of the regular season.
Wilt got ejected once. He never fouled out of a game. He got ejected.
Ninoy, stop being in feelings for LeBron, disrespecting people in here.
Yeah, Stocksedio.
On any given night, LeBron can still be a top 2 or 3 player. No. Imagine Michael Bird trash talking to LeBron. He couldn't handle it. Maybe. This is coming from ST or Bron Sexual, who calls LeBron my Messiah.
LeBron sexual.
Stocksedio is great, man. Brandon Ingram.
Joker, Giannis, SGA, Embiid, Luka.
That was L-Ball's list.
No one's in their feelings about, but Jesse. I'm just saying it's an irrational thing to be mad about.
He's not in his feelings. That's how Jesse is every week, bro.
Yeah, Jokic, Luka, Tatum, and Embiid for MVP. Jokic, Embiid, Luka, SGA, Fox.
We could talk about that. We could talk about that on Wednesday, fellas. Early MVP.
Yep.
What's the difference between that and what we talked about now?
In power rankings.
Oh, that's true. Now that's true.
Nothing. But we can promote Wednesday nights 8 p.m. on Instagram. Stop it, Dime.
Keep going.
If you got a game 7, I am. You're not taking 5 players over LeBron. Yes, I am.
That's debatable.
Not for me. Top 3 or 4 aren't even Americans. That's crazy. Yeah, it might be true. First time ever, right? You could argue Ant, Steph, KD. They're in the mix. Fox is hooping too. Fox is definitely hooping. Real quick, rapid fire. De'Aaron Fox or Tyrese Halliburton, who's better right now?
Who's playing better or who I think is better at basketball?
Both.
I put Halliburton in my top 5, but I'll still give Fox the edge because I saw him in the playoffs and he was awesome last year. So,
Flea. We lost Flea. God, Flea. Reading
No,
my
I'm
mind.
here. I missed it. What we said?
De'Aaron Fox or Tyrese Halliburton right now?
Give me Fox.
Jokic, Curry, Luka, Giannis, Butler. Not about who's playing the best this season, but about which 5 players I want me to win a ring. Just to let you guys know, I've been saying Tyrese Halliburton's been better than De'Aaron Fox for the last 3 seasons, but that's just me. Braun's not even top 40 in the league.
What's that?
That's
a troll
cool
comment?
And Pete is barely a top 10 player. This guy is probably the last superstar you want to win you a championship. He's in that conversation for. I don't know if I can root for this guy. LeBron probably not even top 10 right now. It depends on how much you value durability and regular season from a player perspective. Brunson, yeah. He said, woo, yeah, he got it. What's up, fellas? Yes, le PED is
Le
a BP.
PED.
Yes, he does whine and cry and not get ejected. The only time I can think of him getting ejected was versus the Pistons when he punched Isaiah Stewart. He's league GMO created. Damn.
Indeed.
Domio. I stopped saying I'm taking LeBron over this for playoffs after he missed playoffs second time with an effing playing against bum Spurs. Durability matters. Ooh, I like that, Stoximio. Brunson top 5 is hilarious. Should we give props? Yes.
I love Golden Knight, dude. He's got a massive Twitter following, and he makes Laker merch, and he's awesome. He shows hella love, dude.
Golden Knight, thank you for tuning in. You are the man. Bryson was getting his ASS bus this summer. Brunson, yeah, he was. USA. Who cares if a guy is putting up amazing numbers, winning you 50, 60 games when every single year you know he's gonna choke.
Who's he talking about?
He's talking about Embiid.
Embiid.
Yeah, but we're just talking about regular season. He's definitely top 5.
Definitely Embiid.
Yeah. Old boy guy bipolar. If LeBron is not even better than AD, how is he anywhere near top 10 right now? He might be better than
playing really well this past week, by the way. I want to give him a shout out.
Good for him. All right, let's calm down with this Brunson.
We're so harsh on Anthony Davis, dude.
No, it's due, Dime. It's due.
But his defense is so good, and no one gives him enough credit for it.
But you overblow his defense, pause, with the fact that he needs to show up every night. We shouldn't even be talking about LeBron James on the level that we do right now in year 21. With the way, and you're right, Anthony Davis is an elite defender. But this is a guy that was 28 and 12 in the prime of his career. And we're looking at him now, and it looks like in his face, Dom, that he's like, well, I'm giving him my best effort. I'm doing the best that I can. It's like, no, motherfucker, 28 and 15 a night. We talk about Joker and Giannis and Embiid all the time. Those 3 guys were the first 3 that we talked about. But Anthony Davis is a top 75 player? Like, come on,
I think we need to accept the truth, and that's that Anthony Davis has declined, and he's not with those guys. And
that's fair.
Not like the 10th or 11th best player in the NBA. He's fair. Really, really good, and he's still an all-star player without a doubt. But like, that's my thing. That's why I don't think the Lakers are going to win the championship, because LeBron's old and AD is just like a one-level scorer now. It seems like his mid-range is not reliable anymore, and every team knows it.
But I think even at AD's peak and his prime, we would struggle putting him over Giannis and Joker right now, because we know 100%, every single night.
He was better than this. He was still 27 points, and he was moving much more fluidly, and his jumper was a lot better.
I get that, but it's still the level of like Joker and Giannis, like we said earlier. They every single night they're bringing it. That's what they have over AD. Period. There is no excuses, and that's just. The
only thing I'll defend is in 2020 when he first got here, he brought it every game, and he should have been in the MVP race. He was that good, and he didn't get it.
Don, that's almost ancient. Yeah, but Don, that's almost ancient. It's all ancient.
Yeah, I know, but he was talking about it. We went backwards though.
Oh, okay. But just to you know what I mean, kind of continue on what I'm saying. Like, that's ancient. That dude, what Fabian was saying, these dudes we talk about every night. We run to the TV to watch Joker. We run to the TV to watch Embiid. We're still critiquing the fine tuning of Giannis's game with Olajuwon. We talk about these guys with such high reverence, and then we talk about Anthony Davis, and it's like we go a notch below. He deserves to be talked about the way that I feel like you talk about him, but he just doesn't bring it every night. That's as simple as it gets for me.
All right, let's calm down with this Brunson talk. He's insane, but nowhere near top 5. We gotta give our boy props. Noah, sorry. No team with Julius Randle as their second best player expects to go far. Exactly. Hepatitis C.
Agree.
Hepatitis C later is crazy.
Totally
All
agree.
ball
But
having Brunson
yep.
though isn't. I think Brunson's been playing great, but all ball having him there was crazy, in my opinion.
Of course it is. What ceiling do you have for Joker at all time? Honestly, think he can reach the 5 to 15 range in your opinion, Dime?
Easily.
Maybe. I mean, it's top 15. I think he definitely could reach, but top 5. I mean, I don't know.
Top
I
5
need
is
to.
tough.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even have a list. As I said, I know who my 13 best players in NBA history are. I just need to mix it up. I don't know that order. I know who my 13 best players are. Can he break in? Absolutely. I think he can break in over. I think he can have a better career than Steph or Shaq or Hakeem. I think he could.
You think the last 3 or 4 seasons that Steph Curry has had a better season than Joker the last 3 or 4 years? 3 or 4 year stretch? Has Steph Curry had a better 3 or 4 year stretch than Joker the last 3 or 4 years?
I mean, it's really hard to say
Yes.
because
Yes.
the thing is, I see what Jokic is doing without that kind of team that Curry had as more impressive personally. But as far as just play for play, I would think Jokic is maybe, but you know what? Steph's
Don't be
longevity now is
scared.
very impressive.
Don't be scared, Dime.
Okay, you said 3 or 4 year. What are we doing? 3 or 4?
Yeah.
Pick one.
Let's say the last 3 seasons.
Okay, the last 3 seasons, 2020 to 2023. Yeah.
Who's had
Okay.
a better season? Who's had the better years? You're saying?
Who's had
Steph
a better Steph
Oh,
Curry's
yeah, I
best
mean,
3 year stretch versus Joker's
Joker
3 year stretch?
Oh, Steph's best 3 year stretch? No. Steph's best 3 year stretch. There's back-to-back like scoring titles in there, I believe. Over 30 a game. A
No, I don't think.
unanimous.
Who led the league in scoring in 2017? Was it Hart? Oh, was it Westbrook?
It was Westbrook. But at
Okay.
some point, Steph has a scoring title. My point is Steph has a scoring
2016.
title. He also has a unanimous MVP in there. He also has a couple of championships. He also has like
It's tough. I'm gonna go with
tough.
Yo.
It's tough.
It ain't tough for me.
I'm gonna go with
Y'all are
Jokic
bugging.
only because the year with KD, it just felt like they were so overpowering. And that's not to take anything away from Steph. I just think it's more impressive what Jokic is doing. But yeah, but it's very close. I'm not gonna fault anybody for saying Steph.
Yeah,
If
I might roll with Steph. Really.
if you replace like Andrew Bogut with Joker and trade Steph for him, that team is just even better than me. To me, because Joker
It's really hard for me to agree with that, bro. Because that's Steph's empire. Like he made that.
I get all
73. There's a 73-9 season in this.
Yeah.
In what we're talking about.
I know,
too.
but
like,
you know, the ending was disappointing.
Right,
Yeah,
but what I'm
yeah.
saying is,
Performance-wise?
we're talking about perform. I agree with you, Dom. You that is null and void if you don't win a championship. But, oof,
So
73-9.
what's Jokic's best regular season? Was it last year or the year before?
I think his last 3 are his best stretch.
You don't think there's
But I
anyone
don't think it's
Steph
I don't know
2016
if he played his best season last year just because they won. That's not my thing.
Right, regular. Well, he did overall playoffs and regular season, but just regular season, I don't know because we don't watch Denver every night, right?
You watched enough for him. Like he was killing last year. We remember we were going.
Yeah,
everybody kept saying Embiid. We were like, Embiid is not playing better than him. Even though matchup wise, Embiid would beat him on matchups. He didn't play in Denver and Philly when they played, but we were still saying like Joker's still the best night in, night out. He's crazy.
I would assume that he's improved though every year. I'm just saying like because it's not that big of it's not super clear cut. Like if he was that much better in which regular season, the situation has changed. Like the first year he had Murray for half of it, and then he didn't have Murray or MPJ the whole year the next year, and then last year he has his help back. His stats basically haven't changed.
I think it is super clear.
He was close to having a triple double last year though.
I think it is super clear cut because for him he's engineering the offense as well as scoring, and he's just getting the ball like that. That to me is again, like you said, I'm biased towards a bigger player. Like for him to do that at that size, come on, man. That's generational as well.
It is
like
as well.
It is. There's
Curry.
not guys. Yeah, there's definitely not guys out there. I'm sorry, Don. There's definitely not a lot of guys, especially a lot of bigs that play the center position that do or have ever done what he's done.
Oh my God. I'm so happy we're talking about this because yesterday, Swipa, the guy, the Nuggets fan that's on my channel sometimes, he tweeted out when after the Nuggets won, Jokic, top 10 player to ever touch a basketball. And I commented, settle down, Mike Smith. Not saying he can't
Right.
get there,
Top
but
10.
like, and he was, he's obviously saying just off pure basketball. But my argument to that is this: whenever they're playing in front of us, like when we're living through it, it feels like sometimes we're watching the greatest thing ever. Like it just does. Like I remember watching 2018 Braun, and I was like, holy shit! Like if MJ was ever this good, like I'd be shocked. Like, can he really be this good? Then I go back and watch the footage of Kobe in 2008, and I'm like, God damn, bro, I think he's better than LeBron. Like it's just I have these back and forths, and then sometimes I watch Steph, and I'm just like marveling at how great he is. So like to me, it just shows there's so many great players all time, and when you watch them play, and you're really in the moment. It just feels like they're so great. I think Jokic, we're experiencing it. We should enjoy it. But for me, it's a little early. And if we're just going off pure eye test or whatnot, I don't think it's definitive that he's top 10. I think maybe you can argue it, but it's not definitive by any means, in my opinion. His response to me was like, you can only deny it for so long. The rings and all that doesn't matter. But, this, I'm like, dude, but there's been a lot of great players to play. Like, I don't know.
Well, me with the ring thing is like, I think he's big slow Magic. That's who Joker is. Magic
Big,
doesn't play
slow
defense.
How
Magic.
can you be Magic if you're slow, though? Magic was so
What do you
fast
mean?
with the ball in his hands.
That's the point. You're big slow Magic. Like Magic was amazing. He was a big guard, controlled the offense. You don't consider him a point guard, but he's definitely we meet in the middle and we say he's a point center. Never been done before on this level. But to get to that top 10, the exceptions that of players in your top 10 that don't play defense is Shaq and Magic for me. And they were like clear freaks of nature. So Joker, for him to crack the top 10 without playing defense is tough because you can't tell me he's better than Tim Duncan.
He's
Tim
not as
Duncan
bad a
really
defender
played.
as everyone makes him out to be, though, Jokic.
I get that. You're right about that because he's in a lot of defensive categories that we don't talk about. But to be in who is he going to go over? Shaq, Tim Duncan?
That's what I'm saying. Like
Tim
these guys,
Olajuwon?
like you're telling me when people were watching Shaq's prime, they weren't saying similar things. Like they feel like they're watching the greatest thing ever. Like they probably were. Like
we immediately called
You
him most
lived in it.
dominant player ever. Yeah, and with Will Chamberlain guys there, like Will Chamberlain was dominant.
exactly.
We never
A
seen it
guy
before.
like Andy Roth, bro. Like he lived through Wilt Chamberlain putting up those ridiculous stats in the paper every single day. Like that shit's nuts. He's getting like 8 blocks a game. So like
Right.
it's tough. And then like you have a guy like Flea says, Hakeem Olajuwon is the most best center of ever to him. Like Hakeem is very unique. So we have these moments. I think Jokic is putting himself in a category where we're like, holy shit, this is one of one. He's an all-timer, but I'm just not ready to say these things.
That's something that I want to do with you guys. If we're going to sit down and watch a game, the early 90s is the time period that I want to watch with both of you guys. Just sit down and watch it with everybody. We got to sit down and say, yo, were there ever years that Hakeem was better than Jordan? And people just overlook that? Because like Hakeem Olajuwon, when he played, I've watched those Bulls games with the Rockets versus the Bulls in the early 90s. It's crazy when you see it. Like, yo, Hakeem looks like he's better. No, like just
Akeem,
like,
in the era that Akeem played in, it almost looks like he needs to be playing in today's era. Like he just seems light years ahead.
1,000%.
But he played better centers, though. Can we agree on that?
But it didn't matter. Like it's almost like he was
he
a
played-
video
it
game
does
like
matter.
Jordan. No, I'm saying when you're watching the game, he looks different than everyone.
I feel.
Like Jordan did. Like Jordan looked different. But when you see Hakeem, it's like, yo, is he a bigger Jordan? That's what he looked like.
Have we ever seen Hakeem Olajuwon again, though? He's so unique.
Nah.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, though.
There
There's
hasn't been
nobody
a
in the
two-way
league
player
that's
like that.
I mean, I guess you could try to say Embiid, but like really, like I don't know. You guys can talk about it more than me.
When they tried that, I was disgusted. He's not as fast, not as quick. Hakeem
he's
Olajuwon would shoot 18, 20 footers back then. Like I was so glad Kenny Smith came out and said, yo, we were wondering why you didn't shoot 3-pointers. He's like, why do I have to shoot 3-pointers? I'm playing, Shaq, Patrick Ewing, David Robinson 2 times a year each. So I'm gonna dominate everybody else. Why would I do that? I'm gonna bring Shaq out from the post. No one talks about Halliburton.
We did.
Paulson.
That was before. That was right before.
Right, but
Yeah, we've been talking about that dude.
No. He said that before we even mentioned his name once. So I remember.
Okay.
I get that, Don, but clearly he's never listened to me. Bro, this ish is funny. What is Buddy smoking? I need some of that.
All ball. He's talking all ball.
All ball is more biased than the Warriors announcers.
Than the Warriors announcers.
They're terrible.
Halliburton has to win a playoff game. Same with SGA, but they have the rest. I mean, that's fair, man. That's fair. 1,000%. But I've seen Halliburton enough. I've been calling this for years. The way you can see his court vision. It's not because he's playing in the same field as like a Steve Nash. We saw Steve Nash before the hand check rules was extinct and after, and it was damn near two different players. So I don't know if Tyrese Halliburton would have been this guy before the hand check rules as well, but he is in the hand without the hand checking rules. He just
All
has looked
guards,
this amazing on Sacramento.
It was tougher on
Yeah.
guards, period. Like,
Yeah,
continue.
but shout out to Flea. He's the first person to compare him to Steve Nash, and he was dead on about it. And other people copied it. I don't care what anybody says. Jalen Brunson is Homer talk. Yes, it is.
I was one of the first.
You are the first. We're claiming it. LeBron legit got no case over Joker, Giannis, and Luka. This debate about a few guys is definitely not in his favor, regardless of how you look at it. Yeah, not at all. Jalen Brunson is Homer talk. Be serious. He said that twice. Dime Dropper, what are your thoughts on Kawhi Leonard? Are we saving that for?
He's playing better lately. That's it. He's playing better lately. Oh, and I'm very happy he's played every game.
Oh yeah, wow. I refuse to watch those announcers. I just switched to other teams. That's that Knicks fan logic. Yes, it is. LeBron has no case over Luka, Giannis, and Joker yet. He don't have good hands against a bunch of other players as well in a debate too. It's just crazy what LeBron is doing, though. You know, to compare him, the fact that you do have to compare him to the guys in their prime, and he's in 2 decades in, is sick. Sick. My 5 best: Jokic, Luka,
that is insane.
Jokic, Luka, Giannis, Embiid, and Halliburton. Embiid is talented, but a complete foul merchant. Don't show up for games that count, and I can't take him seriously until he does. You can't be injured or sick every major game for 10 years. The F. Jokic's defense is subpar, though.
I think it's par.
Subpar. Yeah, it's par, man.
He doesn't
And
he doesn't get hunted, and I don't think bigs just eat on him. Now, because Embiid is such a great rim protector, Anthony Davis is such a great rim protector, Giannis is a defensive player of the year candidate every year. Like, maybe that's why it's so glaring for Joker, but he's not a guy that you just go up his chest and he's not going to give any resistance. I don't think that's the case at all.
Jokic, Curry, Giannis, Butler, Jimmy Butler, Luka, Durant, Tatum, LeBron, Kawhi, AD, and Embiid.
Jimmy's been playing well.
He has been, but Miami Heat been playing crazy. Brunson not even better than AD. The Warriors broadcast thinks the Warriors have never committed a foul ever, while Steph gets punched in the face every time he has the ball. Well, but Steph, you know what I say, Dom. Steph might have the worst whistle ever. Like, they really beat him down for a superstar guy. Only I think Carmelo Anthony might have the worst whistle ever. And Halliburton gotta get some love, 1000%. Joker in recent history or LeBron on second stint Cavs, who had more dominant case at being what's BITW? Not asking who was better, it's obvious that's LeBron. Who had more dominant case at being BITW?
Best in the world.
Yeah, I'm going LeBron, bro. LeBron's
Well,
the second
Fabian,
best player in my life.
I mean, 2018 LeBron was like, I'll stand on this and say that he could have won. And Don hates it when I say it, but he could have won MVP that year.
No, I don't hate it, but I just think he didn't play D in the regular season. I have all the comments now too. So, all right, Halliburton Fox is better than Brunson, says Ace Boogie.
Do you not like the way I read? Is that what's up, Don?
No, I just like to have control.
Oh, okay.
And SGA, and I'm trying to speed it up because I'm hungry as hell. All right, Halliburton and Fox is better than Brunson. Okay, I agree. Watching Yoke and the Nuggets dismantle SGA and Luka, etc., makes it hard for me to elevate them that high. But hell yeah, Ant, Fox, Hallie, Bencaro, KD, Book, but Joker is God right now. Malone won off voter fatigue just like Embiid last year. Talking about Karl Malone. Mm-hmm. Same reaction, Dime, in reference to Giannis and Aldridge. LMAO. Facts. Voter fatigue is such a terrible thing because both Jordan and LeBron deserve more MVPs. I actually don't think LeBron deserves more MVPs. I think he got all the ones he deserves, but that's just me.
I just agree. Said that. 2018, give it to him.
Over Harden though, and I don't like
it's
Harden.
Hard. It's hard. I hear it, but
he's the number 1 seed.
Yeah,
I'm surprised that Devin Booker is playmaking this season. Facts. National. Who's national? No, Embiid is living off of Maxey. He's a number 2, not a number 1 player. He can't produce like this without Maxey or Harden and the refs until proven otherwise. That's crazy talk.
Embiid is averaging 6.5 assists a game. 50. His career average is 3.3. I think it's like 6.5 now. So he's damn near double the amount of assists for his career. He's playing insane.
Giannis and Jokic voter fatigue recently. Steph, I think most of the time they've gotten it right. Personally, Jokic definitely got voter fatigue last year. There's no doubt. That was disgusting. I don't think Steph could have a couple more, except for maybe 2021. That was the case. But who won in that year was Jokic. You can make a case for him.
Yeah, I think Steph got all the ones that he's supposed to have.
Yeah, Harden MVP, 25, 6, and 10. Clippers. What are these numbers you're getting? By the way, where's the Jason Tatum love? He should have gotten the shout out. Facts. JT been balling this year. Pacers roster isn't great, but they fit well together, I think.
Yeah, 1000%.
Tatum is awesome though. So I want to give Tatum a shout out because we didn't, and he's awesome too.
Yeah, he's playing.
Whatever.
His lows are just very low.
He's playing lights out.
Miles Turner is the Pacers' second option, but he's not suited to that. He needs a legit second star on that team. I agree. Book and KD would get more attention if they didn't have to go through Denver. Joker shrinks their light, same as he does Jamal Murray's and other Nuggets. I disagree with that part. I think Joker gets the best out of everybody for the most part. My name is Dub. I'm looking at the box score. They scored 144 and Halliburton was out of the lineup. But he's still not having a playoff game is crazy. I wonder if he's going to drop or rise. I'm excited to see it too. Tatum and others not clutch until proven otherwise. It's just a regular season good. I totally disagree with that. Tatum has shown it in the playoffs. Just hasn't won a championship yet. Yep. Don't sleep on Sabonis and Franz Wagner either. Fabian likes Wagner. Sabonis is in the doghouse still. Further notice.
Well,
I don't understand why is he so hard on Sabonis. Like
you can't possibly have watched that series last year and say,
you know what else?
But
like,
nah, man,
you dragging it.
It's not dragging it. Like they were clearly better than the Warriors, and now you're seeing it. Like Wiggins didn't even show up. Are we forgetting this? Curry saved them. This bum Harrison Barnes is on the team as well. He missed the game winner. They should have won 4-2 against the Warriors, winning the second round. Maybe it would have made me a profit. Do you understand? It's all about me.
Yeah, yeah, that's why he doesn't. Agreed. Same goes for SGA too. He was good in his rookie year, but we still did not see star SGA at playoffs. Even though I trust SGA, I'm not entertaining SGA over Book debates. I agree. Book is proven.
So hold on. I think Flea said, Flea was talking that somebody told him about SGA in college, and we went to Kentucky, right? Did he go to Kentucky? I don't remember. But I don't think he was projected to be this guy.
Yeah, this is
at any given point in the Clippers.
No, remember he was on the Clippers his rookie year. We drafted him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Book is great in playoffs unless he's not facing elimination. Funny. Better than the Pacers. Bucks, Celtics, Sixers, Heat, Cavs, Magic, and Knicks. I agree 100%. Crazy how nobody's mentioning anybody on the Heat. Haha, y'all just said it as I typed it. Playoff Jimmy is nothing but marketing. The Magic coming, though, and the Bucks as far as top teams. Interesting. Nothing but marketing. I hate Miami Heat injury report. It's loaded all the time, and you never know if those questionables are going to play or not. They're not consistent. Agree. Big facts. Fans deserve better. This is just Tiss. Are you a Heat fan? A lot of teams have players that play injured a ton. They need to suit up and get a couple quarters in. Sixers are nothing without the refs right now, and Embiid don't show up for significant games. Shaking my head. But the Magic, though, them boys out for blood, and I'm a Nuggets fan. Oh, wow.
I mean, the Sixers, Embiid has the most friendliest whistle in the league, probably.
The Magic are legit. I can't stand Suggs, but he's legit, though. That boy's a demon, and the Magic ain't scared of nobody.
Fabian.
Yes.
How many free throw attempts per game does Embiid average?
I'll say 11 or 12. I'll look it up.
He's got to be the league leader right now.
He's
definitely the league leader. Yeah, he's definitely the leader.
There's no way the Celtics will lose to the Magic. Orlando Magic doesn't have the experience yet. Showing love to the channel. Thank you, Flamboyant Fragrance. What an interesting name. Is that a
Flamboyant Fragrance? I love it.
He's averaging close to a career high, or tied for a career high, 11.8 free throws a game.
12 a game?
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Damn.
Enio said, I needed something from Detroit. I want them back on the map as underdog supporter in sports. What's their problem? Too many young guys. I don't know what's going on with the Jaden Ivey situation, but they have no vets to me.
And that has nothing to do with Monty Williams at all.
The Ivy situation's a little weird, though, with Monty Williams. That's the only thing I'll call him out for. That he's kind of been exiling him to the bench, and I don't even know what his role is anymore. And he was a top 5 pick, wasn't he?
Top 5, yeah.
Gobert finally peaking. Not a fan of him or Cat, but Ant and Daniels make up for them. I heard that he likes Killian Hayes more than Ivy. Nah, Gobert's peak isn't well past. Jess said, AD the best center? Who said that? AD
He
who?
just, hey Dom, he just started Ivy over Killian Hayes the other day.
That's good. Not Lakers Anthony Davis. He not a center, and Joker is the best center. Udoka ain't afraid of Braun at all. That would probably be a good fight. He was carrying defensively worse rosters to better defense than Minnesota and his best. I agree with that for Gobert. Did you say the T-Wolves or you don't believe them yet? No, we all said it. I hear regarding individual ability, maybe, but he is peaking in his impact because of how the Wolves are constructed. No? AD? Question mark? Did he want AD in there? Last night made me a fan of Ime for sure. I like what Ballmer's trying to do. He's swinging big, but it's not panning out like we thought so far. I love how y'all trash some extreme stands. Those sessions be hilarious. I love sucking. I agree on that, Justicinio. Ridiculous. He had one of the biggest pauses of all time one time. Sucks Enio. I don't know if I'll say it. Anyway, Ime was trying to do.
Oh no, yeah, don't. I know exactly what you're talking about, Dom. It was crazy. Yes, I do know. He was talking about everyone. He guessed everyone's.
Not that. That was not him. That was Robert Paulson. Stux Enio. You know those. You know Turkish delight, like the little candies things, the jelly. Mm-hmm. Usually it has like a pistachio inside. So we were talking. He was asking me if Iranians have anything like that. And he goes, I like my delight with a little, and he just put the chestnut emoji with a little nut in it. And I was dead laughing.
Yo, I can't find the free throw attempts per game, but Giannis and Embiid have the most free throw attempts total, 188. But Giannis played 19 games and Embiid played 116. Trae Young is up there with 162 in 18 games. So
that makes sense. That makes sense for Trae Young.
Cook Fabian.
Thanks.
Just that. I mean, if he already had a technical, why talk to Braun in the first place and say that? That's true. It's a fair point. He gives no fucks, clearly. Curry, one of them. Who's he talking about? Exactly. I don't understand why you're calling him soft for him responding to someone. Wow, you're still on this, Gabriel? Calling him a bitch. Wouldn't you also call him a bitch for not responding? You would say Kobe would have fire back. Charmaine's a Russ stan, but he's showing love every night. What's up, Dime? What's up, Charmaine?
What's up, Charmaine?
It's SGA. What's he saying? I'm gonna take Devin Booker. Oh, we're talking about the best scorers. Someone said Curry, one of them. Someone said it's SGA. I'm gonna take Devin Booker if I'm asking for 30 a night. I'm surprised none of us took Devin Booker. It's funny how KD used to be better than Curry when they were together, but Curry better than KD and greater. See, I don't know if he was better or he was just being showcased more in the finals based on matchups. Bro, the Nuggets.
KD was better than Steph at a certain point.
But I think it was the early days. I think when on the same team, you could debate it the whole time they were together.
All right, but when Curry, but better than Curry when they were together. But Curry better than
KD was the best player on that Golden State Warriors team.
I disagree.
I disagree
during that run, he was the best player.
I think it was 1A, 1B.
I mean, you could do that. You could do that, but Steph didn't clear KD.
No, definitely not.
At no point.
Steph cleared him.
That stretch. During that stretch, at no point he did.
Yes.
No, it was no clear cut, in my opinion.
Steph didn't run the point guard per se, but he's moving off ball differently than KD.
He's the engine. Yeah,
that sets the tone for everything. Michael Jordan moving off ball changes everything for the Bulls. Like it would never be a 1A, 1B with Scottie Pippen. Like it was just
the talent gap is so wide there.
Yeah, Shaq is one. It was never 1A, 1B for me with him and Kobe. It's just we're talking about a dominant player.
You bugging.
Yeah. Okay.
You bugging. You're bugging. Get the fuck out of here.
This is the gravity they speak to that's been around for years, and they just made it up for Steph Curry. Bro, the Nuggets just left KD 0 for 10 in the second half, fam.
That's right.
The second-year rookie. Stop. Who's the second-year rookie? Okagi?
Peyton Watson.
No,
he was talking about
Watson.
Flea. He was talking about Flea saying that KD was the best scorer in the league right now. And I mean,
me too.
I was saying the playoffs. Joker, the only center ever you can run your offense completely through, not just being a scoring threat. What are you talking about? That's what I have to push back on that because, and this is going back to my dime machine. There's a lot of seasons where Wilt and Bill Russell, they would just throw the ball to them in the high post, and everyone's just cutting off them too. So it's not the new concept. If anything, Jokic was just a better scorer. I mean, than Wilt, old Wilt, and Bill Russell.
We gotta stop you and your little love for Bill Russell. Ain't no way Bill Russell's playing in this era doing that. No way. They're gonna sag off him. We dare you to shoot that 18.
They did the same thing back then. Wilt sat in the paint.
Yeah,
But there's
okay.
creative ways though. You can run dribble handoffs with good shooters
He's
like
not
they did.
Dimes. Knock it off.
No,
That's
there's
the
no
one thing
knock
you
it
don't
off. It's
want.
basketball. Dribble
You don't
handoffs
want
are
to
not
have.
new.
You don't want to. I don't care what dribble handle. They're sagging off of Bill Russell. He's gonna be like. I almost went crazy.
But listen to this comment though. I'm not saying Bill Russell's a better offensive engine than Jokic. He said he's the only center ever you can run your offense completely through, not just being a scoring threat. In the half
Right.
court, the offense was run through Bill Russell, and he wasn't a scoring threat. So that's my counter argument, is what I'm saying. Anyway, watch Luka versus Jokic and try
I'm
again.
quiet
Pam.
on this Bill Russell bullshit.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I'll send you the footage. Like, this is not foreign. My ignorance had to stop eventually. And
But you're dealing with. But see, what was wrong about that is, of course, in that era, yeah, you're right about that. But I think when you compare players like this, you're saying Joker in any compared to every other center in any era. Bill Russell, you cannot put in any era and do that and get away with it. It's not happening. Joker, you probably
get
could.
away with what? He had a
Whatever
poor
you're-
shooting. He didn't get away with it. He had a poor shooting percentage, and they sagged off him all the time. What are you talking
All right,
about?
then.
He didn't get away
Okay.
with it. Their offense was
Exactly.
mediocre. Every year, their offense was mediocre. He's a defensive god, though, and he starts a fast break.
Okay.
Get the fuck out of
Well,
here. They would sag off him all the time. There was no defensive 3 seconds. Nobody called illegal defense back then. They just Wilt just sat there. But dribble handoff with Sam Jones is a great counter. It's a great counter. Because if you're sagging off a big, dribble handoff, Sam Jones is walking into a mid-range. That's called Red Auerbach. Anyway,
Right. But the comment was, going back to the comment without getting all emotional, Joker's the only center ever you can run your offense completely through, not just being a scoring threat. So that's including everything you just said, and scoring and passing, whatever Joker brings to the table.
You could do that with Dream too.
He didn't pass as well as Joker.
I mean, Joker
all.
is, you know,
did he pass as well as Will Chamberlain? Because Will Chamberlain's a
Nah.
dimer, bro. I can send you
Yeah,
clips.
Will Chamberlain's a better passer than Hakeem Olajuwon. Hakeem Olajuwon that was his flaw, a major flaw. of
Will's
his
throwing
offense.
behind the
Flaw?
backside of the post.
Yeah.
What are you
Regular.
talking about right now, Fabian?
Yeah,
No.
Shaq was a better passer out the post than Hakeem Olajuwon. Hakeem wasn't a great
disagree.
passer like that.
No,
But
you
watch
say
the
that
tape.
because I'm saying that because Keem never had the talent that any of these guys ever played with. So yeah, it may look like he couldn't pass out of double teams or pass to great players because them other dudes stink. So yeah,
No, I just think Hakeem was more like was built like a guard, and he was going towards his move to score as opposed to keeping the one hand out, holding the ball out like Shaq could and just dump it everywhere like Wilt did back then also. Like, that's a different dynamic. I'm just looking around and dumping it off. Again, and Embiid really couldn't do that either when he was in low post. He's benefiting from it being at the top of the key. And maybe that's where Hakeem will go crazy. It's playing a lot like Embiid is right now today. But Joker can do that from anywhere in the half court. Damn near. It's pass from anywhere. So that's why I think when he's saying have your offense completely ran through Joker, it's never been done before. Yeah, we can say that because he can shoot and pass from anywhere. And every
But I
center,
think-
maybe Bill Walton. Bill Walton's the other guy that comes to mind.
What's I don't understand, because if we're talking about Bill Walton, then because the one thing that Jokic does is very unique in my opinion, I've never seen before, is that he'll get the rebound and the guards will just start going as if they expect him to bring the ball up. That's the uniqueness I've never seen. But passing out of the high post, and having guys run off of you because you're a good passer. Yeah, Bill Walton, Bill Russell, Will Chamberlain, these guys did that.
Okay.
There's a perception that bigs just couldn't pass until now, which is total bullshit, by the way.
I don't know
And I
who
know
says
you
that.
a lot of Gen Z monsters. Anyway, watch
That's
Luka
me,
versus Jokic and try again, fam. It's Jokic. Too many of Embiid's points come off of free throws. Take free throws made out of the points and his numbers shrink. Jokic is one of the first FTAs in the league. Free throws matter, though. SGA and Ant on the same list, and the line, like Booker and Tatum, are very similar in talent and accolades.
Oh, that's interesting, though. Joker has one of the worst free throw attempts in the league.
That's wild. Love Kyrie as a player and a man.
And a man.
Ant is greater than SGA in this combo. I agree.
Wow,
I'm
he
an
only
old head.
shoots 6.4 free throws a game.
That's not much.
That is weird. Yeah.
Kilby says, I'm an old head. The Clippers had Gary Grant when I started watching. That's a good name from the past. Michigan. It was like 27 or 29 teams. That's fire that you're a Clipper fan that long.
So Dom, you
Okay,
want to hear my Gary Grant story?
Yeah, why not?
There's a Gary Grant story. Let's zoom in on it, please.
So y'all find out the year Gary Grant was a Knick. Somebody find that. So Gary Grant was a Knick at one point, and I was going to Knicks basketball camp for like 8 years in a row. So one year Gary Grant comes, and he has 23 on his back. Like he wore the number 23, I guess, with the Knicks. And I wasn't very familiar with him. So my dumb ass thought we was getting Michael Jordan. Like, so I see 23, but I see on the back it says Grant. I'm like, well, Jordan changed his number? I'm young, so I don't understand how the numbers and all that. It was weird. So finally, the dude comes to the camp, and I'm like, yo, that's not Michael Jordan. Like, who is this dude? And so you figure out it's Gary Grant, and he shakes everybody's hand and shit like that. And that's my first time being exposed to who Gary Grant was.
That's so funny.
He played for the Knicks in 95, 96. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I've never heard of Gary Grant before a day in my life.
Really?
I've heard of Cary Grant.
I heard of the Clippers.
I've heard of Cary Grant.
LeBron, Fish. LeBron is a stand-up guy. Udoka was uncalled for. Wow. I'm having a secondhand embarrassment.
I didn't expect that from Fish.
I didn't either. Fish is
I think he's being
eyes.
sarcastic.
You think so? I like Bron. Kawhi been better for about 5 years, but I hate saying if he was healthy. I'll be so glad when this whole pause and sexual oversensitivity fad is over. As a straight black woman, it's such a turnoff. But shout out to you, fine fellas. Otherwise, though, with a kid, who is this lady?
Just Tis, we love you, baby. We appreciate you, and we are sorry if we made you feel uncomfortable. But sometimes it just gets a little locker room talkish. We apologize, but my beautiful black queen, just understand that we're just having a little fun, baby.
In New York, we've been saying pauses in the 90s. I'm sorry, Jess.
Is LeBron any worse than Podcast P, who says what he's going to do, then falls short? No, absolutely not. Paul George is in the same boat, if not worse.
What did I say? Podcast P, LeBron James, Devin Booker, all in the same book. Be quiet.
LeBron's teammates love him. LMAO. I saw pain in some of those players' eyes when they visited LeBron Museum last week as a team. Really? Stocksini? Man, Stocksini's going in on his boy. He's a LeBron fan.
He said he saw pain in their eyes.
I would not want to be Bron. He seems so thirsty and insecure, and money and fame can't fix that. I'd rather be regular but peaceful and happy with who I am than an insecure textbook narcissist like that. Wow. Not holding back.
Interesting.
The misconception is you got to be friends and like your teammates. Those are YMCA guys, says Fish.
Fish the GOAT.
Also, LeBron fans should stop saying, but he donates the income every time when people critique LeBron. That Stocks Eno's just going in. Steph was always better than KD. Ooh, Terminator 92.
Okay.
Facts, Stocks. People don't have a choice in whether or not they like Bron. His whole system will come for you. Stocks Eno says, dude, you talking to a very passionate LeBron fan. Don't get too spoiled just because I'm chill, or else we'll send clutch SUVs at you.
That's
funny, man. Tongue in cheek. Udoka was 100% right in his response. A lot of players have bitch in them. Braun is one. There you go.
Okay, there we go,
man.
There
the
we
real
go,
Fish. I told you. I know it.
Fish. I know it.
Trash talk is trash talk. Braun starts something. Sometimes he responds. But what bothers me is he feels he's above you talking shit to him, clowning him. That is kind of true. Remember when
That's very true. That's very true.
Love. He doesn't get that. Like, see, I'm not gonna go there. I was gonna say when younger players came in the league with MJ, they were like starstruck. But these young cats, some of them just go at him.
They just go at him. They don't give a fuck.
I think.
But remember, LeBron's in the same zone where Paul Pierce and Antoine Walker were going crazy on Michael Jordan in Boston. And Mike loved it. Like, that's the difference.
The second time around.
Jordan likes that shit when people talk shit. LeBron gets butthurt.
Right, but they weren't starstruck by him.
But the allure of Michael Jordan in that 2002 and 2003 season was very different than the first 14. See, right, Fabian? Like that, the allure of Mike when Mike came back with the Wizards, Ron Mercer was going at his head. Ron Mercer. Somebody
I don't even know who that is.
You see what I'm saying? Like certain guys were just going at Michael Jordan with no care in the world. Like Fabian said, Paul Pierce, Antoine Walker, those Indiana Pacers teams, whoever's on those teams, the Al Harringtons, all those young guys, Vince Carter, like young guys was going at his head. T-Mac, all them niggas. Ron
Mercer was like one of the 10 Kentucky guys that Rick Pitino drafted in Boston.
Sure was.
I don't watch. I'm surprised. I like to surprise Flea with my miscellaneous college facts.
I love it. I do. I love it. You always surprise me when you tell me you don't watch college basketball. Then Then recognize that I know that you know who Ron Mercer is, and then tells me where Ron Mercer went to college, and then tells me who Ron Mercer played for in college. Good job.
That was tough. Thank you.
That was
Stuxinio
tough.
says, love from here, just Turkey.
Yes,
Gabriel
sir.
says, I hated him when he left the Heat. Jesse just pulled greatest lie ever. I'm crying, rolling on floor. No way you was a Braun fan, especially during Miami days. Be fucking for real.
There's no way. Listen, I've been following Jesse since the Miami days. I think he's lying. Like, I'm saying, he's been on Twitter. I've been on Twitter since then. Yeah.
That's true. 2018-19, LeBron kind of changed for the worse. He almost became like a tyrant of sorts. I hated the way he treated the young Lakers, like he literally kicked them out of their own home. That was weird, the way he was taking so many shots.
I will agree with that. That was a little weird for me. I thought that going forward with those guys wouldn't have been a bad thing. I don't think that would have been.
He was never.
awful.
I guess that was never in his plans, huh?
Right, going forward with who was that? That was Bi. That was Lonzo. That was Josh Hart. That was Cool. That was Going forward with those guys. Yeah, those guys wouldn't have been terrible. What I said, Stoxinio.
Said same, Flea. I started liking Braun in 2012 as well with that.
Yo, Stoxinio, let me tell you something. Like I said, man, when that dude said about damn time, I called the world and I said, all right, I'm on the bandwagon now, y'all. I like Braun now. I like him. He's good with me now. He's a champion.
Stoxinio says, read my name like a Brazilian wing. Starting attack with an ultimate speed. Also, sorry for my English. It is getting better, though.
It sounds like your English is amazing.
Sorry, I just have a way to close my blinds and check the doors. Clutch always watching. Opposite for me. I'm taking my talents too. I can't stand a big ego, bro, but to each his own. Fish said, dime, Flea, knock it off. I've been courtside watching Braun at multiple games at every team he's played for. He starts, he responds. He doesn't like getting the business, and you talking to him. Really? Seems like the players always say he doesn't start it.
What did I say, Fish? What Fish is responding to? He said we
got
to knock it off.
No, I was saying that LeBron usually responds. He does not usually start talking trash, but that's what.
That's what I said. Okay, yeah, that's what I said too. Fish, go back to that comment again. What did Fish say? Fish said,
"The dime, Flea, knock it off." I've been courtside watching Braun at multiple games. At every team he's played for, he starts, he responds. He doesn't like it in the business, and you talking to him. That's what he said. Like I said.
Okay.
Get out of
here. Yeah,
but
I don't. I just can't think of one time. I can't think of one time. And I always say I have a PhD in Braun. I've never remember one time where LeBron started talking shit to somebody before they like either hit him.
Because he's a passive aggressive, sneaky individual. That's why.
It's about
like Chris Paul.
Okay. Great. I know Chris Paul's an instigator, though, a lot of times. Justice says great combo. And I love this. Great combo. And I love how y'all aren't screaming over each other the whole damn time. Drop a like for the fellas. Thank you, Justice. I've never seen the comments,
man. Love you, Justice.
Hey,
who is this?
Just real quick. You caught us on a really, really good day. You caught us on a really
you called Flea on a really good day, and you called Dime on a really good day. Those are the biggest over talker interrupters that we got on this channel, by the way. But I'm snitching right now.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
They always cut me off.
Appreciate. Same thought for me to y'all. Thanks, Tuxinio. Fish said worst local announcers in history. Calvin Murphy, Michael Cage. Michael Cage, interesting. For OKC.
Awful.
He's really bad?
Awful.
How come he's bad? I mean, I'm just wondering.
I just don't like him. For me, he's boring.
Yeah, he doesn't. I always think he hasn't offered anything to me. Like,
yeah, and Tommy Heinsohn was the biggest homer. We talk about homers.
Oh, but Tommy Heinsohn. He was the homer, though. He was iconic for it.
God, the homer.
Yo, Dom, they were getting disrespectful. You know how I feel about Tommy Heinsohn.
I love Tommy's a legend, bro. He bleeds green. Listen, if you hate the Celtics, then yeah, he's annoying as hell. But if you don't hate him that much, I thought it was so funny, bro. He would get amazing.
He would get amazing. I wish we had a Knicks announcer like that. You kidding me? That's an awful call. Oh my God, here we go again. He's amazing.
Like that. Frazier is like that.
Cybertron, Paul Pierce from 3 again. He's just killing them.
Frazier was like that.
Referees.
Oh, come on. It gets so bad.
Frazier's nothing like that.
He was like that for a long time.
I wish we had a Tommy. Oh my.
He was like that till he died, bro. He was like that till he died.
Yeah.
Yes. God bless
him. Mike what though? Mike Gorman. Mike Gorman. There we go.
Mike Gorman. It's sad. He's his last season. Mike Gorman is a legend though.
Yeah.
He's still on there. It's his last season.
It's his last season, and it should be. He's making mistakes now. He's going through that old phase where they make mistakes.
Is he?
Yeah.
He's a really
He
good,
is.
like traditional,
Nah,
Two.
old
he
school.
does
I
he
love
does a
his
hell of a
voice.
job. He does a hell of a
I
job.
love his voice.
Word.
Is this guy doing anything? What's his name? They used to be on the Nets and Boston. Scalabrini. He's the announcer now too.
Yeah, he's the color commentator.
Scal
He
does the
took
color.
Heinz's
He's good.
Yeah, but the problem with he's not bad at all, Scal. The only problem with Scal is he had Tommy's shoes to fill, and Boston fans, they have that emotional
you
connection with
can't.
Tommy.
Tommy's amazing, bro. I'm sorry. I wish we had a guy like that.
United winner says dim drop is a B.
Dom drop is a B.
Okay.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
It's your turn this week, Dom.
Yeah, they on your body, dog.
Fish said AD is an athletic
Jesus.
Charles Smith. Oh my goodness. Happy to cheer you all up. The only thing that's declined about AD is his heart. I disagree with that.
Ooh.
Fox better,
Fox
but
better.
Hallie right now having better season. I agree. Only people who only care about offense slander AD. I don't necessarily agree with that. AD not sniffing top 20 right now. I disagree. I think it's a little harsh. If he wasn't on the Lakers, y'all would give him the Gobert side eye. I disagree with that, but he's way better than Gobert. Stop.
That's dope.
Harden is better than LeBron this season. No, he's not. Oh, so now what we know why United Winners doesn't like me. He's a Harden sexual. That's why. Better than LeBron. I watched in Dallas, Andre Emmett, RIP, Griner, Odyssey Sims, go hard, diving for loose balls in a summer pro-am for free. Fuck AD. Oh my god, bitch. Just saw your comment.
Shout out to Andre Emmett, though. He was a hell of a ball player.
Just this dude Stuxino just called Justice a guy. It's all good, bro. I'm just messing in a respectful way. And don't worry, I will do what you said. Justice said, I seriously doubt if Joker plays more than 5 more seasons tops. Enjoy him while y'all can. Really? Are the Nuggets fans saying that?
That's interesting.
If LeBron is a B, then Dim Dropper is also a B with no NBA games played. Rent free, bitch. We love Golden Knight too. His LeBron game winner against Clippers at bubble picture edit was so original. He portrayed LeBron like he was in a 16th century painting. Oh, yeah, Golden Knight's goated. Dime is feisty tonight. Bobby Brady took the gloves off.
Bobby Brady. Yo, he does not get that reference. He does not get that reference.
Who is that?
Bobby Brady is the youngest Brady in the Brady bunch.
Yeah, in the Brady
Bunch.
crazy.
bunch. Yeah, that's
What did you say?
insane.
Did you
I said
just
I
ask
should've
what the
known.
Brady bunch was?
No, of course not. Come on.
Oh, I almost had a heart attack.
No. Of course
Slow
not.
down.
Yoke
baby.
carried while Jamal
I've
was
seen
gone.
every episode of the Brady Bunch in my life. The Grand Canyon episode is crazy. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
He let his foot
Marsha,
off the gas.
when Marsha got hit in the nose with the football. That was insane. That was insane.
And Marshall was hot stuff. What we doing?
Marsha was fire. Marsha was definitely fire.
Come on, man.
Yoke carried while Jamal was gone. He let his foot off the gas and gave Embiid the MVP last spring when Kendrick Perkins made the MVP a race thing. But he gets better every year. He's still peaking.
I thought that was one of Kendrick Perkins' most worst moments on television.
Yeah, you could be right.
That
It
was
was
views.
a bad moment.
Small sample size for Jokic.
But I like the fact that they were talking about it and it became a thing because many people were. I mean, but people like JJ Redick came on there and they were going back and forth. But I think it also led to how voters were leaking on to giving Embiid the award because what he said was what a lot of people were saying, and he was dead wrong, just wrong. The way he was saying, like, oh, most of the voters are not even black anyway. It's like, I didn't know what color they were. I didn't know they even had a box to check, and apparently they did, and he got proven wrong. And he's improved since then, by the way. Kendrick Porkins is a hilarious nickname, by the way. Dime, you just read over that. Kendrick Porkins is crazy.
Yo, I thought that was a typo, but that is wild.
That is hilarious.
That is hilarious.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
That's hilarious. That is extremely funny.
But I think he's gotten a lot better on television. The same way that Kevin Garnett has gotten a lot better. Even though they get I disagree with our things that they say. They just
so why they
go ahead.
No, my fault, Fabe. I was gonna ask. So why did they give my boy the chance to redeem himself? They need to put him on a podcast or put him somewhere to get himself together. Because I love Chris Webber. No, I love Chris Webber, but
Chris Webber is trash.
They got C Webb the fuck out of there so fast. Well, no, they gave him a couple years. And then it was like, all right.
Chris Webber is trash. I think he's garbage.
He's not very good at it. I agree.
At least Jalen Rose made a character out of whatever he's doing. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't care with Jalen Rose either.
You're bugging. One of the best
I
to
mean,
do this. One of the best to talk this stuff.
I think Kendrick Perkins is way better than Jalen Rose right now.
Really?
Yes, I
don't
would
know.
rather listen to Kendrick Perkins and Jalen. I can't stand Jalen Rose for more than 3 minutes. He's crazy to listen to.
I have no problem with him. Let's see. Small sample size for Jokic. Jokic beat 3 play-in teams last year. Not an impressive run. The Suns were not a play-in team. Here we go. Such a lazy, casual take that only people who don't watch ball make against Joker. Feel that. Defensively, Joker stands behind you, puts 2 palms in your back and pushes. He shows big to block a shot, but really nothing else. Yeah, that's about right.
I mean,
He's
at
smart with his
one
movement.
point, that's all Biggs really did. If he wasn't really good at playing defense, what Fish just said is actually what most bigs would do. Is just show big, make yourself big. Pause.
I think he does a good job of using his body though in the pick and roll to not let guys get easy shots. And I think he's very just savvy, man. He's just positionally aware, you know, the way he uses his body.
I'm still very I like that comment because you know me, I'm stuck on free throws a lot. How people can get the team is in foul trouble. And I'm surprised Joker only averages 6 free throws a game, and it lends to my theory that Halliburton is like a baby Joker, just better at shooting. Halliburton averages like 5 free throws a game. That's Halliburton's
down low and he doesn't get him, which is crazy to me. He gets so many pushing, like so many times where people push him and stuff like that, like so much stuff of that nature.
I'm surprised about that. That's Halliburton's biggest flaw right now. The moment he learns to have a move to get to the paint and create fouls like that, he's gonna be a different level of player. I don't know if he ever could because he looks kind of weak to me.
Nah, he's good. I can see that wiry strength. Like he looks like he's getting a little stronger, and he's gonna have to get stronger. That's just is what it is because film is gonna start to come out on him. People are gonna start to figure out the best way to defend him. Not saying that they'll be able to stop him, but the best way to defend him. He's gonna have to be able to be strong and finish at the rim. He's got that unorthodox shot, but he's able to get it off. But when teams start game planning for how he approaches, he's gonna have to be able to be strong, get to the rim. He's already a 90% free throw shooter, so that's already a great thing. But
it was the same thing with SGA last season. The major thing that jumped up, he shot less three-pointers. He's more in the paint, and his free throw attempts jumped up to 10. And it may not have been that much if Chet was there because this year he's averaging 7 free throws a game. It was at 6 like 3 weeks, like a week ago. So now he's averaging 7 free throws a game because Chet is there. But that changes everything when you're in the paint and you're forcing the team to foul you. You put them in foul trouble, and you can pass the way Halliburton does. I'm surprised Joker doesn't average more free throws, man.
All right, let's keep going. Justice said late 80s, early 90s film set should be fire. I appreciate that. Clippers announcers are bomb, by the way. Oh, thank you. LMAO.
Jimmy, come on, man. Jim Jackson.
Yeah, and the Czar Mike Fratello. LMAO,
the Czar.
Legend. I deleted the first comment of mine and sent a better English version, but looks like it don't delete from y'all. Lesson learned. Relax.
So Stocksinio, you sound like you from New York or something. You don't even sound like you from
People talk about Jokic defense like he's Zion on defense. He uses his body well in the post, and defensive boards count as part of defense. I agree with that. Zion's definitely worse. Let everybody get the same PEDs and then be playing into their 50s too. Oh my God.
Jesus,
my five best: Jokic, Greek Freak, Jimmy, Zion, Brandon Ingram. Are you a Pels fan? 2 Pelicans in there? It's ridiculous. Daily reminder: Zubats is a bum ass center, and Daniel Tice must start the 4th quarter. Okay, whatever.
Wait, do you agree with that?
No.
Daniel Tice was there for the final couple plays with them for the Clippers when Russell Westbrook again. Nobody talks about that. Russell Westbrook got that clutch rebound.
Yep.
Against the Warriors.
Plenty of people talk about
Daniel Tice was in the game, no?
Look at that comment right there. 2018 LeBron was him.
Yes. Him. I disagree with this, though. Clutchest player of all time. He made 2 game winners, but I'm still not rolling over.
That playoffs, he made a ton of game winners, too.
But would you take 2018 LeBron in the clutch over any player in NBA history?
No.
There's a few I would take over that.
Exactly. There you go.
Yeah.
Watch Zubats. I watch it. I think you guys don't understand what you're watching a lot of times. Zubats.
Why is this dude killing Zoo like this?
Got to prepare for Ramadan season, brother. I'm with you. I don't fast yet, though. Best player in the world equals best.
Yeah, we figured that out. Thanks, Doccinio.
He said, Joker make a lot of business decisions too. he has a terrible whistle, but he locks down later into the games. He just does it different. It's not on the air with blocks. Yeah, he definitely doesn't go above the rim. That's for sure. Dime
Can't
used to
jump
reading
over a phone book.
yeah, literally. Dime used to reading my English, and I was active in last minutes, just in time, clutch.
Taxinio.
Grizzlies suck. Thank you.
Thanks,
A lot of
thanks.
Magic talk. Are they Fabian's management team? I'm about to blush at this point. I love y'all and also admire y'all b-ball knowledge.
Appreciate you.
Oh, Bilal Abbasi.
Bilal. Hey,
He's a
let me tell y'all something real quick.
Oh my God, where's this going?
I'll come on screen for this one. Let me tell y'all this real quick. Bilal has to be one of the illest names of all time. It has to be one of, and if you're in the comments and you're a House Party fan, if you ever remember House Party 1,
Bilal.
if you remember what Martin's
Switch.
name, if you remember what Martin's name was in House Party, Bilal, the DJ with the stank ass breath,
Dragon breath.
Bilal got to be one of the illest names. So shout out to Bilal.
Yeah, he's a Clipper fan. Man. He's got good knowledge. He's got good knowledge.
Come on, yeah, get it, baby. Come on, switch.
Yo,
Ain't
bro.
my type of hype.
Oh, look, this guy.
What?
He
Yo,
said-
Down, we in a different bag. You talking about early 90s?
What he say? Hey,
look
so what he say? Yo, stop
ain't
bumping
my
the
type of
table.
hype, baby.
He say, yo, stop bumping the table. Don't bump the table no more. We'll play some shit I can dance to.
Girls just wanna have fun. Go ahead,
Dom, you gotta go
We
watch
good,
House
baby.
Party if you haven't.
You have to watch the first two house parties, Dom. If you have not watched them, you're out of your mind. With your
Yeah.
big nose.
Bruh, you did not call Braun a bitch when you were a bitch that likes the Clippers, bruh. Oh my God. I didn't read the title. You get so butthurt, but you're in the live so frequently that like you're watching a bitch's live. So what does that make you?
Ooh.
don't know. Come on, call
Feisty
me,
Dom. Feisty Dom, like Fish said.
Gabrielle Onimus. Pau could. Pau
Pau
Gasol
could
can
what?
catch in the post. That's damn right.
Oh, that's right. That's a fact.
Stux Enio Jess Hart. Gary Grant, Antoine Jobert, Roy Tarpley, Glenn Rice, Michigan before the ship. Grant
sir.
and Jobert. Am I saying that right?
Yeah,
The general and
Jabbar.
the judge.
Yeah. Nah, Fish giving us a little history lesson. That's the team that won the 1989 national championship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out Glenn Rice. All ball
Glenn
and
Rice is
Jesse.
tough.
Yeah. All ball and Jesse wash my brain. Shaking my head.
You see in Spanish, wash my brain. Hey, man, I don't know el mente. It's brainwash. It's all ball and Jesse brainwashed me. That's how you say it. Because in Spanish, you translate it like that. Wash my brain.
Is that what you think he's saying?
I know he's saying that. He's saying brainwashed.
Oh, interesting. That's so funny. I'd be thinking Stux Enio's just trolling when he types like that. I forget that English is not his first language.
No, I think he's Brazilian, right? So he's probably speaking Portuguese.
Speaking of Brazil, where's my guy Bernardo?
We gotta send him a thing next time, man. He's off Twitter.
He's off Twitter. Full disclosure: Gary Grant handles was easy money. Is he saying to steal the ball from him?
No.
Or he's saying his handle was money?
Mom Mercer was a bum from Kentucky.
Celtics. And
no, Fish, he was nice, Fish.
Turbo
look what Turbo said.
Ron Mercer was nice in college. Ron Mercer was a poor man's Billy Owens, says Fish.
Ooh, a Billy Owens reference.
Billy Owens played for Golden State. Only Turbo brings up Billy Owens. Billy Owens was on Golden State with Chris Webber and Chris Mullin.
Yeah, but Billy Owens was at Syracuse with Derek Coleman and Sherman Douglas. Somebody fact check that for me. Or was Billy Owens there with Ronnie Cycli?
Wow.
I don't know Ronnie Cycli went to Syracuse. Wow.
Yeah, he did.
Dime, just a heads up. A lot of my comments are out of context now, so some misunderstandings. Yes, free throws matter, but you were talking about best scores, so different ways to look at that. Pure points, free throws, assists. Yeah. It's official. Flea is clutch sports. Why is he saying that?
Yo, Fish, if Flea is clutch sports and we ain't got a sponsor yet, we're gonna jump him. We're going down to Houston, we're gonna jump
I
him.
ain't doing my job then.
Yeah, we're gonna hold him hostage. And yo, LeBron, send that sponsor.
Thanks for verifying that, Fabian. See what I mean? Joker's scoring looks way different when you separate points there without free throws. I thought PG was on his bully shit. Don't get mad at Braun for calling Udoka out. See, this is the problem with you Laker fans that get really sensitive or LeBron stands. What does Paul George have to do with anything? You're just doing that to combat me like it's going to hurt my feelings. Like the problem is I don't care about these players that much.
No, and never mind is making our MV 2113 is making our point. PG and Braun are both front runners, dog. That's what we've been saying. Hate to break it to you. That's my thing. Dom. I always say hate to break it to you.
My favorite LeBron championship talk, even more than 2018. Tommy Heinsohn shout out. Okay, we talking. Tommy got fired by CBS of the Mikhail Rambis clothesline. Yeah, is it because why again? Is it because he didn't say that it was dirty or anything?
Nah, they got him out of
the builder said, "Man, I hate when people like look at that profile picture. That's just sad to have a Russ with a brick." Is the
Brian
Russ the Builder.
Seaman.
His name is Russ the Builder.
Ridiculous. It's sad.
But who the hell is Brian Seaman?
He's our play-by-play guy that took over for Ralph Lawler.
Okay.
Oh wow.
He's better on the radio, but I think he's still good. Gobert is an all-time great defender. Why do we slander him? I just don't think, all time.
Here comes Phoenix plays.
I don't agree with all time, bro. I think he's an all-time great rim protector, but I think defense is a little bit more than just rim protection.
How is he not an all-time great defender at this point, Dime?
I
Let's say he's top 80.
I don't even understand Dime's logic with that one. Like
To me,
my biggest sign of how good you are at defense is if you can fucking guard one-on-one, no help defense at the park. Gobert is getting bitched by a bunch of great centers all time. Facts. And he's not, and he gets lucky he doesn't play in an era with them. Talking about he's lucky he's in the church. No, he would have been playing against Shaq in the 2000s, and he would have gotten thrown into the rim.
Darian, listen to me for a second. Please.
I thought the government.
The government.
Darn.
Listen to me. How many guys can you count on your one hand right now? One hand that could sit in a chair and defend right now. That you're pleased with, that you find
plenty.
I'm
just saying we're not using all the words all time though. We're not using the words all time though.
I'm
not calling Andrew Wiggins an all-time defender, even though I think he's one of the best in the league right now. Or Mikal Bridges. Like I think all time.
Andrew Wiggins doesn't have not one speck of a defensive player of the year, my brother.
Yeah, but see, then ask me how many fucks I give about the media and their awards. That's another
here
thing.
we go. You Gen Z.
Anthony Davis.
This is when he goes Gen Z, please. We got him.
That's not Gen
we got
Z.
him. We got him. Where's that?
Gen Z talk.
Anthony, I don't care.
We got him.
I don't care. I think like there's 10 centers I might take over Gobert defensively all time, straight up.
10?
Might be.
Hold on.
Defensively?
Hold on. Let me cook. Let me cook real fast, Fabian. Let me cook. Are you taking Gobert over Dikembe Mutombo?
No.
Are you taking Gobert over Alonzo Mourning?
No.
Okay.
These guys you're naming like these are freaking dogs, dude. People are intimidated by them. As Anthony Edwards said before he even got him on his team, ain't no one scared of no Gobert. But I'm saying he does intimidate at the rim. But I'm just saying, like from a mental perspective.
Let me ask you this. Defensively, are you taking Rudy Gobert or Dwight Howard?
That's a good one. Well, who are you guys taking? I'm actually curious.
Dwight Howard, stop.
Okay, I'll take Dwight Howard too.
I would probably take Dwight Howard because of I think they're both similar rim protectors. I think Dwight off the ball probably defends more positions. But the thing about it for Dwight with me is that how demonstrative he was on the defensive end.
Yeah.
Gobert is gonna block your shot, but Gobert's gonna block your shot, Dime. And at how tall are you, Dime?
Like 5'8".
5'8". So at 5'8", you go to the rim and get your shot blocked by Gobert. I promise you'll go back to the rim again if you have another lane to the rim. Certain guys would think twice about going back to the rim with Dwight Howard defending the rim. Same thing with Dikembe. You know what I'm saying? Let me ask you this.
Are we going back to like how far are we going back? Because there's a lot of great defenders in the eras that you guys don't like, but there were great centers defensively.
Mark Eaton probably was a better defender than he was.
I don't know about that. Gobert for all the shit people give him with this. I haven't seen Mark Eaton play enough, but for all the
Mark Eaton was for his.
I
know Bill Russell's a better defender than him. That doesn't have to be discussed, does it? Defensively?
I got a special one.
No,
I got a special one for y'all. I got
Nate
a special
Thurman.
one for y'all. Fabian, Dom, I got a special one for y'all. Who do you want more? And we're talking defensively. Who do you want more, Rudy Gobert or Marcus Camby?
I'll take Gobert. Shout out to my UMass brother though, Marcus Camby. I'm taking Gobert.
Okay.
Yeah, because if
Fabian?
that Denver team, just defensively,
You may have named Bill. If you throw Nate Thurman, Bill Russell, Will Chamberlain in there, though, you might have 10. And we didn't even have to say Hakeem. You might have 10 right there.
And David
King's not
Robinson
good,
won a
bro.
Defensive Player of the Year award as well. D-Rob was.
I'm gonna ask you guys. You watched him play live. Who's better defensively, Robinson or Gobert?
Robinson.
I'm gonna
That's
just
not-
go
okay,
Robinson.
that's
I'm gonna go David Robinson just because of
And I would take Ben Wallace too.
how fast he was from block to block and from like that drill that you do. I don't know if y'all ever seen the drill where you are in the paint and depending on what side of the ball goes to, you gotta hit the corner three. So like the line. So like it's a defensive drill. So if the ball gets swung to the right side, you gotta as the guy playing in the paint, you gotta get to the right wing and hit. And it's like suicides. But I was watching David Robinson do that drill, and I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Like that shit was amazing to see a dude at that size be able to laterally move and then get back into the paint too, Don. That's the wild part. Like he was from the paint out to the 3-point to the short corner three, and like less than a half or 1.5 steps. Like it was. I gotta find the clip. It was insane. So I don't think Gobert is that fast on his feet like that. So
I think personality has
Ben Wallace role, but Ben Wallace had to guard in the post a lot more, man. That's the thing that you're not giving him credit for because it's hard to see. Because I know you started watching basketball recently and you haven't seen like when there was really great post players in the league, like multiple of them. But that's just brutal honesty though. Because
I think personality has a lot to do with it too. That's why I like what Flea said with Dwight Howard.
Agreed.
Was demonstrative because he there was an intimidating tone, even though I used to hate him slapping the ball into the stands. There was like I think I just saw a couple of interviews. I forgot who said it when they were on his team. Like, yo, make LeBron and D Wade funnel them to me and make me block their shots. They're not gonna come back here for the second half. And I was like, Dwight Howard said that? Wow. So I think like someone like, let's say for instance, with personality, like Chris Middleton doesn't have the personality to really kill out there, and he should. If he had a different motor, and that's not talked about enough.
Middleton, that's a random
yes,
name. Yep.
It is. But I'm just saying in terms of like the guy who we think he should be had 25 a game easily, but his personality doesn't have, and he doesn't have that motor. So it goes his personality kind of takes away from him, who he is on defense.
Yeah, but his shot diet. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry, Dom. I'll go after you. Go ahead.
I was gonna say his shot diet though is all contested jumpers though. He's not doesn't have much wiggle off the bounce, and he doesn't get to the rim like that. So I don't know if I could say he could average 25 easily, but he's definitely a bucket. I mess with his game a lot.
I was just gonna say that I feel like Middleton has really overachieved. He's another one of those guys that was a second round pick. The team that drafted him didn't really give him a shot in Detroit. Now he finds a home in Milwaukee and becomes a 2-time All-Star, a champion, second best player on the championship team. Yes?
Yes. He was their closer for a lot of that run.
Drew Holiday is the best player, second best player.
That's debatable though.
Okay, that's debatable. I'm fine with that, Fabe. I'm fine with that. If you go Drew or Dom goes Middleton or we flip-flop, whatever. But what I'm saying is that he was a top 3 player on a championship team. Let's say that.
Easily.
Top 3 player on a championship team after being a second round pick. So that's I think for what you're saying, if he had and we use this word so much, if he had a motor or a higher motor, I think if you're an NBA player, you have a motor, but if he had a higher motor, maybe he would demand more touches. Maybe he would take more shots. But like Dom just said, in that 2021 run to the NBA Finals and to win, game on the line, late game situations, that series against Brooklyn, all these series I'm thinking about in Atlanta, like he was special. He was special. So
You're absolutely right. It's funny. Somebody was arguing me in the comment section about Westbrook and saying that like people don't remember the third options on championship teams. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like there's legends that like are remembered as the third options. Like it's because they only view from a stand perspective of like what the talking heads are going to say about their favorite players. But like, you think Dave DeBusschere isn't special to those 70s Knicks fans? Like you think James Worthy's not special to this community? You think Bosch isn't special to Miami? Like, Drew
Right.
Holiday and
Let's-
Middleton for those Bucks teams. Like, you're crazy.
Is
Let's
James
go
Worthy
hard.
is James Worthy the best third option ever on a championship team?
He's in the conversation.
So they're definitely debatable. Definitely debatable. I think that's a conversation. I think that's a great
Absolutely.
conversation. to
He's
have.
in there. He's in that mix.
I mean,
He may have only been a third option for like the first ring, though, the Kareem MVP one, because those other two, Kareem was kind of old. I feel like he'd be the second option.
but like
Okay.
the 85 one, Kareem won Finals MVP.
Yeah, so that would be third option
So-
worthy, which is
Yeah, that's third option
pretty
worthy.
cheese.
87, I think Magic wins that Finals MVP, and then 88. Worthy has a Finals MVP.
Yeah, but Magic's the best player on the team.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Golden Knight says, I don't know who this stocks dude is mentioning. We're at the end, by the way, guys. About to be. A dude is mentioning me. I'm just enjoying my canes right now. Hi, as fucking joined the stream. Where you be getting canes at, though, bro? You in Burbank? Or are you in that one and they opened up in Inglewood? Because I think they opened up one in Inglewood, but that's scarce over here in Los Angeles.
I got to get Fabian. Fabian, have you had Raising Canes yet?
No.
Okay.
Chicken spot. Don, how's life been treating you? It's been pretty good. I've been worse. I've been better. I got to stop going out so much, though. I'm spending too much money after I got in my car accident. I got to chill. Knicks announcers definitely elite as well. Absolutely. You got maybe the best combo, Breen, and of course, one of the greatest
Breen-
players to ever touch the rock, Clyde Frazier.
There you go.
It's my guy, man.
There you
That's-
fucking go.
No flaws besides free throws.
Here you fucking go, Dime.
Why you get so mad at the goat?
I called Dime randomly one day. I said, Dime, tell me something bad about Clyde Frazier. He couldn't do it.
I did free throws. He's not
You
great at
said
them
free
for
throw. You
point
just
guard.
said free throw. You said free throw.
Yeah. AD is greater than every Clipper. Okay, maybe. I mean, right now you can make an argument. Plays defense, plays with effort, plays hard. I don't think he always plays hard. He plays defense and he plays with effort, but I don't think he always plays as hard as he can. That's more of an offense thing.
His defense.
What is that Lake? Yeah, what is that Lakers team without AD defensively though?
Oh, horrendous. They're a joke, bro. They're an
Yeah.
absolute joke.
I just thought about that. Like, I know we're harsh on them, and it's because the Lakers and it's AD. They're playing with LeBron with that spotlight on them. But
Fabian, where do they rank defensively? And where have they ranked defensively over the last 4 seasons? Matter of fact, fuck this season. Where did they rank? Yeah, look for this season, please, and look at the season that Dime jumps out the window on all the time. The 2020 season.
Their defensive
Well,
rating was
they were-
great in
they-
2020, was it not?
yeah, and they were
I
the
gotta
best
pull it up right
team.
now.
I don't care.
You
what
got it,
that-
Dime? If
Yeah, I
one of
got
y'all
it.
can grab Okay.
Third in 2020 speaks.
Third?
The numbers speak. That speaks for
Okay,
itself.
that's perfect.
2021 first. Damn, bro,
2020,
AD.
and then they followed up the next season being number 1.
Yeah, that's the season
Wow.
that Fabian always says
They
that
were-
the defense for the Lakers was great.
Wow.
Oh, I didn't
And
see,
then-
and I never looked that up.
Yeah,
But that's the
No, I
season.
guess
You look
only.
it up. When you look it up, there's a
were
game
number
against
one.
Denver. I always tell you this, Dom. You look it up. It's a game against Denver. Joker kills the Lakers and Anthony Davis. They come back the second half, and Anthony Davis totally shuts down Joker, and it's a beat down. And that's before Anthony Davis got hurt, and the Phoenix Suns went into the finals that year.
Well,
That
here's
was
the
horrible, but they
question.
look better that year.
If y'all
The next
go
year,
back-
we know AD was hurt and they got Westbrook. It was a whole garbage. They played no D at all. Last year,
If y'all-
11.
if y'all go back and look, right, and I think this would be kind of cool for us to do as well if we ever get a chance. And the offense was different. Denver's offense was different because minus Murray. But how was AD defending Joker 2020 and maybe even 2021 as opposed to how he was defending him last year in the playoffs?
I'm going to tell you the
Like,
honest truth. I think
what
Jokic
was-
is better now.
I can agree with that. I think that's flat out the biggest part of it. But I'm sure he had to be defending him different than he was in those first times they're matching up in the playoffs.
I know I have a tweet where I said in 2018, 2019, 1A and 1B best players in the league was Giannis and AD. And I only gave Giannis the edge because of his motor, and I was saying that back then. But to I don't remember how they played against each other. I don't
I'm
remember.
gonna go and look at that because
I want to go
really-
look back at that.
Remember, they also had other big bodies, though, in that conference finals. They had Dwight Howard to
Right, they was
absorb
throwing
the big
Dwight.
foul
They had
trouble.
they had the JaVale. Wasn't JaVale on that team too?
Yeah, and he had a great regular season, too.
Yeah, JaVale was
awesome.
on that team. So they had big bodies to throw at Joker and to just wear him down.
But I probably have to agree with Don even more that Jokic just got better.
Yeah,
He just got better.
If anyone, oh yeah, this is Fabian. I think his first finals. If anyone has time, I would suggest watching the '91 finals. Really good watch. Yeah, it's always great to see two of the best to ever touch a ball play against each other, Magic and Mike.
I was in fourth grade, and they kept talking about Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was the greatest basketball player of all time, greatest thing since sliced bread. And I watched Magic Johnson versus Michael Jordan '91 finals. First time in my life I seen a basketball game in the NBA, and I saw them going headed to the locker room at halftime, and Magic was taller than Michael Jordan. I was like, wait, I thought Michael Jordan was like the biggest giant playing basketball. That's how much of a noob I was to to the basketball world. I use the word noob now, Dime. Yes.
I haven't heard that word in so long. When Kenny Smith ran to the go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that's funny, Fabian, because the following year is the first finals or like regular season or just season I watched. That 92 NBA finals is the very first finals that I could have full recollection of sitting down watching with my pops. We sitting down in the basement on the box TV with the how you turn the shit with the dial turn. Yeah, with the dial on the box. Yeah, we sitting down watching the 92 finals on that joint on NBC. Did you watch basketball? Would you watch them hoops when the NBA was on NBC, Dom?
No, there was no NBA on NBC yet for me. Sucks. Okay. When Kenny Smith ran to the screen, stopped, turned around, and did the timeout signal on Weber's birthday, LOL.
That's funny.
Detroit, Charlotte, Portland, and the
Yo, I didn't know that was Weber's birthday.
Yeah, he violated C-Web.
That's crazy. Detroit, Charlotte, Portland, and the Palmdale Snails Clippers are easily the worst franchises in the league. This guy is like,
damn, where'd that hate for the Clippers come from?
He just got really butthurt.
He got a beef with this guy. Hold on a second, Dom.
I don't have a beef with him. He's in here every night.
This Detroit team, Fleet, we got to get over this, man. I need to find out how if Monty's really this bad.
Bro,
now there's pressures out there.
It's not Monty, bro.
So what is it?
They're too young.
He is known to, when he has an opportunity with young teams, he always builds them up. Just give him a moment. He just walked through the door. Literally just walked through the door with a bunch of 18, 19, 21, and 22-year-old kids. You got to give this dude an opportunity to instill a culture in that locker room. And he's doing it right now. Every time you see that dude speaking at the podium, he is not babying these kids. He's not. He's saying everything that needs to be said about what his basketball team looks like. They don't play with heart. They're not, he's saying all the right things. They're not executing. He's talking about all the things that young teams go through. Now, not playing with heart is not a young thing. Either you're going to play hard or you're not. But not executing, that's usually happens from teams that are just younger and not experienced. So please give Monty Williams a moment, bro. Don't throw him out to the trash yet, because if you look at his track record, every team that he's walked into, he's built that team up to almost a championship level, a la with the Suns. You know what I'm saying? So he did well in New Orleans that time around. Like
they weren't championship level with him though.
No, not
Byron Scott.
No, not telling you. No. I'm not saying, but what I'm saying is everywhere he's going to coach, he's been really successful. So. Yeah. I don't want to throw him out to pasture yet. Those kids just are figuring out how to play NBA basketball. They got a lot of good players over there. That Jalen, the piece there is really Jalen Durant. Like Cade Cunningham is good, but I think the untouchable piece there is Durant.
Oh wow!
You can't move him. Everybody else is like, And Thompson. Yeah, Asor and Duran. After that, Cade is cool, Ivy is cool, Marvin Bagley, we still trying to figure out, is he an NBA player or not? James Wiseman, we still trying to figure out if he's an NBA player or not. Like Killian Hayes, I like him, but maybe he needs a new chance.
He's trash.
All I'm saying, bro, is that there's only but 2 players on that roster that, in my opinion, are untouchable, and they just, for the young players that they do have right now, you just gotta, you gotta buy into what Monty is selling you, and just, figure out, play hard. Because when you play hard, you're gonna just win. You're gonna just win games. You're gonna stumble on a win in February in Phoenix. You just so happen to be playing the Phoenix Suns, and because you played hard, you got a W. Like, get into that bag, because they're not even in that bag.
Yeah. All right. In 10 minutes, I'm starving. I gotta get out of here. So we gotta read these quicker. And we shouldn't go
It's
on
your
as much.
fault, Dom. You see, you want to read on the comments. Read on the comments. There you go.
I'd be nice to fans, but I want to go.
And Dom said he had time today. And Dom said he had time today.
I do. So. Well, this is a lot of time. It's 3.5 hours. Y'all going to barely make the plane with podcast pianos bullshit. Okay. So true. Late 80s, early 90s NBA and NCAA ball was legendary. Duke, UConn, UNLV. Justice knows her ball. Mm-hmm. My least favorite players of all time: Rondo. I love Rondo. Simmons, Drummond, Andrea Bargnani, and Hito. I actually like Hito Turkoglu a lot.
I think Jaime Jaquez Jr. could be Hito Turkoglu.
What'd you say?
I said I think Jaime Jaquez Jr. could be today's Hito Turkoglu.
Ooh, he might be a little bit more skilled off the bounce, but I don't know. Is his jumper like that? Hito was like cold as fuck.
Skilled off the bounce, but I think Jaquez Jr. could really shoot it. He defends. I don't know if y'all remember Hito. I don't know if y'all remember Hito was a solid defender in Sacramento, coming off that bench. He wasn't.
Imagine what? He wasn't horrendous. He wasn't horrendous.
He wasn't dog shit.
I'm not saying he just wasn't. It wasn't as defender. Like.
Look at this though. He was a better defender than Peja was.
Of course, yeah. Come on. That's not saying much. That's not saying much
at that time.
Yeah, and looking back on it, I mean, that's another what if team. Like, what if they would have Hito at the point guard or something, or just that? Like, that's a roster that these Gen Zers would look at and be like, "Yo, why didn't you do this and that? Like, you couldn't do that back then." That Sacramento roster.
But Bobby Jackson, though, Bobby Jackson's a good player that'll come off the bench.
Bobby Jackson's an excellent player.
Killing at Minnesota. I watched the game. Elite 8. Scott Pollard. Shout out to Scott Pollard. Elite 8 against UCLA.
He was at Minnesota.
Yeah, he was insane. Like he beat them, and he was like he clearly jumped off the screen. NBA player, and Mike Bibby is starting point guard. Mike Bibby's
they got Jason Williams out of there for Mike Bibby because
I like Mike Bibby. Mike Bibby, his what's it called? His nephew is on my 6th grade team.
Did Scott Pollard go to Kansas or was that the Nick Collins?
Both of them did.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah. Thanks, Fabian. Says Stoxinio. NV13. Put some respect on him before I get mad, bitchinio. Sorry, Jess. I forgot. Favorite players of all time.
Stoxinio wins tonight.
Yeah, he's the GOAT. Lowry, Scotty, Bam, Jimmy, and LeBron. Of course you like LeBron. No wonder you try to detract from the pat. I'm just kidding. A little bit. Very elite list, Phoenix. Yeah, I like my front court players. Fair enough. Great point, Flea. The physicality is what kind of humbles players like SGA, Halliburton, Chet, etc. Huge if when they meet big bodies like Nuggets, Wolves, and players.
What did I say?
I don't even know. Y'all flippers and front runners. Okay, and this guy's so weird. Thanks for helping, Fabian. Now that's funny at Russ the Builder. OMFG, I love these guys. Got me on doing all the Tisha Campbell dance moves from HB2 right now.
Oh, let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah, Tisha Campbell was Gina from Martin, Dom. Tisha Campbell was in House Party. She was the crush. That's what she met. Probably met Martin. No, they met in Queens. Tisha Campbell, Tachina Arnold, Martin Lawrence, Kid and Play. They all worked in Queens. I think in the Sears store. So they knew each other back then. With I think Herbie Lovebug discovered all of them in the 80s. Herbie Lovebug is like this era's.
Watch Fabian. Look at Fabian getting his bag.
TDE. That's what you call it. Kendrick Lamar's crew.
Kendrick Lamar,
so Herb Lovebug was like that from the 80s for the the non-gangster like love like the cool fun group. So Kid and Play, and then they had like a real that era was dope because they it wasn't just all gangster stuff.
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool to be able to dance.
Yeah, so House Party was like that's the iconic hip hop movie, and Tisha Campbell was in it, who's on Martin, and Martin Lawrence and Tisha Campbell were on In House Party.
Why the Celtics background? Because we were talking about top 5 teams, and they were the only one in it that I had a background for. Rudy and Ben's role. I don't see Wallace's role, including getting choked out.
Nah, Ben. Nobody's doing that to Ben.
No one. No, he's a man amongst boys, dude.
No one's doing that to Ben Wallace.
Like Draymond would have got choked out.
Draymond Green puts his hands on Ben Wallace. He would have gone thrown around, dude. He would have lost. I'd pay to see that.
He'd have lost his life.
I got at least 10. I'm going to be shameless and shove some propaganda. We glorify Pippen for 94, leading that team to the second round, 1 game away from a conference finals, and maybe NBA finals at Jordan. Why don't we talk about Lowry being a foul call away from taking Toronto to the conference finals against Miami with a chance to go to the NBA finals in 2020 without Kawhi? It's the same thing. You can have your narratives, bro. I don't care. Lakers in the Western Conference Finals. Tell me otherwise. I don't know, man. Russ the Builder. I'm fucking deceased. I see dudes in the 90s, 2000s dunking on Gobert the same way Kobe did Howard. Well, Flea, I'm going to add pushback on that. That's not true. Teams literally avoid going to the rim when Rudy is there. They don't challenge him twice.
I don't know about that.
It's tough.
That's fair, Gobert, we could look at that.
Gobert over Camby all day. I do agree that he intimidates people, but not in a mental sense, in just a straight up, I'm going to get my shot blocked sense. Or in I do love how Porkin says Goberto. I'll give him that.
Yo, this Porkin shit is so funny. Y'all have no idea how funny that is.
It's crazy.
I'm 6'1", 36 vert. In my prime, I'm climbing Rudy's chest off the wing at least twice. Fish.
Let's go, Fish.
Russ the Builder. True, but I keep telling myself there's more to ball than scoring. Yeah, there is. I like your Lowry agenda, Phoenix. Cook. He used to be way too underrated just because he lost to Braun. DeRozan was a real chokey to me. Let me start on Lowry's foul baiting ass.
Lowry didn't start hitting big shots in the playoffs till Kawhi got there.
No, but I will say this though. He had some big shots against Miami in 2016. I'm gonna say that. He did.
He also
and I don't like Lowry. I think my hot take. You don't want to hear my hot take about Lowry, Phoenix.
I don't like him. I don't like him at all either. I'm in the same boat with you, brother.
Yeah,
please.
But he
hold on. What was his background? What story? What school did he go to? Because he wasn't good in the NBA until
he went to Nova.
Oh, right. So he had one of them
underrated. It was him, Randy Foy, and
Randy Foy, former Clipper.
Him, Randy Foy, and Allen Ray. I think, if I remember.
Allen Ray, that's a name from the past. Yeah. I remember how comedy was that he and Ray Allen played on the same team. Remember that?
Yeah, I think it was him, Allen Ray, and Randy Foy, and then Mike Nardi was on that team.
He showed up big time. Like he bounced around after he left with Memphis. Then he went to Houston. Then he went to Toronto. Lowry.
He was I think he was drafted by Houston.
Grizzlies.
Yeah, or either Houston or Memphis. Then bounced around to he's played for Houston, Memphis, and Toronto, and obviously now Miami.
Oh my God! A nowhere a ball. They were winning the Lowry minutes and getting pulverized when DeMar was on
Dom
the floor.
said, "I got to go get something to eat." He's out of here.
No, I don't know. I think he froze up. DeMar's on the floor. DeMar in the playoffs, isn't it? What comes first, GTA 6 or Clippers chip? I'd say Grand Theft Auto. Wet Like I'm Book. Wet Like I'm Book is a hilarious name. I have big respect for Russ, but that Abby took me out. Yeah, that Abby was hilarious, bro.
Nasty.
Oh, this. Yo, Phoenix, I just saw your least favorite players list. Hidiat in there. You fried that dictator.
I'm back.
Once that first guy puts nuts paws on your chin, it's open season. Rudy would be the next guy in prison in the mid. That's crazy. But obviously you dislike for other reasons. What was it? Doping, right? Oh, LeBron. New. Wet. Oh, that's a great question.
GTA 6 or Clippers chip? Did you read that one?
Yeah. What do you think? Do you think we get Grand Theft Auto 6 or the Clippers chip next?
Definitely Grand Theft Auto 6. All right, keep going. We're not going to win a championship with this
garbage. Hedo was garbage for Toronto. I remember Pascal Siakam as a third option, great player, and he's blossomed into a 2-time All NBA player.
Ooh, second option Pascal Siakam in the playoffs. Actually, Phoenix. Don't trip on that.
Right. I say GTA 6. That's hilarious. People often remember role players on championship teams, let alone third best.
Right.
Worthy and Cornbread were third options with Finals MVP.
That's a fact.
What solid?
I think Worthy must have been second though when he won Finals MVP, bro. Right? He had to have been better than Kareem at that point.
Who gets a chip sooner in order between
You know,
Lakers, Golden State,
Fish had to talk about his fellow Kingston brother.
Cornbread?
Yeah,
If
Who
I had
gets
to guess between those teams, I know this sounds insane, but I think the closest one to winning a chip in the future is Sacramento.
Oh, really? Now what's the bonus there as a second option? AD also had to have paramedics, but put paddles on his chest before every game during that finals. And I'm just saying, Sabonis as a third option is good, but as a second option, no.
Yeah.
Lakers.
Of course, he says
Fabian,
that with no bias.
that was old Joker and without Jamal. Yeah, it was, but it was just amazing to see Anthony Davis be Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
Just his great question. My brain short circuited. Nuggets are 6-0 versus Lakers right now, fam. Yeah, that's true. I think that would be a great show topic. Thanks, X. It's insane how LeBron lives rent free in y'all heads. The title is so unnecessary. Okay.
Fabian, you triggered a lot of people with that. The thing is, it reflects on me. That's the thing.
Are you worried about that? We could change it. Fabian, good story. I used to watch Jordan as a kid in elementary. A bunch of us wore Jordan 1s to skate because they held up best to Ollie's.
To Ollie's. Ollie on the skateboard.
Ollie's. Yeah. Crazy. Detroit wouldn't fire Monty anyway with that contract, at least not for a while. Yeah, only Dolan would fire a coach with that contract with a ease. Actually, Dolan used to thrive and live for firing coaches. Yeah, that's true. That's dope. Same here. I wore 23 and 32 as my jersey numbers, and I still have my original J2s.
Wow.
I just want you guys to know your place in LA. Nothing personal. Go Clips, go. It's not their word. Ime called LeBron B, but you right in a way. When I first saw the title of the video, I thought Obal wrote it. I'm never going to hear the Blue Devils or CP3 by name and not say F you. Bobby Jackson, Salisbury, North Carolina. Dime just eat something on screen. No one cares. Mukbang this.
I got to go get some food,
right.
bro. I got to go get some. Oh!
Y'all messed up my productivity, but made my night. W
Thank
show,
you so much.
W chat. Big love to you all from a Denver and LA girl. Justice, appreciate you and your super chat. We need a name for our super chat, man. Love you, Justice. Tisha Campbell's from OKC. Her cousin is from the same OK City as Stacey King.
He's hilarious.
So I guess they all moved to New York.
Now, Stacey King
is salute.
He's so funny.
Chicago broadcaster, right?
Yeah. Oh, there we go. He knew it. He knew. He started. No, the comment, the new comment. This one. I heard the Conley take already. Dime. I will not fall for that bait. I do accept one thing though. Conley did get screwed over being a West guard. I'm sorry, Flea. I was saying that I would take Conley in his prime over Lowry, but that's a lot of respect I have for Conley because we played against him so much. Lowry hit big shots against Cleveland as well, but it got overlooked because of LeBron. I'll watch those games back one day. Third option, buddy. There's more to a second option than scoring. Pascal was a play finisher, not a shot creator in 2019. I beg to differ, actually, bro. I remember when we played you guys in a game without Kawhi, he was literally bringing up the ball, and that's when I first was like so surprised at how much he had improved because he was actually able to create his own shot. So I kind of disagree with that. You can tell me that Lowry was the second best player on the team throughout the season. I can hear that. But in the playoffs, bro, Siakam outplayed him. Like he was playing D too, Siakam. He also made the shot that basically ensured your championship in that game 6. Lowry's flopping be hilarious. Same as CP3. I think Lowry is worse, to be honest.
No, Lowry is the worst in NBA history.
Worse than Harden?
Yes.
Wow. This two having a flopping contest at 2020 All-Star Games clutch time was the best All-Star moment of the 20s. That's got to do with how much All-Star Game weekend fell off. 2020 All-Star Game was awesome. I do agree. That was one of the best ones in recent memory. Yeah, last good one. Flea says Kinston with disdain in his voice like he's clutch sports rep CB3.
Chill. I got love for Kingston. Chill.
What is this? Lowry, 30.45 points generated. Siakam, 25.91 generated. Assists plus points. I feel that, but defense, I think Siakam was better too. What about rebounds that you like to conveniently leave out?
But he says second option, not second best player.
Second scoring option would be Siakam, though, right?
I don't know.
That's
what he's arguing.
When people say second options, they're usually talking about scoring, right? Or are you talking about
they are, but I think that's part of the deal with me when you say second option. Because to me, the first option for the Suns is Devin Booker. because he's either getting his own shot or getting, let's say, Kevin Durant a better shot than he can ever possibly have. The Joker's the best option on Denver because he's gonna get, even though that's arguable now with Jamal Murray, he's amazing, man. He's proven that with his absence.
Didn't the paramedics have to use paddles on AD? I'm not sure. Pascal was horrible against Milwaukee in 2019 while Lowry torched them in the conference finals. Torched? I'd have to look back. Let me see that.
Was he?
Horrible. I remember Kawhi being clutch as hell, and I remember Fred VanVleet and Serge Ibaka were awesome in that series.
Yes, they were. And what's torched?
Yeah, I was about to say, this man, Kyle Lowry, put up a donut in the first playoff game that year. I remember there was a lot of scrutiny about that. You know what? I actually defended Kyle Lowry that playoffs because he was doing all the little things to help win, but his scoring fell off again, from my memory. Let's see.
No,
he averaged 19 points. He averaged 19 points in the series. That's pretty good. Siakam averaged 14.5. So, okay, he definitely had a better series against Milwaukee. You're definitely right on that.
What did he shoot?
Who? Lowry?
Yeah.
40. Wow, really well, actually. 51% from the field, 46.5 from three.
That's
wow. That I don't remember that, man. Like that.
So he did play extremely well
in that conference.
He's
finals,
saying
absolutely.
Second option equals second best player. I'm talking second best players.
Okay,
Pascal wasn't better, man. We would have to look back at that.
I'll give you.
If he averaged 19 points a game, if he averaged 19 points a game on over 50% shooting, and he was shot 40% from three, you said?
Yeah.
In
that series.
He had a damn good series.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say this. From my memory, though, Siakam was better in the finals. Right? Didn't he have like a 25-point game in the first game?
Against Golden State.
Yeah. Let me look at the final stats. Lowry averaged 16, 4, and 7, and then Siakam averaged 20, 7.5, and 4. So I'm gonna have to give Pascal the edge of the finals. So see, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's debatable. I think since you're a Raptors fan, I'll give you you watch more than me. So I'll say that Lowry was the second best player throughout the season. But I do think that Siakam has a case to have been better in the playoffs. Yeah, he's a Toronto fan, Fish.
And that team was a lot better than what people say.
Good.
Thank you, Angela. We appreciate you, man. Wow, that was dope. Appreciate you, X Angler.
For real.
You are the man for that. He said so much fun. So fun. Love you guys for that.
This Fish. He said, are we really looking this deep at two guys that might be big three in a couple of years? Maybe Lowry, but Siakam's gonna be good for a while. Siakam had 2 good games in the finals. I'd like to look back at that. Lowry was their best player in game 6, the closing game. He was. But I remember that being a huge deal. Like he hadn't really hooped like that yet. He had some good games with doing under the radar shit. But I remember that game. I think one of the games in whether it was game 3 or 4, one of them, he and VanVleet were awesome. But so was that? So Lowry's the second best player on the championship team. By that definition, is he better than a lot of other point guards all time because he was that?
No, hell no.
I agree. All right, guys, that's it for me.
Lowry's on the top 100 point guard all the time.
Oh, don't say that to Phoenix.
He's not. He's not. Get Kyle Lowry the fuck out of here.
4 sportsmen. This was crazy. 4 hours. Yeah, sorry, Phoenix Play Z. We're here in the building. It's 4 of those. Top 100 is insane. I can name 100 better. I'll do a few in the off time.
That's a little much, but
yeah, man.
He's still a top 3 player on a championship team.
He's not top 100 right now. 4 sportsmen every Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Favorite perspective, expected to accept it. Dom Dropper. You catch him on here like every other day, every other Clippers game and Lakers game. Are we live, Flea? Are we live?
Yeah. I'm here, Flea.
Wow. Yeah. Don't sound so down. We're here, baby. See you next week.
Overtime. You know how we do it.
Overtime was crazy. Thanks for the $20, guys. You're amazing.